Once upon a time, there was a boy named Thomas. Thomas was a reincarnation of a cleric of death named Charon, who had long ago been tasked with eliminating a powerful evil. Charon's life had been filled with death, and from an early age, and throughout his life death became the one thing that was certain and constant. As he began to embrace death as an inevitability, a thing like summer or winter, Kelmivor, his god, had entrusted him with many tasks fit for only the most worthy. Eventually, upon salvation of the world from such a task, Kelmivor and Bahamut offered Charon the one thing that he had never had, a life. This reincarnation was the product of true love, and Thomas was born human from two elven parents, one of them a vampire, impossible. The other, a celestial being who transcended death and despair to remain among the living. His mother Nimlenwe, the undead, a vampire, was a high elf 1,000 years ago, trapped in perpetuity at middle age when a vampire lord took fancy to her and turned her. Lifetimes later, Nimlenwe would find her freedom, and still racked with hunger she fed upon only the evil and depraved. So good at this form of hunting she became that she could detect the scent of evil within the blood of a being, and so this became the way she fed. One day she came to an individual upon which she detected the reek of evil, and yet when she approached to attack, the chemical mix of their blood became very complex. This was not an evil person, no. This was a good person who had been forced to, or had become willing to do evil. Did they deserve death? No, she decided. No, they deserve a chance to see things better, different, but what could she do? She used her vast wealth accumulated over great time and inheritance, her immeasurable time and arcane power, to craft a box, the cradle of the dead. About it she cast a spell that would put it into stasis, a being, and give a wielder of the box a chance to offer the damned within a chance at redemption. The dead were selected after Nimlenwe made the box. One of each, she always said. She had always followed the compulsion of this inspiration, killing those who deserved it. The creation of the box, the hunting of those who would fill it, there was something transcendent of herself and all her wisdom and power. The gods were working through her for a purpose beyond the time and understanding of mortals, and beyond the comprehension of even elves. This was the stuff of gods and the dark. Nimlenwe made the box, the cradle of the dead, long before she ever met Quenya, her bladesinger husband, long before the miracle birth of Thomas. But the box's time would come to pass, and Thomas's soul, the original soul, would find its purpose again, to root out those who cheat death and put to rest in the name of Kelmivor. Nimlenwe could have never known such an arc could come to pass. Apparently even vampire high elf wizards cannot always comprehend the gods. Nimlenwe could have never known it, but in the moment of Thomas's birth her destiny came to pass, the cause for his compulsion to take those who walked the line of good and evil and stow them away for a time unknown and a purpose yet to be determined. Nimlenwe had been robbed of life 1,000 years ago, her maker destroyed 500 years ago, and attained freedom, but no return to life or redemption for all the bad she had done in all that time. She became the queen of her own existence, and her horrible guilt nearly drove her mad. Her husband Quenya had learned the very difficult blade song early in life, and later went through an adventure that changed him body and soul forever, the very same quest that introduced him to Nimlenwe. It was in this journey that he also met the soul of his future son, Thomas, and a man named Charon, discovered in the depths of depravity and greed in the horde of Abathor, the domain of the god of greed, tucked away somewhere between Hades and Hell, a story far too long for here now. Charon had suffered for 2,000 years, and therefore his soul was offered a chance at life when all the other heroes of that day were given castles and titles and items and spells. Charon received parents who loved him, books to read, food to eat, a garden to explore, and only the faintest flashes of who he had once been. He was given a fresh start as a little boy. A miracle. A miracle. When Thomas was born, Nimlenwe and Quenya made certain to give the child a life of learning and comfort. In short, he had grown up in the best way possible. When he was 8, he was exploring in his mother's office when he discovered the box. He was a crafty little fellow and learned there was a key, a drawer at her desk, which was locked but relatively easy to pick with the thieves' tools he'd found in the house. The place was full of adventurers' supplies. He opened the box and revealed 13 figurines, 11 humanoids, and 2 lions that Nimlenwe had crafted as protectors for Thomas when the time was right. So perfect were the figurines in form that they looked alive, even if miniature. Thomas was captivated by them and snuck in to play with them often when his mother and father were occupied. He was not supposed to be in her office at all, let alone playing with her things. One day he was caught and severely scolded, told never to touch or open the box again unless it was handed to him. Thomas wanted to comply, but something about the figures drew him back again. He had to see them. He decided that he would take the box into the garden, maybe just beyond it into the woods where he could play in safety and secret. As he walked through the back arch of the garden that led into the woods, a gentle fog rose. With each passing step, it thickened until eventually Thomas became lost in it. If only he had known how lost he'd really become. What was at work was again the god of death, and his mark was one that had eluded him across time and dimension, and Thomas's wanderlust with the box in hand had just made it all possible. All right, so welcome to the first pilot episode of Dungeons and Dragons in a Basement.
Is that what it's called?
That's what I got for now. It seems to track.
Basement dwellers.
I'm grateful for you guys all being here. I'm very grateful for Thaddeus and his offering to do the pilot episode at least to see what it is. And if it isn't a thing, we don't have to worry about it. If it is a thing, then I will worry about it. Okay. Hopefully it's not too uncomfortable for anybody. For me, it was a lot at first, right? But then we'll get immersed in our story and it'll be fine. So the expectation that I have is that we have fun like we always have. Our last campaign was good enough that I felt like, and Justin's testimony to playing with you guys after being a player of 25 years and how much fun he had with you guys is a testament to why we're doing this. And so I'm focusing on a really character-driven, role-play-oriented story, of course, with plenty of action. It won't be the high epic fantasy action from last campaign where you're fighting gods. It will be much more based in a gritty realism. So we're tracking experience points. We will deal with madness and despair, item degradation, things like that make so that when you find a weapon rack in a castle, you're like, holy crap, a fresh sword! Instead of where we would, pass that, it's not a +1 sword. Well, I don't want it, right? It's like, no, that's just there's my sword, the new sword, right? So just to create a world where the expectations of what people are used to in D&D are kind of reverted back to almost like something in first edition, where it's hard. Character death is a thing. You guys know that as players that your character's in a chest. I'll cover that first. The last thing you remember is a pair of eyes that soothed you. Remember that your character backstories had something to do with you have to be good, aligned, but something has to jeopardize that, and you're sliding into the next alignment towards evil, and your character probably knows it, but is choosing to continue anyway. You don't have to reveal your character backstories at this point, because if it's not revealed, how would anybody know? But for your own character's sakes, what you know is while you were doing whatever you were doing that was a good person doing evil, at one moment, some night, some morning, at some time, this pair of really beautiful crystal blue eyes charm you, and you're like, oh, I just feel so good. And your world goes dark.
Oh, God.
So, whether for you it was in a tavern and you get caught in the bathroom from behind. For you might be doing forms thinking I'm the greatest thing that ever lived, and your pride is at an all-time high, and you're smoking everybody in your dojo down, and you're like, I'm the greatest thing that ever was. Charming eyes, put you to sleep.
Oh, no. I'm so tired. Yeah.
For the tiefling warlock, the corruption of what your patron was probably doing to you in the world was noted as something that shouldn't probably perpetuate. Yours is awesome.
She would never corrupt me.
An Omnian.
She just looks into my eyes when she corrupts me.
Guillermo is from I'm talking.
No.
Guillermo is from and was involved in a Chultish gold mine of indigenous folks, and he's a lawful good paladin, doing not good things, but lawful things, but not good. Lawful but not good. And so at some point that catches up with him. Charming eyes, puts you to sleep. What's your power? Glutton for text.
Gluttony.
Yeah. So this is your classic wizard looking for scrolls, and you spent 14 days without sleeping, and you were learning new spells, and it started to all get in your head and swirl. Somebody comes into the library one day. The eyes are all that you remember, and you sleep. Rage. You killed your brother. You killed your uncle. You're, battle-tested barbarian warrior, whatever it was. And at the moment where your rage completely manifests over your normal personality, where you're like, oh, I have 14 rages a day kind of thing, where you're just always that fast to rage, the eyes put you to sleep. You guys don't remember anything after that point at all. You remember these eyes, and they're very kind, and they're very gentle, but they look not
they don't look like human eyes. They don't even really look like elf eyes. There's something else in them that represents something further behind them, okay? And so you are put to sleep. You have various visions throughout your life in this stasis of a boy's face, okay? This is the boy's face that you can recall. And it's almost like looking through an iris when you see his face. It's like in a dream where you're looking through a tunnel. And you see his face and he's always just kind of like this. And you'll see him pick something up and it might be one of you. And you notice that you're kind of moving around a little bit. And you might be like clinked against something. But you can't really see what else is in the box. All you can really recall from these moments of dream is what it seems like, is this boy's face. And at sometimes his face is really bright and very sunny. And other times it seems like something's troubling him greatly. And he can be very dark and brutish. One day when he has all of you pulled out and is just doing some stuff, he breaks a horse. And he's like, oh, my mom is going to be so mad. You hear him say, my mom is going to be so mad. He's like, what do I do with this broken horse? And you maybe wouldn't remember. He breaks a horse. And he closes the box as footsteps come behind him. And as he closes the box, you hear a female voice that sounds very familiar. It reminds you of the moment that you were put to sleep. This voice that says, everything's going to be okay. But you don't hear it say everything's going to be okay. You hear it say, Thomas! Are you in my office again? No, Mom, I'm not doing anything. And you feel the box kind of slide, and you don't know that you're in a box, right? To you, it seems like a dream. He slides the box back, and you hear her say, I told you to never play with this box until I give it to you. You need to stay out of this room for good. Okay? And then your dream in that phase ends, and it's darkness. Darkness. For however long. It's like a coma, right? You have no knowledge of time, no passage of anything. About sometime later, I'll have to tell this story for Thomas so that everyone has an understanding of what's happening. So Thomas, one day, decides to take this box when Nimlenwe and Quenya are off campus, and he takes his toy chest, and he leaves the house, and he goes into the garden, and he's like, oh, it might not be far enough. Mom can still catch me here. Now, she told him to always be careful outside the grounds of the garden. He never really knew why, but his mother knew that there was something really special about Thomas. As you all know as players, what's special about Thomas. Thomas, defying his mother, really wants to play with these toys because they're so cool, right? They're just so cool. He can't resist but to play with the toys. So he passes the threshold of the garden and goes north of his house into the sprawling wilderness. It starts to get really, really foggy. With every step he takes beyond the threshold of the garden, it gets deeper and deeper and denser. The fog becomes colder and colder and colder and colder. And Thomas starts to get scared and says, well, maybe I should turn back and go home. This is really weird. And he turns around to start headed back and realizes that he can't tell which direction is which because he can't see this far away from his nose. Okay? He starts to walk and walk and walk, and he starts to get scared. And you hear his voice say, Mama, I'm lost. Mama, I'm so sorry. Father Quenya, are you here? Can you hear me? I'm scared. Mom, Dad. And he continues to sort of walk, and his walk goes from crunch, crunch, crunch of the forest, and suddenly it's thud, 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 thud. And you begin to hear other voices. Yar on the mast tackle, Mr. Turner, tie that thing down, move pull the mast and sheets. And then you hear somebody say, Captain, ice on the horizon, ice off the starboard bow. Can't possibly be true. And so the captain looks over and he says, there be icebergs, folks, and the whole ship comes to life. And all you just hear stuff. Like in your dream. It's, again, you can't see anything, but you can hear this all around you. And then you hear somebody say, Captain, looks like we got a stowaway on board. And the captain's like, who be you? And he says, Sir, my name's Thomas. I'm lost. Hey, you got that right, matey. You be certainly lost. How did you get here, you stowaway? And he says, I don't know, sir. Please stop yelling at me. And the captain's like, "Arr, we can't mess with him now. We got to stay out of the way, lad. We'll deal with you when we're out of this ice." And at that moment, something hits the ship. Hard. So hard that Thomas and everybody else flies forward. His chest hits the ground. He hits his chin on it as it opens. And you are spilled out onto the ground. When he hits his chin on the chest and then the chest spills open, you are bled upon by Thomas. And when Thomas bleeds upon you, you come to life.
Oh.
Your dream stasis ends, and you come to bear with your surroundings.
Oh no. My hair got cut. Scary.
That's very scary.
Very scary.
Come on, JPEG, work with me here.
Do I
There
look
we
like
go.
I know what a JPEG is?
Just needed to give it a look here. Pretty close to an inch. I'll shrink her down, a little less. There we go. I don't hate it.
This is terrifying that we're not level 18 anymore.
Well,
Times have changed.
Times
Lord.
have changed.
There it is news.
Now I got good news for you.
And no clerics.
so not only does the ship hit something,
I got a paladin.
there's
We do
a,
paladin, that's true.
there's a certain moment
Give me
where
a couple levels.
almost seems like a chunk of ice from the sea floor breaks free and comes up and rips the ship directly in half as soon as it's torn apart. We open my notes. You guys can set yourselves on the boat in kind of any place that you sort of want. The boat is very quickly sinking. This is Thomas.
Crap.
That's you, honey.
Oh, I'm a freak. I
That's,
love it.
that's what I had.
No, it's good.
Who's the black hair girl?
Is it,
That might be me.
That's Ruth.
is it
Callista
the Ballista?
Pretty sure that one.
Where is Thomas at?
Archer.
Thomas is the blonde-haired boy. What he's on the ship. Put him somewhere.
That's Thomas.
That's that one? Okay, I would imagine I would have, landed near him.
Sure.
Anywhere is fine. You'll be moving very, very quickly.
Do I have a crossbow?
You are that guy right there in front of
This
you.
guy?
That's you.
Okay.
Who's the archer? Or is there one too many?
Yeah, maybe. There should be 8 figures.
That's an instrument.
7.
Oh, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. 7 is correct. Yeah, that's a violin in that character's hand.
A fiddle.
Okay, my computer finally decided to turn on.
Viola.
Oh, little one.
A little one.
Are you going to cast magic spells?
Micah, if you want to, we can probably just slide your chair forward.
Wizard
I may do that.
and level 1.
I grab myself a piece of
I am
gum.
so scared.
This is always solid.
Okay.
Misty step or whatever it.
We're fancy now, folks. We're working from 2 computers.
Hey.
Wow.
Whoa, we got the dual set up.
Okay. Crash. Lethal blow to the ship is clear. Everyone's thrown forward hard onto the deck. The ship begins to come apart, and it's every man for themselves. You hear the captain say, "Abandon ship, lads, we're going down." And you feel the ship like it's breaking in half like the freaking Titanic, right? And it's about to capsize and sink. Like whatever happened just happened was catastrophic. Toy chest spills open. You all wake up as if no time has passed. You don't recognize anybody that's standing near you, but you do recognize the little boy, and he's standing there looking at you like, blink, 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 blink.
And do I look at him fondly like, Thomas, my boy?
You know that you are beholden to him somehow. You have this
We owe him.
you have this bond,
That's my guy.
this sort of parental protective thread that you don't know where it comes from. You have
just
literal
there.
no idea, but you know that that kid is important.
I'll
Like-
move towards him. Grab him.
You know his name.
Thomas. We need to go.
He says, Where do we go, barbarian?
Where are we?
I don't know. I'm so lost. I'm so afraid.
Do you grab him?
Absolutely.
People are jumping in the water, grabbing anything that they can float upon. Is that better for you? Good.
That's
Okay.
good.
All right. Impact. You need to escape the sinking ship before it goes. You go with it. It will take you down with it.
I make an
wearing armor for once.
observation
Okay.
and look around and see if I can find out which way land is.
Roll a perception check. Everybody, get your dice ready, please.
So crew members are like.
You can reconfigure. Put your stuff there. Do you need that?
Oh, are we all doing perception?
Yes, sir.
Oh no. What did he say?
We heard that about 7,000
Tower.
times playing with children.
Tower.
13.
Perception. Yikes! 14.
He is the one who was looking, so I'm going to let him roll the perception check.
I misunderstood.
We're all so excited.
With
I
a
know, I was
13.
like, I'm
With a
ready.
13. With a 13, you notice that there is a larger berg of ice over here-ish. The other bergs are cracking, where you see water in between the ice, that's real. So if you're on this little patch of ice, there's water all the way around except for that little piece, right? So it's like broken Arctic ice where you can see it moving in the waves and stuff. But there is a larger iceberg over here. Also with your perception check, you notice a dinghy that nobody has grabbed yet that has fallen off its ropes and looks like it's about to go over the side of the ship. And nobody has grabbed it yet, but sailors are grabbing lots of other things to jump over. They maybe just are panicked and didn't overlook the dinghy.
Well, my friends,
so let's-
I believe I see an iceberg that way. I believe I see a dinghy that way. Let's grab the dinghy. Let's get for the iceberg.
That's
What
one.
do you say?
That's one success for
Sweet.
Chet. You can choose athletics, acrobatics, perception, survival, sleight of hand for your check, and just use what you would use in order to escape the boat. You see your bard says there be a boat, and it looks like the iceberg is that way. What would you like to do?
So you're kind of like
A big boy.
getting
I'm 8
into.
foot tall.
I'm 2.5 feet tall, so you're like, whoa. But so I noticed
Ding.
you kind of going for Thomas.
Good
and-
observation.
Yes, and I've heard you
Squawk.
point out the dinghy. So I'm going to say to you, I don't know you, sir, but we need to get this boy on that dinghy or he'll freeze to death.
Thomas, do we know these people?
He says, yes, I know them all.
We can't stay here.
Let's go. And
Why don't
so
you
I'm
roll an athletics check to grab the dinghy by yourself and pulling it back onto deck to prepare it to launch off the proper side of the boat towards where the iceberg is?
19.
All right,
Woo!
you have succeeded at your first skill check. We're
Could
just
you
gonna-
try twirling Thomas while you're going?
Yeah.
like a basketball.
Yeah.
Maybe the dinghy.
Oh no, just like spin him around.
Simul twirl.
Give me my D20. Thank you.
The die.
Okay,
Oh,
so
this one right in the middle.
he takes
You
the
got
he
it.
takes the dinghy and basically takes the dinghy and Thomas and jumps them into the water.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Now the boat is going down in a really rapid fashion, like crazy fast.
Like unnaturally fast.
Sort of.
Okay.
Or the damage was just so severe that it doesn't stand a chance. It's
All
just
right.
completely filled with water. Okay, so that's him. What would you like to do to contribute to the skill challenge?
I would like to.
Now the boat is in the water. You could literally roll acrobatics to get into it.
Yeah, I would like to try to get into the dinghy. It's on this side of the boat.
Yeah, we'll put it dinghy down. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll your acrobatics.
Yep.
Do you want like a ring or do you have a dinghy?
I don't have a dinghy, but I
Wants a
have
ring.
tiles.
You
for
want
the
a ringy,
dinghy.
a ringy dinghy?
A ringy for the dinghy, please.
This is brown like a dinghy. Unconscious might bode unwell.
I got an
Okay.
18.
18. You will manage to not fall into the water on your way down.
You can chuck your supplies down to me. I'll start loading the boat.
Barbarian gets on the other side to.
It's
you
me!
tuck Thomas back there. Okay, you have succeeded. We'll just put it 2 up. We need another one.
And I've got a bunch too.
Good, yeah. Guillermo. I'm getting used to everybody's name.
All right, Guillermo just looks around one more time. Is there anything else of use on the ship?
Roll perception check.
Great thinking, buddy.
So wise.
13.
With a 13, you are looking around the ship and you notice some rope, some block and tackling. You're like, it's all, and it's coming down. Like the mast breaks. There's a barrel there that's floating. You know, it's already floating in the water, and that brings your eye. You go from the ship to the water, and your perception of 13 notices fins.
Oh.
In the water.
Oh, son of a...
Shart?
Shart! Is that you?
Did you say shart?
It was our beloved shark
Our
friend.
beloved shark friend.
Of our last campaign. Shart.
This is awfully cold water for a shark.
Yeah,
isn't it?
typically cold water sharks are not a problem.
What are the really
And Kade wouldn't betray biology.
What are the really big ones?
As
like
long
around
as he
Greenland?
knows.
Yeah.
The Greenland sharks,
Yeah.
they are like
Hundreds
ancient.
of years,
yes.
right?
Of course, this
Friends.
is...
They are carnivores.
They are.
They just vibe on the bottom.
So
They just vibe.
represent the fin that you can see
Ah!
out of the water.
All right.
Okay.
There are sharks in the water.
No way.
Finned
Did
animals.
you say sharks in the water? Sharks.
That does count for you.
Sharks
You notice
in the water.
the sharks in the
These
water.
sailors are
That's your skill
scared.
challenge success.
I'll cross my fingers.
I'm
Maybe it's
sorry,
a dolphin.
the boat doesn't agree with me.
How about you?
I glance around. Do I see any crew members near us or like drowning in the water?
Yes, I need some crew members.
Here's a crew. Blue crew.
Oh no! I'm swimming.
Oh,
How did you
God.
get all the way over there?
Good lord.
They're fast. They're very fast.
Yes, there are.
There are
members.
people in the
They
water.
are, in
Oh
fact,
my god.
suffering.
These are their
They have
pants. They're little
37
bobbers.
seconds before hypothermia sets
Sets
in.
in.
All right.
Hey,
That's
Ruth.
just a
2
natural
words.
selection.
Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't say that
they-
to Ruth. We don't
they-
have time for that.
Ruth, let me.
They ain't fitting on our dinghy.
We
How
have
big is our-
exactly
How big
enough
is our
for
dinghy?
us.
Is that
As-
a representation of the actual size of the dinghy?
Capacity.
It is. It's a ship's dinghy, so they're a little bigger.
big
So
old
we got
dinghy.
room for 8 people?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Yep. And you can squeeze.
Yeah, one's
Just
pretty
enough.
square.
You can squeeze.
Dude, I can jump on the ice.
Alright, Ruth, what are you
I
doing?
like glance around at all the crew in the water.
They're like,
I
"Ah!"
2 words.
Twilight comes for us.
For us all.
So in a
But
really
now it's
creepy
not
way,
my
she says,
time.
"Twilight comes to us all."
And I move my way onto
Like,
the boat.
adios.
Okay.
Walk over
Do you
there,
want
and
to
like,
roll
this is-
acrobatics or athletics or survival to get onto the boat without falling in the water?
I'll do acrobatics.
Okay.
Big money. Woo! 19.
All right.
Heck
You
yeah.
very nimbly
That's pretty good.
step onto the
I
dinghy.
didn't even spill my glass of wine.
Oh, you have wine?
Oh, so fancy.
I think so.
Woo! Did you steal that from the crewmate? Oh, you do. That's naughty.
How about you?
So after I've instructed the big boy to get the boy on the dinghy, you know, I'm just gonna have to do a cool monk flip onto the dinghy.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Acrobatics.
Yes. Yes,
Monk flip.
please.
A monk flip.
I have really good acrobatics. 14.
You make it.
Woo! Shoo, 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 shoo.
Flippity flip flip. Okay.
And my
We're back to
glasses
the Bard.
even
Bard, you
small.
noticed the boat. You were able to give some directions.
I too shall move to the boat.
Go ahead and roll acrobatics.
I will roll acrobatics to get to the boat, and it is down here. Tower.
3.
3.
All right.
Oh, do you have any bonus on
That's what
acrobatics?
that's for, right? Plus 4,
You got
7.
7, that's better.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Does he get anything for being close to me yet? Not yet.
Yeah, can
I
I?
don't have anything really to help, unfortunately. I'm not a bard anymore.
Do I roll 20 for that?
Yep, D20.
8
Plus.
plus
What's your dex save?
3? No, 5.
Yep.
13.
Okay. You take 3 points of damage as you enter the cold water. As you were jumping off the boat, that piece of the boat broke away. Underneath your
I
feet.
broke the boat,
You
guys.
broke the boat.
Sorry, hey, I noticed the boat.
Pick up that man.
You others look good.
You
while
fall
you're
in the
doing it.
water and you take the cold damage. It's that fast. But you made your deck save, so you're able to catch the edge of the dinghy and you pull yourself up very quickly.
I
Only
Trying to
Grab
freeze
his
myself
belt.
to the boat just in case. I've watched the video.
You've watched the video, yeah.
freeze my.
That's a thing.
So you're able to climb in after, but you take the 3 points of damage.
Over it. As I pull it,
He
hoist
comes
him
in-
up
One
from
of his
his
britches.
britches.
He comes in soaking wet and freezing. I mean, it's almost immediate. He starts to turn bluish. He failed
I
the
will
check.
start to
All right, we got Sharon left on the boat. Sharon, sorry, not
Who's
Sharon.
Sharon?
Guillermo.
Guillermo, how do you do?
Guillermo looks around. Is there anybody else on the boat, or is it just me?
You're pretty much the last one who matters. All the crew is diving in because they know that in the next second this boat is
Okay,
going
well,
under.
I hop onto the
Athletics?
then.
That's a holy man right
Oh,
That's a holy man.
Okay. One.
Deck save.
Woo!
Save.
Can I use
Five.
to
Okay, so here's what's happened.
I'd like to sing a little song
Okay,
to inspire my good friend Guillermo.
is that D6 at this level?
That is, hold on, I'm looking. Give me a second. I have it written down right here.
Song of
Bardic
inspiration.
Inspiration is D6.
Okay, roll a D6 and add it to. Well, he rolled a 1.
Was it a now one?
Oh, on the save though, for the save.
Yeah,
I rolled a
okay.
5, so that might help.
That's rough, buddy.
What did I say?
Is that our first nat one of the campaign?
9.
Yeah, so we'll have to
Oh,
fix
he added it.
on his.
Is that okay with you?
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Oh, I thought I rolled.
So
You
you
rolled.
got a 9 on your saving throw?
Woo!
Okay, so here's what happened to Guillermo. The boat, as the barge jumped in, the boat started to move, right? And the boat sinking also creates turbulence. And the boat had moved a little bit while he was trying to jump.
Oh, you do roll.
He just misses.
Sorry to interrupt.
He just misses. Guillermo, you're going to take 2 points of cold damage. Oh, it's going to be doubled. You're going to take 7 points of cold damage.
Oh.
I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh my god. I don't have anything to help you.
Do you have iron hands yet?
I'm just a monk. You have healing word or
22.
anything?
Yeah.
All right, you resist fatigue effectively. Resisting fatigue. It's not called fatigue. What is it called?
Exhaustion.
Exhaustion. You resist exhaustion. You pull yourself up into the boat. Where's character has to move again, and you have
Oh, you're
all
just
successfully
dancing
made
all
it
over.
into the boat.
We're in.
We'll take two rowers. Two rowers, either survival or athletics.
I might as well row.
Barbarian
Monk?
or paladin. You got athletics, right, paladin?
I'm
Yeah, I do.
dexterous, but I'm not strong.
So it's the two
My
warriors.
survival is pretty strong.
Where's Thomas? He's like on the
This
corner.
is that athletics roll.
Yes, sir.
18.
Check.
Oh, 1.
You catch the oar on a piece of ice, and you're like, it doesn't move, and you break it.
It's over. It's over.
You have an 8-foot axe on my back.
Wait.
Ooh, yeah, you break the oar, and you.
Throw that in.
He really quickly chops down a tree and cuts a new.
Or
Carefully carves a new
Well
oar.
done.
Well, there are going to
Sir?
be planks of wood in the water.
There's lots of wood in
you
the
know,
water.
so if you grab a
Yeah.
There are
plank of
lots of
wood,
dead frozen people in the
Sorry,
there's
guys.
dead frozen people they can use
Too
as
strong.
sword.
I love the
They're
idea
not,
of you rolling with that.
Yeah, I
I've
like
done it with a
that.
shotgun.
That's cool.
Guillermo,
Just like
you look kind
ice
of
cubes.
damaged. I believe I'll.
I just lost 7. I'm at 32.
Oh my
This is not working
You
out.
still
with
look
this
pretty
one.
good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Max hit points
just
at
a
third
little
level
cold.
will help.
You're-
Yeah, that's true.
On this round, you see this man go underwater and blood replace where his body was.
Oh,
That's
Thomas,
great.
don't look.
Um,
I closed his
your eye.
eyes.
This
guy
I
was
put my
hanging
hand
onto a
over
piece-
his eyes.
Friends, I think we could maybe do something about those fins in the water, don't you? I mean, look at this.
this guy gets bitten in half,
Oh,
and his
God.
top part of his
I
body.
just feel like we could do something about that.
We have
Let's-
one more
let's head
space
towards
for
this.
one more survivor.
We don't need to bring the survivors on board,
Where's
but
the
we can at
captain?
least
Shoot
do
more of the
something about.
survivors for the sharks.
And they'll run away from
Yeah,
us.
the sharks. I mean, those sharks look really dangerous.
This guy
don't
gets.
they? I mean,
this
they're-
guy loses
like-
a leg and
Oh,
drowns.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna
Where's the
do
captain?
something. I can do
Doesn't
something
matter.
here.
Doesn't matter.
I
was gonna
see
say
it
the
as
captain.
an omen, and if they've fallen in the water,
You guys
Um,
notice that you
light has come for them.
It's so dark.
you have beached a little bit on some ice. The only real clear paths are
chaotic.
what you can see.
Okay.
Anything with ice is like hitting the bottom of the boat, right? So when you rolled your 1, this is where you got your paddle stuck, and you're like, come on! It just breaks because you're so strong. And has beached the boat for a moment, at which point you see a fin go straight past you.
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey.
You're able to look it right in the eyes.
Tuning my
What do we
lute,
see?
Turning your loot.
and I begin to play the melody. So there was a bunch of sharks, and I lit them up with fairy fire.
Very fire.
And suddenly purpleness came over their bodies. Well,
It's a 20-foot area, right?
Yes, it
Smoke those
is.
The color of
Yeah.
So I believe I got 3 of them. How much is each square?
5, 10,
5
15, 20.
foot square.
Oh, I got 2 of them.
So it's like 2 shots. 34.
Failed the saving throw and failed the saving throw.
Woo!
So the sharks are now glowing.
We have
Glowing.
glowing sharks.
Should we put a purple ring on them
who-
so that they're glowing with
Who's
fairy
here?
fire?
Who is this?
That's me,
It's you?
just singing my song,
What-
strumming
what-
along.
Are you a tall boy? Or
I'm a big boy,
you're a
6
big
foot
boy?
4.
Whoa.
A big boy.
All right, so is
But
this...
I'm a little bit on the scrawny side.
That's all right. It fits you just
So
a little.
you might be able to shoot around me.
Oh, well, I think I can stand in your square.
Yeah, you might be able to.
Is this shark within melee?
Actually, it is.
Woo! May Nona Heavy Fist kindly take up residence.
Just switch places with him.
in-
Just move him back.
Okay.
Are you gonna punch a shark?
Well,
You're
I'm gonna
punch
stand
a
between
shark.
your legs.
Yes. Yes.
And no
anytime.
heavy
Anytime.
Anytime.
Just don't look up.
I'm just gonna.
Just
I'm not
not-
gonna look up.
Wearing skivvies, I'm going to be honest.
I feel something kind of brush.
Brush across your
And I would
across
like
your
to
bun.
punch the shark with my heavy fists.
Okay.
Woo! Let me see with my eyes. I've never punched
Go
anything
away, shark.
before.
There's bodies everywhere.
8.
Like a
You, in
dog.
fact, missed
Like
the
a
shark.
dog.
Now I do get to do another unarmed strike as a bonus action. Can I try again?
Sure.
Perhaps you are feeling inspired.
7.
You missed the shark.
It's really cold.
Well,
my
it's-
arthritis is killing
You
me.
notice how cold the water is when you have to actually punch
Ugh.
into the water to get it, and the
I
shark.
don't like it.
The shark just is they always have
They're
to move. So
slippery.
this is the moment where it's passing in front of your boat.
That's all right. I'll do
Okay.
it next time.
We're delivering the bomb.
Point of clarification.
Yes.
If I was to whisper dissonantly, would something come towards that whisper?
Dissonant whispers.
It's just like it's like and it makes them crazy.
I mean, they're sharks,
So they're stupid.
so they're just detecting blood in the water. And they're,
Does
All right,
fairy
fair
fire
enough,
give
fair enough.
advantage?
I
Yes,
believe
It
fairy
does.
fire
Yes.
does.
May
So,
I try
go ahead.
again? I'll try for the first hit.
Scariest
God,
part was when
9?
we were going up the ladder.
You missed.
Perhaps
Can
you
I
need
do
to
my
be
bonus
inspired.
Wait, my
action
turn.
Perhaps you
then?
need to be inspired.
Never
You
wear a
need to
life
be
jacket
advantage,
again.
inspired.
Never wear a life jacket again.
She's got it.
13.
13 hits the shark.
All right. Can I expend a focus point to flurry of blows,
Sure.
please? All right. I need to learn how this works. Hold, please.
Hold, please.
You spend 1 focus point to make 2 unarmed strikes. So then I'll do my other one.
Just punching sharks outside the ship.
I got a nat 20 on my second one.
Okay.
So
Shoe shark.
I will. Oh, sorry, microphone. That was my bad, dog.
I'm just gonna keep doing Jaws. references until this is
7
done.
for the first one.
We need a bigger boat.
Grow.
9.
First one came
14
around
for the
about 2
second
hours in.
So total.
Didn't see another one.
What did I say for the first one?
Don't know.
7 plus, so 20 points total.
20 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a 20 spot.
Do you
Whoever's-
have the bit?
doing
Oh,
damage?
it's right here.
Right there.
Maybe Jason does damage,
Maybe Jason does.
Maybe
damage.
Jason does damage.
or
I'm
whoever.
also happy to do initiative. I brought my little yellow book.
Woo!
Would you
Oh, I
like
guess we haven't
more
officially
than
rolled.
We
for
don't need
Do
initiative
you want to
yet.
put a
This
little
is
ring
technically a skill
of fairy
challenge.
fire on the shark?
Yes.
Well,
So we remember.
okay.
It's purple.
Yeah, this is
just
this
gonna
is
put
designed as a skill challenge. We
Fairy
don't need to
fire.
like fight these sharks to the death or anything.
I want to punch it.
We're killing it, buddy.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
All right,
We're
then
killing
roll initiative.
We have to save
Dang.
our boat. We have to keep our boys safe.
Well, aren't you and I? We're just paddling.
it.
Right?
We're just paddling.
Well, let's just keep paddling.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't. If you're, I'll stab.
You paddle,
I've
we'll
got a couple
attack.
of knives.
We'll do initiative if everyone's inclined to fight these
Dude,
creatures
I'm
to the
rolling
death.
like
Then we,
Brett and I continue to run, and they just
Well, that one's
fight
right in our
while we
way.
run.
on
It
your
is in our
turn,
way.
you would then move the boat.
Do you want to trade
We
or
both
something?
rolled in that
I
one.
feel like we have to kill that one. That one's right there.
It's gonna
It's
keep
gotta
swimming.
be
You know,
dead.
they don't move or they don't stop moving. It'll
Well, I
continue to
rolled
swim. That's just where it
poorly
was at the moment
as
where the monk's like,
well.
I'm gonna kick it a couple times.
Or
I'm crazy.
Well, to be fair, I
sometimes
did
like
light
to
it
do
up.
Yeah,
threes.
you did. But it's nice to be able to see where they are, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case we fall in,
Three.
which
I rolled
I'm
three.
want to do.
All right, Gina.
I got a 5.
I haven't
Oh,
even
we are
written
killing
that low
it,
of a number
Killing
yet.
it. Killing
I
it.
haven't even written that low of a number yet.
Okay. Brett.
So
Nat
3,
20.
4, 5.
I don't know your character names
Guillermo.
yet.
Guillermo.
Oh, I got
That's real
3,
bad.
and I'm Callista with a
He
K.
hates that in character.
It's like Ballista, but with a K. It's like Ballista with a K.
Ballista.
Nona Heavy Fist got 4.
My God, you guys.
I'm sorry.
We're so bad at this.
I'm Chet.
Chad.
I love it. That's the first time I've heard it.
7.
7.
Oh my god.
We're
3, 4,
We're
5,
really
7.
on it.
And then Nat 20. Woo!
I got a 13.
That's alright, I guess.
Okay.
It's mid.
I got a
It's
14.
Mid.
What'd you get?
14.
Alright, big money.
Who's first?
Brett.
Woo! Guillermo.
Guillermo.
What is
Brett
it?
Jason Cade.
What's your name?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Guillermo Roosevelt.
Roosevelt Kim.
Sharks.
Did
Chet.
you know that Guillermo is not related to Benicio?
That's crazy.
Nuh
I was shocked.
No kidding.
When I
Seriously?
found out what Benicio's full name was, I had to. I was
Guillermo
like, well, what's
del Toro and,
And
Benicio
Benicio?
are not.
Correct.
What?
You're not from the same country.
My life has been a
I
lie.
am
My
not
life has
prepared
been
to
a
deal with
lie.
that information right now.
You want
Is one
really cool
Colombian?
information though? Benicio del Toro's full name,
What
is
is
which I
it?
can't remember right now.
Oh crap.
You can't
But
relay
I'm-
that
Okay.
on us.
I'm gonna look it up. Because this.
Whose turn is it?
All right, so
It's
I ask you,
Guillermo.
where are we rowing to?
Guillermo.
Towards that way.
Okay.
The
I keep
big
rolling.
iceberg.
Athletics check, please.
Woo!
God damn it.
1.
Woo!
Well, with
Benicio
athletics,
Montserrat Rafael del Toro Sanchez.
6.
Okay.
That's a mouthful.
You are floundering on this piece of ice. It
I'm a
seems
little
like the ice has gone
disappointed.
under the
I love
boat and then has
they were
lifted it
brothers.
up. So you're like rowing in the water,
They
but your
could be
boat
brothers.
isn't actually in the water.
Okay.
That seems problematic.
Okay, my turn.
Woo!
I'll try
Come
better.
on, barbarian.
You have a movement if you want to get out of the boat or do anything else. Otherwise,
Oh, so we're stuck on this piece of ice?
you're pretty much
I've been trying to do that
beached.
for
Yeah.
4 years.
Is the ice solid, or is it just...
It's
fluid,
it's
or-
cracking a lot. You want to try to break
I
the
could
ice
start
using
punching
athletics
the
to see if you
ice.
can free yourself.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
sure.
do that.
Yeah, sure.
Try not to roll a 1.
Sure, I take out my javelin and I
Okay.
try to break
Yep. And you notice the boat is freezing to the ice itself.
That's an athletics check.
Yep.
23.
So you take your javelin, you stick it right along where the boat's meeting the ice, and he gives it a pry, and it breaks
Nice.
that chunk of ice away, and the boat, you can feel it hit the water again, actually moving the way that it's supposed to.
All right, pretty successful for rolling a 1.
Yeah,
Nice.
you made it.
Bad.
Okay, who's next?
Me, I rolled a 14, which turns it into a 20.
Woo!
And I'm rowing.
Okay, roll an
Oh,
athletics.
you're rowing like a...
That was my athletics.
Oh, you got a what? I'm sorry.
20.
20. Yeah, okay. You move the boat.
Are you rowing with your axe? Is that right?
Yeah.
Woo!
So cool.
That's
Whatever you
badass.
That's
You kind of have to be
badass.
cautious
Slicing
because
through the
otherwise you'll
water.
spin the boat,
So
and you
sad.
actually are a little bit,
Sure.
like so, and the shark
Because it's
is
not
right
an
here.
oar.
I love how your axe slices through the water. I like your axe. It's real big.
It's real big.
Aren't you celibate?
Nona
Cade.
Heavy Fist admires.
All right,
her
these
confidence.
sharks.
Then
So in the moment where you were probably kicking the shark, I would assume, grabbing onto the barred or the edge of the boat and like,
Yeah.
it's gonna take a bite at you.
Oh, my feet! Oh, my tootsies! My
Gonna use the,
proud feet.
Nora
Chet.
and her mom made these dice for me. They have skulls inside.
The resin?
Yeah.
that's super cool.
You're in big trouble.
18 on the dice,
Not
that
super cool
just
for us.
barely hit.
plus a whole bunch of other
Not
stuff.
super cool for her foot.
You are going to take.
I think I can. I think I can do something naughty. Hold on.
Counterspell. It's too early for that joke.
What kind of damage is it doing?
Piercing.
I say
Um,
counterspell.
I can use a reaction to reduce the attack's total damage. So what's the total damage?
14.
Oh.
14?
Woofda. These are some badass sharks.
This reduction equals 1d10 plus my dex modifier. So I would roll a d10 plus my dex, right?
How many times a day can you use that?
It says I can just use it as a reaction.
No kidding.
Yes.
Unlimited.
That's
Yes.
Every time you're struck.
So you
Yes.
suppose it's
Okay.
like 4 times?
Monks, man.
You get
I
one
guess.
more per level.
Yeah, when an attack roll hits you and damage
shit,
includes
that's
bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, you can take a reaction to reduce the attack's
yeah,
total
let's
damage
look it
against you.
That's just like Rogue's Cunning or Rogue's
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny Dodge, right?
D10 plus my dex modifier. Okay. 9 plus 3 is 12.
All right, so he catches just the edge of your ankle with his jaw as it closes.
Naughty boy.
She's like, kick, ah! Like, ah! And the shark does crest a little bit, and then it swims under the boat.
You
How many
nasty
times
boy.
do
Also on my initiative,
level 3 you
this
get
guy gets
3.
eaten.
So I got rages.
This guy gets eaten,
Oh
Oh, dang.
They're eating good today, boys.
and this guy gets eaten.
This is a disaster.
Just too bad.
All right, my turn is done.
That's
All
just
right.
nature.
Micah, Jean on deck, then Caitlin.
All right.
Who's that?
Let's
Next time I'll
can-
write
can-
your name.
Can you write character names down?
Yes.
Nona Heavy Fist.
Okay.
Nona. So Chet,
I glance around and see if there's anything else I could maybe help roll
Sabode.
with.
There's a chunk of debris.
Choke of debris.
Is it reachable?
Sure. I
Heavy
mean,
Fist.
it's not directly represented, right? So,
I grab that chunk of debris and I.
Okay, roll athletics.
Yes.
Athletics, which is
And Brett
really
is
high.
Guillermo.
I bet it's really high for you, Bard, right?
Yeah.
You're so strong.
I got a 2, so
And you, and then
Oh god.
12, 14.
Yeah, you're rowing. You're rowing.
Oh.
I'm rowing, guys.
You're rowing.
Roll for us, buddy.
You use your movement and you row about that far.
I see you, bitch.
Shaking that in.
Okay, next.
I'm gonna jump off that freak.
It's me.
Sabode.
Since we are in free, clear water, I want to add to the rowing also. And
Very good.
GTFO.
Roll a athletics to grab a piece of debris or whatever else you might use.
Nona on deck. Close to
Nona's
flock
on
guard.
deck.
Athletics.
Yep.
Nona is on deck.
We are
Wait,
free of sharks.
What's your last name?
10.
What's your last name?
Callista the ballista.
You're able to
That's
help
her
your
dog
friends
title.
move the boat 5 more feet. So all y'all like doing Survivor stuff. You're
I
everybody's
Yeah,
kind of helping row the
everybody's
boat.
rowing together.
Flockhart.
And I thought that was your last name. And
Are
I
you
thought that was
married?
very funny.
Because you know who Callista Flockhart is.
Can you give me one at
She's
20, please?
one what?
Okay, give me an initiative.
betcha.
Just call it Lair, or yeah, call it Lair.
Lair.
There.
She's married to Indiana Jones
Oh my god.
in real life. That guy. I can't
Harrison-
think
Harrison
of his
Harrison
name.
Ford.
From Sarah. and-
He looks like a zombie.
That's her name.
What's the
Callista.
TV
Callista
show?
Flockhart, yeah.
What's that TV show?
Ally
she's
McBeal.
Yeah, Ally
in? Ally
McBeal.
McBeal. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Aw.
Whose turn?
I really think we should kill
Nona.
that shark,
Nona
though.
Heavy Fist.
Then Callista.
How is the shark looking?
I bet we're
it-
not even halfway there.
It looks like it's swimming away from you. I mean,
It's not bloodied or anything. Well, bloodied, like, is it owie?
It's in dark water underneath
Can't tell.
ice. You kicked it one time.
I
It nearly
I
bit your leg
kicked
off,
it.
but you're quick, so.
I'm fast. Oh, I wish I had a quarterstaff or something, but I guess I'll.
Would you like to borrow mine?
You have a quarterstaff.
I have a quarterstaff.
May I borrow your quarterstaff?
You may
That
borrow
is
my
very
quarterstaff.
generous of you. Blessed day.
Quarterstaff is
Blessed
not a
day.
reach weapon. Do you plan on
No, I
jumping
want
into
to
the water?
row.
Oh, row. Very good. Roll athletics, please.
I've given up on the shark. I'm too old. You said athletics.
Mm-hmm.
May I use acrobatics? I tried.
I've rowed a lot of stuff.
Nat 1.
Oh, shit.
Can you bless
we've all
this for
done
me,
it.
please?
There
Can you
goes your quarterstaff.
Yeah, there goes my quarterstaff.
My bad.
Damn it.
Is that your spell
That's
focus?
my spell focus.
God. I have plenty of money. I'll help you.
Okay.
I got like 50 gold.
You're gonna go ahead and put 1 DR in that
Okay.
item's
Help
in
me.
equipment where that item is written down. You're
Okay.
gonna put 1 damage.
Callista. And then
My bad.
It's all
Guillermo
good.
or Light.
It's all good.
He'll go
We
first.
just gotta get out of
Do
here.
I see that shark in the water?
Yes, it's underneath the ice. You can see its fin cutting through like the pockets where the ice isn't. It's
How
Are
long
we
does fairy
getting
fire
stuck
last?
in ice?
like a minute.
Are we getting stuck in ice?
No,
at
you're
all
actually
times?
finally coming free of it.
Do I see any boards within reach.
You see a broken quarterstaff.
Yeah, right next to you. There's a
forgotten
crate.
on the floor.
There's a broken crate right next to you.
A crate.
Okay.
And there's
And a
That's how
barrel.
they got the name.
you know,
That's right.
there's rubble all over the place.
They
So
I will
went
grab
through
one
this.
Okay.
and assume the rolling
Athletics.
position.
Assume the position.
Okay.
Whoa, what do you have for your athletics?
12.
Woo!
Okay.
That was better than mine. Mine sucked.
Guillermo, you're up.
I keep
My
rolling.
almost then.
Come on, buddy.
Net 20.
Heck yeah.
I did that last week.
Guillermo.
I can tell you about it.
Guillermo, you're a manly man.
Yes.
So you guys
Ladies'
feel
man. A man about town.
front of the boat come up a little bit. Guillermo's like, screw this, let's get out of here. Whoosh, whoosh. And you're balancing on it. It's like, oh, buddy, okay.
Oh,
okay.
God.
You're kind of braking a little bit so that it keeps going straight, you know?
Guillermo's done.
All right, then me.
And you.
You guys notice as sort of like, you hear splashing and people screaming behind. Oh, help the captain!
I have to plug my ears.
Just like, and then just thrashing and wood hitting it itself. And it sounds like the sharks are having a great time.
Better than
It's at this
us.
point that you noticed how foggy it still is and how incredibly cold that fog is. So cold that on his armor you can see that it is frosting. Over. In icicles hanging from your mustache or
Frost
whatever
yourself.
you have. I would like you all to roll a
Frost
Constitution saving throw, please,
No, not heavy.
on the
Everyone
lair
roll.
action.
Okay.
Everybody.
Net 20 again.
20, net 20.
7.
18.
Nat
19.
1.
Which makes sense. I'm not wearing anything.
18.
Okay, you two are going to take one level of exhaustion.
Oh my
On
god.
your player chart, you'll see that there is a place to track exhaustion. I believe it's at the top of one of the pages.
Okay. Thank
I
you for
kind of
blessing
find this
my dice.
exhilarating, friends.
It's
This is
refreshing.
bracing. I like it.
bracing.
It's like,
It's good for the bones.
And you, dear us?
You see it? You find it?
South Dakota.
yeah,
Yes. I
through and
see.
through.
Fatigue form, this chart.
Yeah,
It's on
it's right there.
page.
Oh, right here.
And
Wait, so
can
do you want me to just circle
just make a little mark of whatever your choice. We'll track on that a lot.
Level 1.
Okay.
So what that means
Me
at
too.
level 1 is they've redone exhaustion, thank God. It's now just -2, -4, -6, -8, and then you're dead.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Oh,
So you will be
Oh, good.
And then you're
you'll be
dead.
suffering through this a great deal. So now at one level of exhaustion, anything that you roll, a
Is
d20 check
-2.
for is at -2.
How do
Minus
you
2.
become
Yep,
rested?
right here.
Is it
You can use
eating
lesser
from
rest. You can
resting?
use
there's
lesser
speed
restoration.
also.
You can rest in a warm environment to bring the basically resting will bring your
Long
exhaustion
rest.
back.
Or lesser restoration.
A fire.
what?
Yep.
What do you
I
mean
may
by
need to
use
adjust my
0.5 to
cantrips.
track
Oh,
progress? What do you mean by
there
that?
is like if you're just traveling through on a snowy day, you would roll a con save for snow fatigue or just
Okay.
like just the cold weather,
Okay.
and that is not as severe as like being plunged in icy cold water
Sure,
off of
sure.
a
So
boat.
then we go by half.
So then it's 0.5.
Okay.
So if you fail 2 of those, then
it's
that
a
would equal
level.
1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
But being slightly cold doesn't give you any disadvantage. It's if you fail that twice.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't want you get it right.
Yep,
Like it's you're bundled up and stuff, but you catch
Bundled.
one of those icy winds.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
So there'll be times where we need 0.5. Okay.
Okay.
That's me at the lair, and you guys are like, you're not wearing anything.
Yeah.
You're from the bear people or whatever, so you're not unused to cold. But this is colder. That you're like this foul unnatural cold. You can tell that something weird's about it. Okay.
It
Whose
is
turn
my
is
turn.
it? Your turn.
I'm
Roll.
rolling. Nat 20.
Woo!
5, 10, 15,
But
20.
-2.
All right.
Oh, yeah. 18. Because
That's
enough.
interesting.
it's
That's
cold.
all right.
It's cold.
Because of our
I'm
exhaustion.
feeling a little nippy.
Oh,
Do
10
you
is
have
still a 20.
prestidigitation?
Oh, true.
Chip?
The boat needs to stay right
You can
No, those
clarify
skill
yours for
checks.
us.
there in
Technically.
terms of
Right here, right now.
Even if you get a nat 20.
Not on the boat.
Maybe
Really?
on the
Really,
crate in the water next to the
crits
boat,
are for
but
damage.
True,
like for
true.
damage.
But there's one right
attacks.
there.
Technically.
Technically. Oh no.
It's about right, right?
I'm gonna kill that shark.
Looks good to me.
I hate him.
Let me try that again.
I'm
Looks
going
good
to
to me.
kill that shark. I'm going to kill that shark.
Let me
I
see if
hate
I can get the other
Oh,
iceberg
really?
actually.
I'll beat it out of you. It looks good to me.
Huh?
It's so far.
That's the
It's
sign
so
of the
far.
twilight.
We've had a lot of good boat adventures. We'll be fine.
And we're going to this iceberg?
It's over here.
Oh, over here.
Oh.
That iceberg over there.
Dang.
Okay, the sharks seem to be sated.
Oh well.
All right.
They better be.
Let's
You're
just have
welcome.
everybody
Yeah.
everybody roll an athletics check.
An athletics
-2.
check.
We need 3, 1, 2.
16.
Okay.
16.
Did I win?
Oh, wait, plus 6. 20 plus
Minus
9.
Athletics, you
way,
said?
Yes.
Way more.
Skill check?
7.
Or does thus complete the skill check?
I got a 4.
Woo!
Okay, so with 6 success, and Thomas doesn't do anything.
He's just hanging out.
He is a little boy.
He's a little
Is
boy.
Well,
he
I mean, other than
scared,
gives
or
us
is he
life
having fun?
and-
Yeah, is he having a great time?
He's terrified.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Didn't like
yeah,
me
he's
kicking my
literally-
shot.
This is great.
He's literally terrified. So, that being the case,
Did
they
he
birth
did
such
he
a wimpy
collect
child?
the chest?
oh yes.
Okay.
The chest has got like a haversack strap
Oh, okay.
around it, and it literally can hang on to him. So you guys managed to
Very
navigate with all of those athletic checks. You were about here. Oh, you were over here.
Oh no.
And so you were able to navigate through this, and this is what the real big part of the athletics check was busting through that. You all had to push ice out of the way.
No loves busting.
And then you get to right
No, no,
The iceberg!
Right ahead.
This is the one!
I can do it by myself.
I know it! That's a big iceberg.
That's
we
an
did
iceberg.
it.
Sweet.
Looks like we didn't need a bigger boat after all.
What a blessed day.
Watch out for them polar bears on them icebergs.
What's a polar bear? I've only
Is this a
lived in
good place to take a
the
break, Kate?
monastery.
This would be a fine place to take a break for anybody who needs one.
I shamefully hand you the broken remains of your quarterstaff.
So,
And slip
forgive
you
my
10
my
gold.
mapping. A long time ago when I made this map, the ship parts I wanted kind of evident here, and then the next morning there would be lots of ship parts, and there are actually ship parts. Forget I said anything. There are ship
I
parts
forgot.
from past. There are ship parts from past ships.
Other ships have found their deaths.
Called
Yes.
Flotsam.
Flotsam, flotsam,
Right
and
there.
flotsam, and
On
jetsam,
the honor
some
boat on this
jetsam.
ship?
Let's just do it like so.
Scoop.
Okay.
There we go. And all of the other men are dead.
All the other.
Twilight comes.
Twilight comes for us all.
But a new
Yep, if
dawn
anybody needs to hit
has
the bathroom
arrived
or
for the
anything, now's a good
sharks.
time.
New day.
They're having a
free
great
to take a break,
time.
producer, if you
Arises for us.
I need some of that.
I don't know how to
ice
do
Throw as well. He just takes his his robe, his little Voyager outfit, and he just bundles it. He pulls his cloak up. I forgot to roll for him. He's completely bundled up, and he is snuggling into the back of your cape. But you were rolling like crazy, so he's cold. You look back at him. He's like, chattering. His lips are blue. He looks stunned and dazed, and he's like, "What do we do?
So, Thomas, you feel the cold as well.
I'm so cold, Chet. I don't know if I'll survive."
Do you know our names?
I believe, yes, I do.
Thomas,
I know
how do you know us?
Yeah, I'm.
Me mum gave me a chest of toys one day. He says, "Can we maybe talk about this round of fire?"
I think that's a
That's
wise
a wonderful
choice.
idea.
There's plenty of wood around.
So, are there any areas that are sheltered from the wind?
I
that
can
we
give you the
kind
scope of the land. Okay.
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 Okay. Oh, the succubus.
So you have some topography here. You guys will see more topographical maps from me this campaign.
Oh, you even
You have
the
5 feet here where you land.
the feet.
And that's shallow enough where anytime the berg moves, water will crest over it and create little pools like you see there next to the hit point chip. That's an inland pool on the iceberg. It's beginning to darken, like the sun is going down.
Oh, it's getting a little nippy.
The sun's movement seems really weird to you. It's almost like it just goes out, like a lamp dimming. It doesn't it's not like setting. It's just
Simulation.
going away.
Huh.
Okay? Like
It just gets snuffed out.
Like a
It's just,
dimmer.
Like a dimmer.
like a
yeah.
dimmer. And so it's getting very, very dark as if nighttime. So you do have topography here that's 50 feet at the top of the biggest part of the berg, and then 40, and then 20,
And we would
and then
be,
10, and then 5.
here.
And you're over there.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a quick idea of scope of size, you got 5-foot squares all the way across.
Okay.
When you're ready, I'll zoom back in.
So no cave system we can
Well,
see.
even if there's
Nothing
just
evident.
Like a drift.
or
Well,
something
there's this
that can
this
Well,
wall.
And
Yeah.
I would say, can we see the top of this?
Yeah, it's a spire. Yeah, it's
So is this the very top,
Yep.
or is this like wall and this is like
This
inside
represents
of
the
it?
very tip. This
would
is
be like
50
a
feet high.
ramp up.
Okay.
So it'd be like
All
this
right.
is like cliff top, and then like a cake, like a layer cake. It's like,
Terrace.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly like layer cake. Correct.
Cade, which way is the wind coming
Yeah.
from?
There is none.
wow, then I'm
Alright.
not so
That
concerned
helps.
about it.
Yeah,
Well, I
that
feel like
helps.
I
And we
should
could just, like, we could
prestidigitate up some
set-
fire inside
Prestidigitate?
prestidigitate up some fire in a kind of
So
sheltered area.
Can I go back to character scale?
yeah.
Yep.
Whoop, too big.
That's all right.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'd never say that.
I bet not.
No, no.
No one has never known the time.
I'm gonna give you as much land as possible.
I love land.
Let's put you right in that little bay, the little heart. Yeah, sure. Right next to the other. Now, you notice as you are beaching this craft that you're pushing, that you're rowing, that there are other sets of ruins already here that are covered with snow, that are frozen in ice, that there are skeletons and things that you see buried in the snow.
Mr. Skeleton.
They're like random degraded items like the hilt of a long sword. There's stuff here and there where you're like, other people have crashed here before on this very same iceberg. This is really, really weird.
I think other people crash.
And the fog is unrelenting. You can only see about maybe 50 feet. So I'm giving you the scope of that, knowing that you can kind of see it up there. Anyway,
Well, my friends, we need shelter.
Yep.
It is freezing.
Agree. Let us pull the dinghy onto shore. We could maybe
Okay.
use it to kind of.
I was
maybe-
gonna say,
yeah.
let's fill the dinghy with
Lean-to.
wood and I'll drag it along.
All right.
okay.
Oh.
Smirt.
Yeah, I mean, I want to kind of stay near.
Everybody
the,
roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Everyone.
Yep.
I want to stay near the boy for warmth.
21.
Minus.
Woo!
Oh man.
6.
So
13.
lucky, can I reroll?
Yeah.
I have luck too. Nona has
That minus 2
got
sucks.
19.
I rolled in that one. I will reroll.
Oh fuck.
Oh, Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh.
Thomas feels real cold.
Thomas
Oh dear.
says, friends, if we could just get the virus started faster, I think I might be okay. Okay.
Oh, he has the consumption.
So you take some crates and
TB.
stuff and throw it into the boat, and then take the boat where?
Should we just get
Drag
the
it.
Oh,
Going
by the way,
to
if
the
you
wall?
got
To the
if you
ruins,
got
to the ruins,
less
to the
than
ruins. I see ruins.
if you got less than 13, you get a point of exhaustion. If you got less than
Ooh,
13.
I got a 15. Ooh.
Okay, where are you
I
dragging the
got a
boat to,
point of
Barbarian?
exhaustion.
Maybe just to the wall.
To,
Well, if there's no wind, who
to the
gives a
window
shit,
to
right?
the wall.
Just
yeah.
There may not be wind now.
To the wall.
Yeah, let's go to the wall.
And then you're gonna make a lean-to,
Yeah.
and then put the fire where?
Under.
Under, because we want a reflective fire, so you're getting it from 2 sides.
Wow. You can you.
And also, maybe we don't want to be so visible.
No.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
we
guys,
could also prop the
Survival
boat. We could
101.
also prop the boat up on its side and kind of.
there
use
are
that
there are lots of ice formations all around this structure that you see. It makes sense, right? Like water thaws, water freezes, water splashes up during a storm. And so you're dragging the boat over here. Is anybody else doing anything else except accompanying the boat and helping him
I
drag
want
it?
to kind of like. I know I'm only 2.5 feet tall, but I kind of want to like stay around Thomas.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
put
I
my
see.
Wear me like a
robe-
backpack.
I'll put my
so
robe
I can,
over
like,
both
keep
of
him-
them
yeah.
as we huddle and walk.
You're gonna make the child carry you?
I'm old. I'm like
Close
89.
enough. Close enough.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Let's
I
just do
wanted.
that.
Yeah.
The boat is leaning.
Yeah. It's
You propped it up with some stuff.
I'm just gonna scavenge for any burnable materials.
Okay, you find plenty, but it's all. You don't know anything about. You're like, oh, this is great wood. This is wood. Wood
Drift
burns.
wood.
Wood burns, says the wizard. And then you're like, wait a minute.
No
this
way.
is soaked.
It's wet.
Frozen and soaked. So, yeah, but wood, right? You don't know a lot about survival, but you're like, yeah, I bet, you know, you're like,
Wood.
well, wood that's hot enough will burn, surely.
Guillermo
just turn
helps
to
the
ash.
barbarian pull.
Guillermo
Even though he
and
doesn't
barbarian
need help,
pull.
but
It's what
We've
All
been a
right.
good
wanted
team
to feel
so far.
feel useful.
Where were those ruins?
The ruins?
Didn't you say ruins?
like we
It's
see
like
little
ruined
ruins,
ships
like all
of,
these
like,
piles.
remnants of, like-
Of the
ruin,
ship.
not ruins.
Oh,
ruined.
ruined.
Ruined
things.
shit.
Ruined,
Yes.
So
not
Thomas
not ruined
quickly
caloric.
gets just under the boat to try to get warm again.
Well, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Any of you
Is there
quick at
snow?
fire?
I can
Yeah,
press
I can
I can
prestidigitate.
prestidigitate
I
as
have
well.
to do it the old-fashioned way.
roll
Is there
Arcana.
snow that
You're
we
there
can pack
first.
up?
At disadvantage.
Oh.
14. Arcana is 269. That's one of my specialties.
Did you roll at disadvantage?
What does that mean?
So you're gonna
roll
roll
twice,
twice,
take the lower
and
number.
you're gonna take the
Okay.
lower roll. So that would be your lower roll, but then you can still add your bonus.
7.
All right.
You're like, spark, 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 and you see this wood's just like, no, no.
I believe this wood is bad wood.
The
This is
dot
bad
just
wood.
add
Bad wood.
It's
It's
just
cursed. It's cursed.
you try to
What is that?
you try to find.
The wood is cursed.
You hear the bard that you don't know cursing about
Start-
this wood
he's
is
just
bullcrap,
crying.
and you hear the prestidigitation cantrip. He's like, no, 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 da 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 da.
And then
Da 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 da.
I'm looking for different wood.
And it's just spark, 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 spark.
What were you using the wood from the dinghy or from the ships in the water?
The stuff that you collected
The-
along.
the-
Okay,
the
so the
stuff
stuff
that
that we
these guys-
collected.
Because you're not
Picked
saying the
up.
word right. Try again.
Prestidigitate. Prestidigitate.
Let me try.
Sounds
Let
good
me
to me.
try.
State. Prestidigitate.
Thank
Is
God
that
you're not a bard of eloquence.
Devastate.
You are so close.
Prefigious.
I don't.
There's not even an F in
It's
it.
the wood that's cursed.
Con save.
Oh shit.
Oh.
For all of us?
Thomas is like, oh, this is so much better. I can put me back up against the boat. It's so much better.
17.
14.
You're good.
11.
Woo!
A nat 1.
Negative 2,
10.
negative
Do you
3.
Yeah.
Alright,
Negative 3?
You are down to step 3 now. You rolled a 1 on your con save against the cold. You are getting hypo. You are.
I was at a 1.
I know, and now you're at 3.
Ah!
You rolled a
And
1.
now
You
you
take
had
2
a
stages, like a
critical
death saving
failure.
throw, and you're at 2.
I'm at 3.
These 2 are not looking good.
you
Guy,
need to
come into
predigistate.
the fire. Come.
You
Predigistate.
can't you just make fire?
I can do prestidigitation
What's your
too.
spell? What's your fire spell?
Can't you do
Do you have produce flame? Do you
fucking
have
magic missile me?
I have
I have,
prestidigitation where I could
Yep,
make
yep,
a
yep.
campfire.
Yep.
I have
firebolt.
Hey.
Do that.
Should I firebolt and just see if
I have Scorching
everything
Ray.
starts on
Okay,
fire?
if you really got in trouble, Scorching Ray would probably do it. Okay,
Sick.
so you 2 left over here notice, you see that she starts to freeze.
Who is this?
This is
The wizard.
wizard's name is
Sabode.
Sabode.
Sabode. The
Sabode,
abode.
who you don't know the name of, is like looks like she's starting to look off into a distance that isn't there, and she's coming into a stasis.
Sabode.
And you're
Come
like,
on, come.
this
That does
random
not
lady.
sabode well.
Sabode.
Excuse
me. Beautiful
does
and
not
scary.
bode
What,
well.
what was your name again?
Sabode.
Sabode.
You look like you
okay.
need a hot dog
Okay.
real
You look like you could use a hot dog real bad.
What's a hot dog?
Come into the fire.
Maybe
Come,
some
come.
hot Caffey?
I
Do
need
you
some
want some
ham.
hot
Hat
Hey, there's
Hat
some hot
Caffey?
coffee
I
right
wish
there.
we had
Maybe you
some
should
hot
prodigious
Caffey.
devastate.
You wanted an accent for your character. I don't think you need to try. Just really,
Hat
just,
Caffey.
You just really
lean
gotta
just
lean
lean
into
your
the,
own.
into
Just lean.
Minnesota.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Last night she said hat Cappy, and I had to ask her if she was intentionally being stupid or if that was just her
Were you
accent.
intentionally
And
being
she
stupid?
laughed really hard because it was literally just
I didn't even notice it. Like sometimes I notice, but
hat Cappy.
Hat cack.
Do you take the frozen woman and say, "Come with me, dear"?
Sabode, come with me,
freezing.
dear.
Pick her up.
Please.
Okay. Press the digitate. Roll a disadvantage Arcana check to try to get this wet wood
'Cause you're
to take,
shaking so
Or
hard.
just
and you're
scorch
frozen.
Or I could scorch her. Okay, I have a 2.
Woo!
Scorch that shit.
You're killing
You
it.
see her. She's like,
Prodigitate.
she's having trouble. She's having
Right,
trouble.
like, yeah.
She's having trouble using her hands and lips to do the spell at all.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
but I have survival. I can
Roll survival.
and with advantage because I have an axe. I can cut tinder. I have a tinder box. I have matches.
Wow.
I have rope.
Oh, I have a tinderbox
Show
You
me.
too.
have matches, bro?
I have a
What's a
tinderbox.
match?
I'm assuming that's in a survival kit.
Oh, I got
Sure.
one.
Well,
That's
you
true.
have matches at your finger,
That's true.
But that's
I just
proven.
can't say it.
so
That's proven ineffective so far.
Advantage.
You're
I
going to
know.
remove
My
advantage
fingers
because of
is
the
frozen.
because of the conditions of your supplies.
Come
Nope.
to me.
Come,
Child.
child.
What you did.
I think it's because I fell in the water.
So your
That's,
hands,
that's why my
your
match
hands are
worked.
numb.
And I'm like,
Your hands are numb, and you're trying to like do the stuff, and you see the barbarian breathing out cold. You know, everybody's vaporous mist is condensing on the
Do you
inside of the
also
boat.
get cold?
And Thomas
He's
is like,
-2
we're going
also.
to die. We're all going to
All
die
right,
here.
all right. Guillermo comes up.
All right.
He's ready.
He rubs his
He's ready.
All right. Guillermo.
I've got 10 flasks
He
of
takes-
oil and a tinderbox.
Oh, he doesn't even
I
care.
do
Go ahead,
too.
Guillermo. Go ahead.
He's just gonna try.
I have
Survival.
oil
Yeah.
too. Yay.
20.
Hey! Guillermo!
Guillermo saves the
So,
day.
Guillermo, what you do is you take your whetstone and your longsword, and you learned this in the jungles of Cholt from the indigenous peoples there, where they would take the thing and run it along the length of the blade. And he's like, I learned this in the jungles of Cholt. And
Wow.
one of these sparks from the steel of his sword
Tell me his
catches,
sword's
and then
on fire.
Yeah.
you nerds prestidigitate.
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 And with everybody's
Press.
concerted
Press.
effort, you see a little
breast, it's
flame
breast.
start
Oh, my
to
mistake.
go.
Oh, thank God.
And it is immediately soothing, and yet, as the fire grows to a reasonable flame, how to explain? It looks like
Is it like artificial
No,
looking?
He's breathing.
it
Oh.
looks like it's struggling to survive.
Oh.
Fire.
Just like me for real.
And it
struggle.
very quickly, as you guys are all actually harbored underneath of this,
Yeah.
it becomes warm pretty quickly. But the fire at points will it feels warm and it's burning real well, and then all of a sudden you get a chill and you look over and it's like barely there. And you got to go over and go,
Is it
and it comes back up again.
just me, or is
I mean,
there
kinda like-
something
There's something
evil?
odd about this
afoot?
fire.
And Thomas is like, you guys, I never knew. My mom told me never to move the box outside the garden. She said she didn't want me playing with y'all, and I didn't listen.
Damn it, Thomas.
He says, I didn't listen, and I took the box, and I left the garden, and then the fog. He says, why is this happening?
Thomas?
And
Or-
how are you alive?
What does that mean, play with us?
How are you? How are you alive?
Do we have any, like, we all know that we were in a dream. And we the players know that he bled upon us.
Yep.
Do we, the characters, have, like, that moment of, like, we came out of the ether? Do we know?
For you, it's like you woke up.
Okay.
And you're
We
now
knew
in
we
different.
were- we knew we were us.
Right.
Right.
And
And,
then
we
we
knew
were
who
asleep.
he was.
And now we're here.
And now we're
Correct.
here.
You knew where you were.
Right.
You knew you went to sleep, and
Yep.
then you woke up.
Do we know his name? What's your name?
Thomas.
We don't.
we
You
know
know
his
Thomas.
name. Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
Through some mystical effect, you know his
Okay.
name.
Not like we know.
You don't know.
No.
You don't know Nimlenway. You don't know Quenya, but
Quenya,
you
but
know
we know
Thomas because
Thomas.
he's played
Oh,
with
we
you
don't know
as,
them. Okay.
as toys.
Oh.
we just know, yeah.
Because
we,
magic.
Dude,
You
we're
were
like
saying.
Woody, man.
But we don't know that
Toy Story.
we were
Yeah.
toys of Thomas.
No, you have no idea
Okay.
that you're toys.
Okay.
You have no idea that you're toys.
But
For
Thomas,
Christ's sake, don't put me back in the box.
you brought us here.
What's in the box?
He says,
And you played with us?
he says, let me show you. There's still some in here.
But Thomas, we're real. I'm
He
real.
says, he says, it's blowing me freaking mind.
I'm a real
Watch your
person.
mouth,
I
you
had a
Oh,
life.
I didn't know that you were real people.
Oh, you curse?
I thought
You're
you were
fucking
just
cool, man.
toys. I thought you were just toys. My mom said this box was special and I'd get it someday. But they're so beautiful toys.
Who else is in
That
there?
we
What-
came
what-
out of that.
What happens if you take another one out?
He
Yeah.
says, I don't know.
Well, don't touch the lions.
He says, the lions were always my favorite.
I'm actually kind of curious about the lions, Thomas. I'm not gonna lie.
He says, I named this one Ghost and this one Shadow.
Very creative.
Oh, love
He
it.
says, Ghost, although might seem like he's nicer, they're pretty the same mean in my imagination.
He's like
don't
12.
think we should take that
10.
out.
10.
He's perfect at 10.
Nugget.
He says, so you guys were here and it spilled open at the ship and I hit me chin.
Oh, yeah, he's give a little.
He's got
He's got a
point
gash.
of damage. Yeah. He's like, and you spilled out of the box and I quick scooped the box up and before I could grab you, you were big. He says,
how?
what the hell is going on?
Yeah, you watch your mouth, young man. I know it's scary.
I high five.
Sorry.
But it's alright, it's scary. We
And he
know
falls
you.
over.
But
So somehow, what happened to you changed
us. Yeah.
Well,
And now we're here.
my mom always said the box was very special, and that's why I wasn't to play with it, because I was too small, too young, wouldn't know what to do. She wasn't very specific about anything. She just told me that I would receive a whooping from my father, who was very good at whooping things. When not that he was like an angry person, but
As most fathers
That may happen
will.
when
he
you
was
make it
very
back
effective
home.
at whooping things. So my mom and dad said. Anyway, he says, I'm scared. He says, I was walking in the forest. I had the box. I kept walking. I went past the garden into the woods. And then it was fog. And I was like, yeah, fog. No big deal. I'm at my house, right? Near my house. And here I walk. And the fog got colder and colder and thicker. And I got scared. So I decided to try to turn around. And I just turned around and around, I guess. And pretty soon I'm on the deck of a ship. I don't know what's happening.
So we passed through some sort of veil.
Roll an Arcana check if you want to.
And I mean,
The doings of some magical.
regardless of the circumstances of our manifestation, I don't know who you
You're
are.
good at Arcana too?
I think
You're good
we're
at Arcana too? You can
at
roll if
least
you want
all
to.
unified, and I think
A
we
one.
need to get this
And then
our
minus
Thomas home.
6
The wizard.
from my exhaustion.
The wizard is not doing well.
I'm not.
You
good.
can tell that her thought process is not. You got her right next to the fire because she's the worst of you in the stages of exhaustion.
Can
and
I lay on hands here at all to help her?
you could.
Okay.
15.
Lay on hands.
For how many?
How much does she need to get back to normal?
I'm at level 3, so I'm negative 6.
When you lay
in my
on hands,
ability
it
score.
technically ends all conditions, right?
I think it doesn't
Oh, and
poison.
I have
Everything-
and I've
Yeah,
just
it's like
seen
poison.
poison.
It's
I'm gonna
poison,
say that if you're
disease.
ending a condition like exhaustion using lay on hands, you have to use at least 5 hit
To
points.
end all of it or just one stage?
That's a good question.
Oh, good question.
Technically, the paladin's ability is to end it. It's not restoration. Let's grab a book and see.
Look at a paladin.
Ruth is gonna. No, Ruth's busy.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
never would slice like a
Paladin.
restoration in half.
Right. I'd kind of like a little bit more knowledge to see what. So while you're doing that, we'll continue here.
Yeah.
You're frozen. Like you're
Oh,
not.
that's the
right here.
feature
Okay.
within the.
Yeah,
15.
hold on.
So your blessed touch can heal wounds. You have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you finish a long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to 5 times your paladin level. You can also expend 5 hit points from the pool of healing power to remove the poison condition from the creature. Those points don't also restore hit points to the creature.
Oh, did they change it?
So it
Like,
just says poison.
So it's just
yeah, it
poison.
used to be.
So-
Oh.
For this campaign, I will let you do 5 hit points to remove 1 level of exhaustion for somebody.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I
Will
guess
the,
if we
will the
all-
fire naturally get her back?
It will.
too?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't think I need to use. I use 10 to get her back.
That's
Okay, you
pretty
get to
good.
stage 1 then.
All right.
So you can quickly see how
Thank
that thing can get out of hand if
Oh,
you get
shit.
exhausted. Like
Quickly.
how all of a sudden you could be a 16th level character. You remember the shadows? Remember
Yes,
the
I do.
shadows?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
half a CR creature. And you want to see a paladin pucker? Start sucking his strength away without a saving throw.
Yeah.
A shadow smacks you and you take 1d4 strength
Who was
damage.
the paladin last time?
And there were swarms of them. Swarms of shadows.
And I became like a level 2 in 2 turns. Like,
You're like, wow.
I'm gonna go have a drink.
Oh, hey, and Kade, while I'm lay on handsing, I also lay on hands to Thomas.
Oh,
Because you said he had 1 point.
he's got
of
yeah,
damage.
he's got a,
He's
got
got
a
his
cut,
little-
but he's
yeah.
also got some cold damage. He's like, oh, thank you, Guillermo.
Oh, sure.
He says, so
Guillermo, interesting.
a weird thing when I was playing with you, I knew your names when I picked you up. It was almost like it was written on the bottom. I looked, it wasn't, but I knew who each of you were. I don't know how or why. My mom said that this chest was something of having to do with something like redemption, something that I would understand when I was older.
So we didn't get big
Boy, I wish we were
until
older.
we fell out of the
You
box.
spilled out, you fell on the deck, zoop.
So if you picked up somebody from the box, they would not get big.
Can you pick one up
He
right
says,
now?
let's try.
Let's try. Pick
Let's
one up.
try.
I'm gonna like.
He says, I'm not
Ready.
frozen anymore. Let's see what we can do.
If
Let's-
anything gets big, I'm gonna punch
He
it.
says, the dwarf. Let us see. And he sets the figure down,
Ah!
Small door.
and it's
A little toy.
It's up to my ankles.
They're actually like action figure sized.
Oh,
So nothing happened.
I do seem to recall something from the deck of the boat.
do you?
Because I'm good at listening.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
We were bled on
Bled on.
by Thomas.
Oh, so
And
if
we look at
Oh,
his
and I cut myself.
chin.
Oh yeah, you got a cut on your chin.
Why the heck would my blood bring toys to
You
life?
have very special parents.
But we don't
Maybe.
know the parents.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't know that.
You don't know
Yeah.
anything.
What are you talking about?
You know Bear Clan.
It's the
Kind-
it's the
Would we even
kind
know
of
that we
news.
were
Weird.
blood on?
Strange.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean,
He says, but
have some wisdom.
if you, I don't know what you guys, I don't know if you're real, if you're toys, if this is all in my imagination or if I'm dead.
Thomas, if we weren't real, could Guillermo here have healed your cut?
I've had some pretty vivid dreams in my time.
That's true.
We just watched sharks eat like 40 people.
Am I dreaming?
Yeah.
Am I
Sharks
dreaming
do
now?
eat.
Am I dreaming?
Pinch
Well,
yourself.
I'm
See,
here.
I wish I were dreaming.
Ow!
Yeah. I'm here.
Don't
says,
do
well-
that anymore.
I feel it.
Yeah, you feel it.
Well, what are we to do? Do you think my blood does it then?
It could.
It sure could.
Thomas.
I would imagine, but
Okay, he says, very good then, and he pokes himself on the edge of the shield,
Oh,
and a little trickle of blood appears. Who's going back in the box?
we could roll for it.
Who's got the lowest hit points?
I have 23.
I have 32.
I have
Probably
21.
me.
32.
I'm at
27.
19.
You're at 19.
No, Bard.
The bard.
You see the bard turn into a miniature,
What?
and the,
Jack!
and the dwarf comes out. He's like, what the hell am I doing here? What's going on?
What's this one called, Thomas?
What is this one?
Who is that?
I don't know yet.
Bill!
I didn't think I was going to need to know old Bill's name today. Okay.
Bill the dwarf.
Miss Sir Dwarf.
Yeah.
The dwarf.
Yeah.
Sir Dwarf.
Yeah.
Purple.
Okay, now bring back our other buddy, please.
So
Well, I
blood
guess it's
is
the
indeed
blood.
You're already
bleeding.
waiting.
Yeah.
It is
bleed on
the
him
blood.
again.
He says, I'm sorry, Sir Dwarf. Good night. I will see you soon enough. And he pokes himself on your vial. What do you play? Actually play?
It's
Lute. So he
Woo!
pokes himself on the
Classic.
tip of your lute,
Nice.
and the dwarf disappears. And he says, oh, it is me blood. I'm special.
Oh, yeah, I'm special.
You sure are.
You are the
He says,
specialist.
but my mom said the box was magic. And
Sweet,
that
that healed my head.
I wasn't to play with it at all. So maybe anybody who's...
Did it restore your spells?
He says, I was so fascinated with the box that I couldn't keep away from it, and I could tell that there was some sort of connection between me and this silly thing. And that's why I wanted to take it out into the woods so I could see more. And maybe anybody who attunes to the box could apply their blood to you.
Could be. Thomas, I feel surprisingly
Let's try it. And I grab
refreshed.
Yeah,
Do I feel surprisingly
When you
refreshed?
come back, it takes a day in the box to recoup
Refresh.
everybody's.
I guess not that refreshed. Maybe
Yeah.
like a little snooze.
Maybe a
And we
little
can't
20
Just a
minutes.
little
And you
cat
just
nap.
You feel
learned
warmer
you
for a
just
moment?
learned that you cannot have more than 6 figures active from the box of 12 at any given time.
Okay.
You just learned that. Though there's still lots of mystery to you about this box because you are real people, and Thomas is not convinced. Okay, he's like, "Do you have memories? Do you know things? Are you from someplace, or are you just my toys?"
Thomas, I had a whole life. I have
Yeah.
a story. I am from somewhere. I know who I am. I'm a person.
So you're people.
A real
Yes.
live.
We have been living our lives.
Goddamn giant is what I am.
You are. You're a very big man. Roosevelt.
My mother called me Rosie.
Rosie, the bear. I get it. I get it. Well, if you're real people, then do you know enough about me to feel comfortable telling me about you? He's starting to look like an excited little boy now,
Well,
who just
we can't
realized that
say
his
no
toys
to
come
that
to life.
face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He says, so my mom's named Dimlenway, and she's a wizard, and my dad is also a wizard, but he's very strange looking. He's got phoenix-like wings and sort of like angelic colored skin, and he's a blade singer. And something about the miracle of life I wasn't supposed to be at all, and I was, and so, yes, I grew up in a very fine way. Very fine way I did.
Does he know that his mom's a vampire?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
We don't know that either.
He says, and even weirder,
I know, but
he says, I'm
out
a
of the
human.
game, I wouldn't
I'm a
know.
human, but neither of my parents are humans.
I'm very
Ah,
mysterious.
Fun.
mysterious.
When you're ready, go ahead. I see that you're ready.
I am ready. Well, Thomas, I can tell you a little bit about myself.
Bring, brown.
It's not a pleasant story, but I'll share it with you now. My mother realized that she was having a baby not more than 2.5 minutes before I drew my first breath and sang my first song.
Dang.
To the uncultured, that song may have seemed like the first wails of a newborn, but I knew in my heart that each time breath streamed from betwixt my lips, music and magic followed. My so-called mother, inebriated to a stupor by whatever toxin she was ingesting at the time, scarcely took note of the 8-pound, 3-ounce ball of what should have been the joy of her life that ejected from her broken and battered woman flesh. It was, in fact, that song that caused my mother to finally take note, as would be an ongoing theme throughout the short time I would spend in her care. When I was 1.5, my mother decided she would sell the privilege of becoming my daddy to the highest bidder. Not knowing better, I was happy to have a daddy until I found out that meant I would be sleeping with my daddy instead of my mommy. It was fine at first, but when my daddy started getting rough and hitting, I got plenty of practice singing. When I was 3.5, my mother decided she wasn't making enough money getting new daddies, so she decided to sell me to the blood keepers. Knife. Knife was my new mommy, and she taught me how to really sing and dance, and how to convince people to do things they didn't really want to do. Knife wasn't a good person, but she took care of me as long as I did exactly what she said, no matter how much it hurt me, or other people. She didn't have to do more bad things to me. But what nobody knew was that every time I got hurt, I got stronger. Every blow strengthened my resolve. Every cut made my skin like iron. And by the time I escaped Knife and the blood keepers, I'd done so much bad, I knew I'd have to do a lot of good to make up for it. And I'd do anything to make up for it.
He says, yes, you were saying the sailors in the water. And I remember you saying, let's save them as the sharks were eating them. None of the rest of you thought of that, did you now?
Nope.
That's it.
I was getting the dinghy. I was getting the dinghy.
He says, no, that probably came out wrong. I didn't.
You speak the truth, my
his
boy.
first concern, and Thomas seems like intuitive, okay? Like, he might be frail and stuff, but like, he's got wisdom, right? He says, no, it was the first words out of his mouth. We've got to help them, he said. As everything else is tumbling about and everyone's surviving, as soon as he was on a boat, he said, we've got to help. You remember that guy? Yep. He says, you there, little one.
Can you do me a really quick favor? Can you describe what your character looks like for me?
I can show you.
I want the mental image.
Yes, actually.
Very tall,
Oh.
very skinny, more
I like
scarred.
his his multicolored. Okay, patchwork.
There you go.
Very nice.
Half elf.
You got
Half
pointy
elf.
ears.
I do.
They suit you well.
Mostly human.
Mostly human.
Yes.
He's
Identifies
tall.
more with human.
And
He's got
most
an
people are
elfin
tall to
name,
me.
Aurelian, but he goes by Chet.
Like Aurelian, like gold.
Yeah.
But he goes.
He goes by Chet.
He
I
goes-
love
It's a
it.
little more.
He likes his human side a lot more
Okay.
because his dad was a human. He didn't know his dad.
See, now if I was a really good dungeon master, I'd have like a campfire scene set up, right? And
I mean, it's kind of
We're
a
sitting
campfire.
We're sitting, yeah.
There's one right there.
we get it.
You know, yeah, it's right there. It's over there.
He says, little one, do you have stories? Well,
Little one, you know my name, young man.
heavy fist.
That's right. You can call me Nona.
No.
Nona Heavy Fist.
Nona.
That's right. And because I don't have my illustration with me, I'm very small. I'm a halfling. About 2.5 feet tall. Gray hair brought up into a massive oversized bun that sits right on the top of my head. Wooden glasses
circle that kind of magnify my beady black eyes with leather strips that keep it affixed to myself. Orange robes that are covered with an apron that is tied around my quite generous waist. Bracers, via leather bracers on my wizened hands. Just modest sandals upon my halfling feet. Large wooden beads, not unlike that of a typical monk would have. Yes, Thomas, I do have a story, a long story, but really all you need to know is that I'm the best. I'm the best that there was in my monastery, far away in the mountains. The rest of my troop, my monk friends, I haven't seen them in a very long time, but that doesn't matter, because I'm the best.
Maybe that's how you came to be in the box. Maybe you have to be the best to be in the box.
That's right. Certainly the best bard, and certainly the best monk, and certainly the best whatever you are.
I am a warlock. When I was 12 years old, an evil ruler, Dorman, took over our city. My parents knew that being a chthonic tiefling, I have the unearthly beauty of a succubus, that Dorman would eventually use me for his purposes. So they offered me to the Queen of Air and Darkness, ruler of the gloaming realm. And she took me in when I was 12. I've never seen my parents since. I know they have died. But the Queen of Air and Darkness has taught me all there is to know, and I would do anything for her. The gloaming court of Twilight. Twilight happens every day, and eventually it will happen to all of us. Twilight comes for us all, whether we want it or not. And I have learned the art and lore of the time when Twilight comes for you. I've learned to read omens, and I see that in everything we've done here. The sharks in the water, the sea crew, if they fell in the water, their life is on a boat. And the fact that they fell in the water, that was an omen. That was their time.
Twilight came for them.
Twilight came for them.
Callista, you sound like me mum. She talks like you.
I take that as a compliment. Your mom must have been a beautiful woman.
She was very strikingly beautiful, my lady. Is, I assume, if I'm not dead, then, yep, eerily beautiful.
Oh, you have beautiful purple eyes.
The sign of Twilight.
The color of Twilight.
Nice.
Yep. I see.
Guillermo, you were always one of my favorites. I'm really sorry about your horse. I broke it one day. It had a big crack in it, and you used to sit opponents in the box, and I was placed a couple of years ago.
You killed Nacho?
And yes, apparently, but Nacho had two big cracks in him, one along the back leg and one right in front of his neck.
Between his.
It's bad when a horse breaks his leg.
And he says, I went to take you off, right, and set you down so I could make you part of another adventure. And as soon as I did that, the horse crumbled to dust in my hand.
Was the paladin's legs
I'm very
shaped
sorry.
like that when he came
I
out
thought
of the
I should
box?
tell you and be honest.
Is he still in the box?
He says it turned into dust.
Oh,
Like
baby Nacho.
dust.
Nacho.
Oh my god.
I had him when I was just a boy.
Oh my god, it's so tragic.
He says, that's very sad. I'm really sorry.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I can forgive you.
Oh, wow,
man,
it's
that
so
was
noble.
What a big man. So noble. What a big man. Oh my god. I love you, Nacho.
Tears are freezing.
Yeah,
on
we
her
need a
cheeks,
song.
sister.
Please, Bar.
Thank you, Guillermo. I'm sorry. I'm just a child.
Thomas,
like ice.
before I tell you who I am, I need to ask something out of character.
Okay.
Above table.
So it's Omn? Is that? And then if you're from it, are you an Omnian?
Yep.
Are you an Omnite?
Omnian.
Omnian, okay.
Onion.
And then my status, there's status there. I was thinking like gold or platinum status.
Go gold.
Gold.
So there's something to reach still.
Perfect.
Noble child.
Yep.
Destined for knighthood. Blah,
Yep.
blah,
All right, and then when I wrote this, I wrote it in third person, so when I'm reading it out loud to you, just know he is explaining as in...
That's what I did too.
And I was like, can I do that in the moment? But I don't think I could. So, all right, this is who I am. At 21 years of age, Guillermo de los Santos of son of Bernardo de los Santos, of gold status, stands before you, clad in finery of late 16th century conquistador. His presence impossible to ignore, despite his uncommonly short stature. He says he's 5'4", he's actually 5'1" and 3/4.
Typical.
That's not the only measurement he overestimates, too. When he lacks in height, he more than compensates with astonishing physical strength, a power that seems almost defiant, as though his body itself refuses to accept limitation. Beneath richly tailored Omnian silks, finely fitted half-plate armor, earned during brutal holy wars in faraway lands, bears the marks of foreign battlefields and righteous conquest. An ornate signet ring bearing the marks of Ilmater, the crying god, rests upon his finger, worn with reverence, and just a hint of possessiveness. His olive skin, dark brown eyes, and perfectly groomed goatee frame a handsome face, one accustomed to admiration, though his jaw tightens whenever attention drifts towards his height, especially from women. A long sword rests easily at his side, carried not merely as a weapon, but as a statement. A shield scarred by hard campaigns, neatly bound, javelins, and a priest pack complete him, tools of war, faith, and status alike. Born in nobility, Guillermo was raised to believe that honor is inherited, but glory must be earned, and he carries that belief like both burden and banner. He is unfailingly respectful to those above him, fiercely protective of those beneath him, yet he cannot fully conceal his disdain for the unwashed masses, nor his certainty that he was meant for greater things. Guillermo's pride is his defining virtue, and his deepest failing. He prides himself on his strength, his noble blood, his devotion, and the scars he earned in Ilmater's name. Among the elite, his confidence and charisma are magnetic. Among common folk, they verge on arrogance. Though physically formidable and resilient, his intellect and wisdom lag behind his certainty. He understands Ilmater's doctrine and sacred history in remarkable detail, yet struggles to apply its lessons of humility and endurance to himself. Guillermo does not doubt his faith. He doubts that he could ever be wrong. As sworn paladin of Ilmater, Guillermo's zeal burns hot and unyielding. He believes suffering has purpose, that pain refines the soul, and most dangerously, that he knows when suffering must be inflicted. When provoked, challenged, or commanded, his pride convinces himself that violence is justified, even righteous, even necessary, regardless of whether it truly aligns with his lawful good ideals. In those moments, he does not see cruelty, only destiny. It is the same pride that has led him into disgrace. Drink, gambling, quarrels, and indulgent affairs were not born of simple vice, but of a young man convinced he could indulge without consequence, repent without cost, and be forgiven without change. These failings have brought deep shame upon his house, his faith, and himself. Now Guillermo walks the road of penance, driven by guilt, but also ambition. Above all else, he seeks to restore honor to his name, serve Ilmater with unquestioned devotion, and prove himself worthy of divine grace, unaware that, until he learns true humility, his pride may not yet turn even his noblest intentions into suffering whom he never meant to cause.
I know one thing for sure, Guillermo. You'll never lie to us. He says, such honesty is not found in the world at large. You are most welcome here, and I would consider your honor on a step towards the clouds already.
And I will always protect you.
Guillermo, you're so tall.
Jesus.
Yes.
Well, it's from a halfling, so
No, the halfling.
you see him, his nostrils flare. If you're happy with your picture that was generated, would you just show everyone?
Oh.
He couldn't quite get the goatee, but that's
You know what, I dig it.
representative.
You're 21.
Yeah, 21.
Okay.
Imagine a little younger,
the
too.
credits. Yeah.
I didn't tell him how old I was.
Dude,
that
you've
was
been
something
gambling.
Yeah.
It's
Did the
fine.
best I could.
It's rough.
Well, I didn't tell you how old I was either, so.
That was a secret.
You're feeling better now between the fire and his healing, and you can finally feel your fingers in your nose again and your toes. You got your toes like all the way up to the fire.
Oh, dude, I'm like baking those dogs. Come on now.
Baking
And
those
you are Sabadu?
Sabode.
Sabadu. Sabadu. He says, and the High Elf Wizard Sabode, what is your tale if you are a real person, like everyone says that they are?
Well, yes, of course. Mine is quite a simple tale. My family, we are from Baldur's Gate, and we study, or my parents teach at the university there. Many different subjects, of course. They specialize in magic, and I took a liking to, being in the library and learning. Many of my professors taught me many things, but I always learned the most just doing my research in the library. And so I took a job scribing for many of the wizards from the university that would like copies of spells, research on new spells, new materials to use for spells. And so yeah, I've lived there my whole life. That is all I know. I know that I've always dreamed of adventure. I once came upon, in one of the books where I was researching, parchment fell out of the book, and I thought the book needed to be repaired, that a page had fallen out. But as I got to looking at the paper, it seems to be some sort of map. But I cannot understand it, and I cannot even decipher what its meaning could ever be, but it appears to be a map. And so that research has always been in the back of my mind. I'm always picking away at different bits of information that I may have seen written down from times past where people have also possibly have sought this same treasure. But it's a lot of research. And so, yeah, I was there once, and then, I don't know, I woke up and was here. It's all very strange to me.
He says, my mum used to say that, and my dad too, that when you're doing research that gives you power, the magic, that it can kind of get in your bones.
Yes.
Is it hard to rip away sometimes?
It is. I would spend many, many all-nighters.
My mom would just sit there with a big glass of wine, bottle even.
Big glass of wine.
Big bottle of wine. And my mom would just stay there for days and days and days.
Absolutely.
Drinking nothing but that wine. I don't know how she didn't get hungry, but she never did.
Absolutely.
You know
And then I pull open my robe and I go, and my familiar is Gloss. Gloss is a little blue.
A little ferret?
I open him up, and there's a little blue weasel that has been hiding in my cloak this whole time.
And I didn't know
his
you
name
had
is
that.
Gloss.
Put him in the file.
wrap around your neck like a scarf.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the name?
My name? Or
the
Gloss.
Saying gloss makes me think of Nacho.
Are you happy with your image?
I just
You got one of your own
I
that you like better?
produced one.
Nacho.
So that was Gloss, and then this is what I came up with when I was trying to generate some images of just a wizard studying at a library at a desk.
Okay.
So
Dark hair.
Yep.
She's looking. How old are you, child?
I am 39 years old.
If you don't mind my asking.
Very young for an elf.
Very young for
Very
an elf.
young.
You're brand new.
I'm brand new.
Rosie.
All right. So I am 8 foot tall. I am a cloud giant, so I have stormy gray ashen skin, but my skin is splotched like raindrops, almost like if bleach had been dropped, but it's raindrop. It's very
acid washed.
neat, acid washed. I have holes in my ears where I used to be pierced, but no longer. Giants especially are heavily tattooed. Not me. But we'll get into that. So,
How pure.
my story starts, like all, when time began, which is the day I was born.
Thomas, like, I get it. That's good.
I was actually left in the center of a small town called Stars Hollow. Wrapped in a blanket and left, as far as I know, for dead. A small curiosity shop owner picked me up, Miss Kim, and she took me in.
Miss Kim.
She just a lovely lady, and she raised me, which was wonderful until I became like 6 months old and was bigger than her, and it kind of became a problem because she ran the antique shop, and as I slowly grew and grew and grew, it just came true that I didn't belong there. But so my whole life, I've learned kind of the Southeast Asian way of quiet, polite, keep to yourself. I've kind of learned that the ways of being a big guy in a small world, always trying to fit in, but that eats at me because I wouldn't have to if I would have been loved by the people who made me. And that, I think, is why I have manifested this ability to teleport. When I really feel threatened, I can actually disappear and show up other places, which is pretty handy for a big moose like myself. And that's about it, because giants hold most of their shit pretty close to their sleeve.
Damn right.
Which is also why I don't have any tattoos. That's birthright stuff that comes with family. If you met my mom, no tattoos.
Yeah. The body is a temple.
The body.
So you're like a Buddhist storm giant. You were raised in South.
Oh, I was raised, but really, I'm rock and roll.
Yeah. All right.
I'm rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
He says, that's
As he's trying to
interesting.
fit in.
Yeah.
He says, you get real mad, don't you?
It's the secret. I'm always mad.
He says, so
That hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
you're always angry. You're always wanting. You're always proud. You are always the closest, the most coveted.
Envious.
You are always the best. And you wanted what others had. I wonder what the others have. Maybe we'll ask them sometime. And as you guys are kind of finishing your story and the fires
Dwarf with piss.
crackling and you know, as each of you are telling the tale, I'm going to say an hour went by, right? Because this wasn't just like reading a monologue. It was like, oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, once upon a time I did that.
Warming my tootsies.
And everybody is warmed, and we'll say that hour behind that next to the fire has removed you from the exhaustion.
Woo!
Woo.
You receive no hit points back, but is removed from exhaustion. And as it kind of goes quiet as the stories end, you hear this sound. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Is that a seal?
Whoop, whoop,
Maybe
whoop.
two snowmobile.
It's coming from over here under the ice. And you can feel it.
We're on a giant iceberg.
Whoop, 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 whoop. And then you hear the sound of what could only be described as like glass breaking or tinkling, like a glass wind chime.
Sounds like a sea
I think
shark.
our iceberg might be splitting apart.
And you do feel the iceberg move a little bit as if a big wave has just gone by. This whole big thing goes, and you hear it. And this thing that it sounds like a gorilla. Okay, like a big freaking gorilla. But I mean, you know, not a gorilla, but like a gorilla. And then this tinkling sound of ice nearby. The tinkling of the ice is nearby.
We need to get to higher ground.
I agree.
Yep. Let's climb that hill.
Running up
Run up that
hill, make a deal with God.
All right.
What
You know, we can.
strange
do we
crystals
wanna
are appearing?
What is that?
Oh.
What is it?
This is usually a good thing.
Oh, there's
when you
an
post
ice
this.
chalice.
That's a good thing.
So the first person to say they were going to look for higher ground was the bard. Everybody else is still underneath the boat. Roll a perception check.
Balls.
You. Barbarian, you were going out the other way. You can roll a perception check as well.
Thank you. 4.
Woo!
You see ice.
17.
This piece of ice moves,
Oh.
And
that ice moves?
And as it turns towards you, you notice it has a humanoid form with a really long nose, kind of pointed features. And
I believe there's a kobold covered in eyes.
resembles this creature here.
I just see ice.
That's not a kobold.
It has
looks
little
like an
wings.
imp.
Oh, a Miffit.
What do you see, big man?
Mephit.
It's just ice. We're fine.
We're fine.
We're all right. It's nothing over
Ladies
here.
and gentlemen, there are
Nothing to see.
creatures that will attack us over here.
Is that true? Can I, like...
I guarantee you it's gonna kill us. I'm gonna throw a knife.
So I hear him say that. I do, as a halfling, have a natural affinity for hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So can I kind of like hide in the crook of the lean-to that we've made and kind of like peek out?
When your initiative comes to
Take
pass, I'll be
Thomas
happy
with
to
you.
let you hide in there. This would be a good time for a break as I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
And our producer can pause stream for just a moment. Thank you for all of your stories. That don't forget them. They
Dude,
should
I'm
come back
not
often.
telling you.
Okay, your
Oh,
characters.
good. Can add.
Well, just meaning that don't forget who your character is because that's really an important part of all of this.
If you guys are curious, there's about 6 seasons of mine on Netflix.
Excellent. Take your breaks.
Your best friend Lane.
Are we streaming on Twitch right now?
Rosie the Storm Giant.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll go upstairs to you.
Tattoos.
Well, they're not in
Yeah,
my
dude,
classroom on
start-
Friday setting up digital tabletops
Start
either.
streaming on YouTube. Set up
All right,
a channel.
I need one at 20, please.
Oh.
We're rolling initiative. He had rolled an Arcana check to determine the odd nature of this before everybody's stories began. And he says, with a 15 is what he got, he says, we are not in Kansas anymore.
Where's Kansas? Is that where you're from?
What does
That's
Kansas?
where
Who
I'm
said it?
from.
He says,
That's
we are not,
In the normal world.
we're not in the normal world. There's something strange about this place.
And we're actually getting attacked by.
And now you're getting attacked by methods.
Oh, no.
So I need everybody to roll initiative.
On my side, we're fine.
My.
Seems all
9
right.
for Guillermo.
Also 9.
11.
I hope I don't roll like ass.
Normal and shit.
It's gonna happen.
No with
Twilight comes
11.
for us all.
Well, it's gonna come for me pretty quick.
Sabode.
13.
Goes to Bode. 13.
Callista Flockhart. Already did you.
Close to the boost.
Oh, but I wrote no.
11.
No.
No, I got 5.
You suck now.
I'm old.
You're old.
I don't have alert anymore.
I
Alert was
a
the carrier.
15.
Oh.
Because you add like a +7 or whatever
Oh,
it is.
jeez.
Like, it's crazy. And you can't be surprised.
Oh no.
I would like to take it at some point.
Okay, Kade first.
I also need one at 14 for the ice methods, please.
Ice. Kade, me, ice.
Yeah, I was looking for something. But that's alright. Okay, so then you hear the sound again of this growling hoot. It sounds like an animal. It sounds like a really big animal, and it's coming from inside the ice structure itself. At that point, the crystalline creatures break out of their stalagmite? Tight.
Stalag, which like
Tight.
stalag is
Stalag.
ceiling.
Stalag.
Stalag is on the ground.
Stalag.
Anyway, they're like little ice sculptures in the ground. They come to life. Before that happens, on lair action number 20.
You might want to say it too, because the rest of us.
Oh, I don't know the difference. I was trying to keep it straight myself.
Should we all say it again?
So
Stalag-
stalag is G for ground. Stalag is C for ceiling.
Correct.
Now you know.
We're gonna quiz you on
Anions
this
are
next
negative,
time.
and
Okay.
cations are positive.
Because it's
Positive.
positive.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
because it's crosshairs. Like
No, we've both been in Orphan's class.
That's
like,
right,
it's
Nolan
positive.
Orphan.
That's right.
That's not even.
Positive. Like a cat.
that's so nice.
And he knows Nolan Orphan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have him in.
We
Okay.
were in his class.
I
and we're-
employed him.
On lair action 20,
Dude, he's like
low
so
severity weather.
surgery.
The weather rolls.
He's like, what?
Mount
The
Hampton
weather
Road.
gets a 3. It begins to rain,
Oh.
Ow.
That's
Um,
icy.
which is
Icy
positive and
Icy
negative.
hot.
it means the temperature is warming, and
Okay.
the fog is decreasing slightly as the fog is condensing into very, very, very cold rain droplets that freeze when they hit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you please, on initiative number 20, make a DC 11 con save, please?
What?
DC 11 con. Everybody, please.
Everybody.
DC 11. This
DC
is my lair action at
Got
initiative
it.
20.
Oh, I did it.
Oh my
DC
gosh.
11. It's
That's
easy.
crazy.
Woo!
18.
19.
17.
8.
Oh no!
You receive
18.
1 point of exhaustion,
Oh my god, I hate the cold.
and you take 4 points of damage. Cold damage.
4 points of cold damage,
Damage.
please.
Thank you for the damage.
Damage for the damage.
Wilson, I'd like to thank you for the damage because one time,
Happy for you.
I tell you what, I use it all the time now.
It's very good.
And one day on my board where I write the quote of the day,
It's
I
very
said,
good.
in life sometimes you will take damage. And the kids are like, Mr. Wells, you spelled damage right.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
correct.
no, it's totally
You
correct.
should have just put
correct.
Wilson 2024.
I did dash Wilson. Actually.
Yeah.
In life you will take damage. Okay,
I'll take some
yes,
Damage.
the rain sucks. And your fire, even though it's protected by the boat, you notice that as this rain starts to mist from the sky, the fire's like, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't
Bad
like it, I
touch,
don't
bad
like it.
touch.
And it starts to diminish, almost as if something's pushing it back.
What the
Okay.
fucker?
All right.
The rain sucks.
And anything that is not waterproof, okay, your guys' cloaks, your shoes, it sucks. It's bad. Like, it's immediately bad. And you're like, this blows. You've been soaked in the jungles of Chult plenty of times. This is 100 times worse because it freezes to your skin as soon as it touches and you're soaked, right? Okay, that's my initiative 20.
Me. I go. Watch this.
Ah!
And I rage. Because
No,
You're cold.
he doesn't say watch this. He looks out at a monster that moves and he's all cold and uncomfortable. He's like,
pissed off.
"Yeah!"
I was warming a box 5 minutes ago.
He's like, I'm pissed.
So
All right.
with the rain, I'm assuming I can see it glistening off these things now.
You can see them, yeah.
Okay.
They're not hidden. They
Let's
just
bound right up and start swinging at ice.
pick a square.
From my perspective, I did. Okay.
It's the curse. It's the curse of the digital table.
It's the curse of
Alright.
the refraction.
Great axe.
Like a spoon in a glass.
So remind
Yes,
me on the
exactly.
first throw, I get advantage when raging? No, okay, I
You
made
just
that
get to
up.
go ape
It's
shit.
nonsense.
That's nonsense.
12 to
right.
hit.
12 in fact does hit an ice method.
Bring it
Yeah.
Bring it down.
Alright, 1d12.
Rain down, hot rage.
You're gonna like these creatures. They're fun.
Sorry.
That's a 10.
They're small. They're like little guys. They're like goblins.
12? I never use a 12. That's a 12.
You have to use that on research.
I'm gonna rain down hot as
8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And
I don't like that.
cleave it, which means something new.
It means if there was an enemy
there
within
was-
5
yeah.
feet of it, you would be
shit.
able to cleave into that said enemy. But since you aren't, that means you can't.
Oh man.
Hey,
So,
good news.
I-
That other one's going to come up to you pretty quick,
Yeah.
though.
Whoever's
So-
tracking damage, please put the damage out onto the damage.
Damage on which
Perhaps,
guy?
perhaps
Who?
Jason could take control. Oh, he's got initiative, so
Who and how much?
damage here. You can just give it to me. I'll put it on.
8.
I can do damage.
You
Micah
want to
can do
some
damage.
Ice.
What's the denomination?
So it's
Oh, I see him.
yeah.
They're a little difficult.
That one's
but
like 20.
Here's
Blue
five.
And we
one,
just
that's
round up.
50.
Oh,
Here's
50.
5.
This is 5.
This is 10.
And this is 10.
You can just, yeah, like,
I'll,
make a station.
yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, etc.
This was a hack that we started doing,
And you did 5 points. How much did you do? 8.
so give him 10.
Woo! You can do this, red boy.
He's pipped up. That's what we
Pipped
call it. Pipped up. Yeah, this is a strategy that I know that a lot of people use, but when we started adopting it way back when, we all really loved it, and it made tracking hit points so much easier for everyone. Because you can tell when you've damaged a monster on the battlefield, but you don't know how much further it can go, but you can see wounds on something. That was always the thing that was cool. All right, so the barbarian comes up with his great axe, and he chops into this thing, and it hacks a chunk of this ice away, and the thing hisses at you. And this frost comes out of its mouth.
Ugh.
It's mad at you. Next.
Whack.
Next.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Sabode.
It's not attacking you. It's just mad at you.
He's just yelling.
Sabode, Callista, Guillermo.
Okay.
Guillermo and Cheddar.
Let me get close.
Oh. Whose dex is higher?
2.
Okay.
What's your dex?
My dex,
Yeah.
19.
He's so quick.
I'm gonna
Oh, I guess
face
about 16
this
plus
direction and come out. Come this way.
That is a cliff. Unless you want to climb the
She's
40-foot
doing.
cliff. You
I
can
see-
climb the 40-foot
I
cliff
see
if
the
you want.
topography.
We are paying attention to the
Only took me
land.
like a day to make this map, so it's no big
So
deal.
we-
Just do what you want.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be 40
I'll come out of
feet,
the tent,
would it?
so
Because what's
I
the elevation
stand.
here? 30?
I think it's 20 here.
So that'd be only 20.
Only 20 feet.
Yeah, it's
Piece
nothing.
of cake.
Okay.
I'll flip up there.
I'll magic missile
Woo!
on that boy.
The wounded one or the
yeah.
fresh one?
On the wounded one.
Okay.
On the
Um,
We're learning.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, that's true.
4, 8, 12 plus 3. 12. 6, 15. 12.
Whoa!
15, sorry.
All right. Her magic missile, you can save it. Her magic missiles catch their mark, of course. She just kind of, walks out there and goes,
It's a
pew,
roller
pew, pew.
coaster ride.
That was
And the force missiles
confusing.
hit. And then it does its
Level
thing called Death Burst.
Ah!
And what a Death Burst
Oh,
means,
shoot.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
you're going to make a
Oh, here comes my
con save.
I'm calling the police.
I hear. You got it.
You're in big trouble.
12.
Okay. It explodes in a shatter of icy cold, like boom, like a grenade.
Okay.
And you take your great axe and put it in front of your face and just kind of do like a kickboxer move.
Like,
And you hear all these shards hit the head of your axe, and you feel them on your cloak as you pulled it. You're like, so it kind of right, and you were able to block it and take no damage.
Yay.
No damage.
Yay.
Did you guys see that?
I saw it.
I'm assuming the others
Oh.
are gonna do that.
My bad.
You eat shit.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Just kidding.
You're dead.
You take all the damage.
You
Oh,
take a lot
no.
of damage.
I'm sorry.
Oh, are you resistant?
I'm
Resistant.
raged.
Oh,
Because he's
You're not
enraged.
resistant to this damage.
Oh,
You take 3 points of cold damage.
Oh no, he's dead. It's over.
I'm
Well.
dead.
Oh, God. Goodbye, Rosie.
Okay, so Rosie, we knew you well. I need another cushion for my very pointed bum.
You want to trade for a bit?
No.
Do you have a
I've
bony
got
ass?
a really big
No.
ass. It's
Oh
okay.
shit! I have a pillow that I don't use. If you would like.
I've got a prodigious ass. It's all right, man.
right?
I'm
prestidigitated.
take my ass to make it look
I've
just
got
a
a
little bigger.
prodigitated ass.
That's right.
Aww.
I would make it sparkle.
No, this is always
Sparkle.
this has always been my DMing station.
Is it?
Always, because I have the space for the stuff back here. Anyway,
How come your mom lets you have 2 cushions?
who's next?
Me.
What do you do?
Can I like sneak through or can I see this guy from where I'm standing on the corner over
Nope.
there?
Fire.
So I'm just gonna shuffle my way through the tent right on the corner, like
Thank God.
basically
I'm
still
gonna
under
need some
it.
help
Yeah.
here.
Are you going to be laying prone in order to do so?
No,
Okay.
Oh,
just right on the corner of it.
Okay.
I sigh, and I look over at this guy,
Okay.
and I point my finger, and this beam of crackling, bright purple with dark violet at the end of it, energy shoots out. I roll 22 to hit,
If
On
you
this
hit it,
one?
you hit the creature.
and
La Creatura.
7 plus 4, so it's 11 points of damage.
That's 11 points of damage.
Show me a 10 spot.
whoa,
I think we got one here,
Here we
Micah.
go. Pew!
And you can just give yourself a little
And
arsenal
then I
if you
just-
want to. We often do that.
Comb through my hair looking at it.
No, you don't. You're like, oh, there's creatures out here. I'm in a strange land. I just woke up after a really long sleep. There's this little boy here. We're almost.
Are you presuming to be my character?
No,
form?
I'm not.
She's trying to look good for her patron.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Chet,
So impressed.
Guillermo,
She could be
Nona.
watching me.
Chet.
What did you guys roll high this time?
Check.
Did you get me at 14?
Oh no, this is 995.
I
We're at
should
the
be
bottom.
at 14 as well as 20.
You've gone twice already.
Oh, I missed my ice method's turn. That's okay.
I think it's
Oh.
your turn now then.
At 14, you hit me.
No,
That was
he
the- that was
exploded when you
exploded.
died.
That was-
Explosion when you.
Oh,
killed
I'm
me.
sorry.
Oh,
I just
so
thought
just
that
go
was
after
your.
me
Yeah,
then.
go ahead. Go
Yeah.
then.
Go kick some ass. Ice method.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Oh, also, he gets pushed 10 feet away.
Oh, bye.
Noise.
They fly.
As does his hit point check.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, like the grease moth that's
The
involved.
keys.
Oh, I hate
Oh
Yes.
yeah, fucking keys.
Get out of here.
I like.
Are these on the top of the mountain?
These guys are looking
Looking down at
Guillermo,
us. The freezers.
when you kind of look up,
The what?
you
The
see
freezers.
3 of them
Oh,
peek down
Yep.
from this quite high precipice.
The whiz roll.
And they fly down about halfway
They're naughty.
to within a range of
Was that explosion instant?
15. They get down.
Like upon
These
Like the
guys
dead
fly down
died.
to
No.
15 feet away from you guys up the cliff. These all just emerged from the ice. Some of them flew down from the cliff the whole distance.
Hot
Dude.
damn.
You,
I say character.
They appear.
Dude,
They appear everywhere. Okay.
I don't like it.
All right.
Where's my sunbeam?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Squirt.
At level 18.
Just right down.
Middle one. And then we run like hell.
And then we run.
These
All right.
That one's up the cliff though, right?
these 3 right here
Mm-hmm.
emit
That's the
their
best place to
emit
do
their
it, so it
cone
doesn't blow our ass.
of death.
Cool.
I'm not going to make you roll the 3 saving throws. What I'm going to do is increase the difficulty.
Ah, piss.
Okay.
Leave that shit.
So actually, no, that's wrong because it's going to break the mechanic. I'm
Oh
stupid.
no, that is
So
bad.
you 2 right here roll 3 con saves.
Ah.
I'm going to speed this up. Say DC is 10. Just
3
tell me what
con
you missed.
saves. All right.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
Shit, I think I did it twice.
1. Oh, I missed 1.
Oh, I get strength. I only did it once.
I missed 1.
I missed 2.
You missed 2, so you take 14, 15, 16, 17 points of damage.
Is it cold?
It is.
No.
Gina, you missed how many?
1.
You missed 1.
What do you roll?
So you're going to
How
take
close were you?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
I was off
13.
by 1 on one of them.
Oh, I'm gonna Bardic Inspiration. I'm gonna give him one of my Bardic Inspiration.
So remove 4 points of
Rolls.
damage.
'Kay.
Jason, if he's Bardic
Thank
Inspiration.
you very much.
And Gina, how close were you?
I
can
got
confer up to 4.
I got 1 of them.
So I'm gonna let you Bardic Inspiration as well.
Oh, okay.
Roll d6, add the number to the saving
Oh.
throw that you rolled.
D6.
Oh, okay. So, D6.
Thank you.
1. Okay, thank you.
So you've made 2 and failed 1?
Yep.
Okay, so
Thank
you
you.
take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage still because it's 3 cones.
Oh.
15. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm hurt
I-
real bad.
Thomas, 20. Thomas will always go at 20, okay?
Wow.
So if I don't go with Thomas
Wow.
at 20, remind me that Thomas needs to go.
Okay.
Thomas at 20, when that weather hit, he crawls underneath the boat in the furthest possible way.
Like in the crook.
And hides himself in there.
Gotcha.
These 4 are also going to overlap their breath weapon upon you guys here under the boat, minus Thomas, so I'm going to lie but down over here. So you 2's guys need to roll. Actually, we'll make it 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 con saves for Guillermo and for Hard Fist.
Heavy fist.
Heavy Fist, that's the one.
No, not.
Am I making con saves as well?
You will be.
You said
I didn't
3.
fail any.
We're probably gonna get these
Okay.
2. I don't know what their movement is, but we might catch this one too.
So 15.
15. The DC is 10.
All right.
I need 3 of them.
12. 18. I'm good.
Okay. 4, 8. You take 12 points of damage.
May I use my reaction to?
I don't see how it's possible. Is it
Okay.
any damage form, any kind of damage, area of effect?
Is it considered an attack roll?
It is not.
Okay.
It's a saving throw.
All right. You said how many points?
12.
I took 12 as well then.
You took 12 as well if you made them all.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably some protection from the boat, right? You're able to, put your shield up, for instance, and she just tucks underneath the boat and goes. Okay, and then we've got these 2 guys, and this guy goes,
Freaking guys.
Gaze.
and you'll have to make 3 saves as well, 3 con saves for Callista.
Callista.
Callista?
And Chet.
Ballista.
DC 10.
Callista the ballista.
I made all 3 ones in that.
Okay.
Okay, 12 damage.
I missed 1. I missed 2.
Alright, I'm gonna give her my last Bardic Inspiration for her.
Okay.
And I saved the 3rd.
So
Missed
so he
2.
wants can you add a 1d6 to one of those rolls? For
See if you can make one of
the
them.
bard's like, you can do it as he's getting blasted.
You can go, you can make
So The last one was 9 plus 5 is 14.
Okay, so you made 2 and failed 1.
Okay.
You took
Thank
15,
you.
15 points of damage from the cold.
That's awful.
So
I
that-
know, I'm
So
real
to
bad.
kind of just
Real
recap this
bad.
little moment, you guys noticed them. The ice was moving, and then all of a sudden they are there and let out at one point, at one moment, all of their breath weapon powers, which is pathetic for the size of creature that they are. But they know if they overlap them, sometimes they can really hurt somebody, and it's scary. And Thomas is like, "What the hell is going on up there? We're all going to die." No, he's much more resolved than that. He's like, "You guys can do it. I know you'll be all right." And we move on. Whose turn is it?
I believe it's you, Kade.
I
Is
just
that
went.
true?
Yep.
Oh, great. Then it's me.
Is that true?
Is
What
he-
about?
You
back-
went.
Or was that your
Remember,
20?
we skipped back.
Oh, that was the 14?
This was 14.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so we're
yeah.
after
Okay.
me.
Then it was Callista, which who already went.
Yep.
So then it's Chet.
Chet.
That's me. So I am. We need range.
Well, they kind of ambushed you, didn't they?
They kind of did. And I am quickly going to ask my dear Succubi over there if she has a. Do you have what's your most powerful spell that you can cast at the middle one and see if we can blow them up and I can run away far enough so I don't get blown up because I only have 7 hit points left.
So I can do Firebolt, Eldritch Blast, Magic Missile that has 3 targets, but the damage
max
isn't
hit
high.
points on magic or max damage on magic missile.
Not
Max
happening.
Could be.
Think of something else.
So it won't do. They won't
She
damage
can't-
each
she
other
can't help
with
you.
ice.
No,
She can't help you out of this.
Yeah, I can Misty Step out, so that was my plan. I was gonna
You can take the
sneak
disengage action.
away.
Yeah,
You could take the disengage action.
true, but
Isn't there
they'll.
a bard in like Final Fantasy IV who's like a huge coward, and you're just like, no, I'm not gonna say that you're a coward, but that's like his thing. I think.
What do you have? What's your damage? You got
Well,
melee? You got spells?
yeah, I've got knives. Well, I can poke at them, but when they explode, they're gonna kill me.
So the only one that's got
That-
damage is over here, and that's 12 points of damage.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is, I'm hoping that once they explode close enough to each other, they'll do damage to each other, which will set off an instant chain reaction.
Negative.
Okay, then I'm gonna poke them.
They're too strong.
Poke them,
Poke
and then get
ice.
away if you can.
And that's
You-
what
or-
I'm gonna
yeah,
try
I
to
mean,
do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stab at him.
With your
And that's
rapier.
my D4. Oh yeah, rapier. I don't have my rapier.
It's
written
okay.
down.
It's going to be the same attack bonus, and it's going to be 1d8 plus your.
Can I grab a D8?
Sure.
Nest here, do you want a D8?
1d8 plus. You said.
Is this
plus your,
Thomas lying down on the
dexterity
bottom of
modifier.
the...
Yeah, he's like in the crook
Yep.
of like the most narrow point.
4 plus my dexterity. What
Lean to.
modifier?
Now we set the dinghy
7.
on fire and we
7
swing it
damage.
around.
Swing it around. Have the
He's
Goliath
at
pick it
10.
up.
He's picked up, right? That guy is. That's at 10.
Yes.
Throw another 10 on him.
Okay.
You poked him.
That works too.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Does
he's
he
at
look
20
like
points of damage.
Guillermo,
Is he
he's
you're
still
looking
next.
not?
fuckered up, or is he looking
I
okay?
guess he's not dead.
He's got cracks running through his whole icy form.
Okay.
Anything else?
Okay. Nope. I'm done.
Okay, so these guys are sliding down the mountain.
They're
that we're
flying.
doing?
They have
They
wings,
have little
flying.
wings.
Oh, okay. All right.
Here you go, bud.
Um,
Just so you get the.
They're nasty little freaks.
They're nasty
Oh,
little
okay,
buggers.
gotcha. Okay,
Nasty
gotcha.
boys.
They're a pain in the ass in Baldur's Gate.
Kinda, yeah. When they work together.
Yes.
Wait, where were they?
They
In
fly.
the
grease
Underdark, the fire ones. Those two.
What you got there, Guillermo?
Oh gosh. Okay, I think I'm just gonna stick them with my longsword.
Okay. Which one would you like to stick? These guys are 15 feet away from you up on the cliff.
Yeah.
They were just far down enough to hit you at the bottom end of their cone. So you could jump up on a rock and like stab them, but you would need your free hand. You wouldn't have your
Is
shield.
the fire still going underneath?
Barely.
Okay.
Man, I wanted to.
Like there's
grab
coals, but
something
their
from the
breath
fire.
weapon
Gotcha. Okay.
got under the
I was wondering
boat.
if I get behind.
It's
you, maybe
it's
that
raining
mitigates it.
right now, so that cliff is becoming super slick.
Okay. Are they close enough to me that that they would get an attack of opportunity as
No.
I walk away?
No, you could walk away.
Okay, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna go to. I'm going to get into line of sight where I can throw a javelin actually at the
At one of these?
No, the one that's hurt out there, I think.
You want to just walk up to it and hit it with your sword?
Yeah, I just don't want the the boom to happen, but we'll just get the boom.
Don't be a pussy.
I won't be a pussy. Let's do it.
You see the paladin come out and go,
And then like 8 more came.
and it gives you some result.
Yeah, you got it.
15.
Yeah, it hits. It is destroyed. You two roll a con save.
Oh no, that is bad.
That is real bad.
What have
13.
we gotten ourselves into?
7, I failed.
I see the
Okay,
Not
so
having
when it
healing
bursts,
blows ass.
you take 5 and you take 2.
Yeah. I don't have a good feeling about that.
Nona.
How we
and
don't
then
know.
Nona,
you're at
heavy
the top of the
fist
order.
turn. Okay.
And so is Thomas, I guess.
Just tell me when I get to 20.
boy.
Say it at 20.
My bonus
Am I at
action.
20 at the top? Okay.
Bonus action, I lay on hands on
You
myself.
cannot lay on hands as a bonus action, my friend. It is.
No, it says
Or does it change? Did
as
it
a
change?
bonus action, you
Okay,
can
they
touch a
changed
creature
it.
and draw power.
I changed it. Good. Good.
All right, and I give myself the rest, so I had 4 left.
Oh, that's all.
That's it.
Is this freak within melee on me?
No.
Okay.
He's
So
15.
he's not gonna
He's
attack
15.
property
Nope,
to
correct.
me. Okay.
This one is, though.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Punch him.
I do want to punch.
Punch and kick him.
But you hurt me halfway. I'm
Yeah.
owie. I'm old. Now. Oh my god! I
You should use a weapon.
Just pretend.
Put on some armor and then use a weapon.
That is my monastery. But now I understand that the fire is dying. I get it. But in my desperation, I don't like how close he is to me. Can I grab like a burning piece of the wood and use it as kind of a
like a torch,
like a
kind of.
Do you have a flask?
Do you want to use it as a club? As a club?
yeah, as an improvised weapon.
It would be
if
a
you're-
club,
if you're alright with that.
which you're proficient with, a
Correct.
club.
Yeah.
So the fire would be probably right about here because of the chimney effect of what they wanted. Okay, you grab yourself a chunk of wood.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and roll your monkish attack roll.
Alright. Fucking. Oh my god.
I'm not a bard anymore.
Nope. And won't be for a long, long time.
Oh no. Holy shit, 24?
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright. What damage is that for a club? Do you know off the top
Yeah,
of your head?
26.
1d6?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's vulnerable to fire.
Radical.
So I will let you roll a 1d4 with that because you're using a burning piece of cinder.
3 plus 6 plus, what did you say, d4?
Yep.
8 points of damage.
Okay. Keep
And
going.
then I want, for my bonus action, I want to unarmed strike
Yep.
him, if you're okay with that.
Yep, it's going to be probably a roundhouse kick. Can you
With my
imagine a
little
halfling
tootsies.
monk doing cool stuff like backflips?
Backflips,
I want to
Like,
so bad.
Yeah, you're Yoda.
or doing stuff like kick you in the inside of the knee, you know, that you wouldn't expect, or punching you in the ankle,
Yeah.
right? Because they're small, like just crouch down and punch a dude in the ankle
I
bone.
got a 5.
A 5 to attack, no. No,
Okay.
sorry. Okay, you
That's
missed.
alright. That's alright.
Top of the order.
Yay!
Thomas and you.
I don't
as
like
the
where I am. I don't like where I am at all. Makes me sick.
You're in the
Being
middle of
jumped
the.
is not great.
No.
This is where you are?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm an old woman. I'm
But
this.
you're the best.
That's, I am the best. You know what?
Right.
Fuck it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm the big kahuna. I'm gonna fuck that little rascal up.
Yes, you
Everyone
are.
does.
Every
Gate
single
Like,
one of
all
you.
of these are
There's
coming
the
for
spirit.
you, but it
Bastard.
it doesn't matter. Like, even though every single one of these are coming your way,
I'm an animal.
you're taking all of them.
I'm an
Yeah.
animal.
Every single one.
The air gets
This
really.
is what we call real bardic
That's
inspiration.
right. Right.
For initiative 20, the air gets really, really dry.
Oh my God.
The
It's
fog
Something's gonna come
the
even.
fog starts to
Dry.
go away really, really fast, and it's
Something's gonna
it's
come
raining,
Yeah.
and there's a hollow temperature drop. Everybody takes 4 points of cold damage automatically, and you feel just heat just being sucked from your body. The water, the rain that is on you starts to freeze. So every time you move,
Is there a limit to when you can do bonus actions?
I'm passed
On
out.
It's on
Bonus
your
action
turn.
right now.
to do what?
Heal myself.
You'd have to do it on your turn.
You have to do it on. Do you drop?
I've got one left.
Oh, he's fine. He's
I drop.
fine. You drop
That's all you need.
from 4 damage. Your wizard's like, okay, fuck it.
I'm tired.
And within like 10 seconds of being down on the ground, you notice her form being encased in ice from the rain. That's me at 20. And Thomas says, no! I refuse to let you die! I don't want it.
I'll refuse.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I am a child of two faiths and an echo of mortality.
That's great.
Is he our little clown?
You have 1 hit point.
Thank you, Thomas.
Feels good, man.
He's like,
Feels
he
good.
doesn't know what he's doing. He says, no.
I mean, he's just like, yeah.
Sabode?
interesting.
Sabode? He's like, no, Sabode, you cannot die. We need you. And you're like, you have a point of you take a point of exhaustion.
Oh my god.
This is awful.
I'm on level 2 exhaustion.
Where are we?
I don't
Why are
feel
we here in
good.
this land?
Set the dinghy on fire.
I really apologize for your guys' hostile game.
No, this is not apologies. This is what makes it good.
So,
There's no
okay.
apologies.
So
Be
I need
brutal,
you
bro.
to choose a scar from this
Whoa, that
0 hit
sounds
point
sick.
drop.
Whoa.
Like it's
sweet.
from cold
Oh,
damage, so
like
you can
Have
take a
Yeah.
frostbite.
frostbite.
My fingers. I'll get a little
I-
frostbite on the tip of my ear.
Okay, your ears are now your
Here's
lips are
your
now
ear.
black.
Here's
Yep.
her ear. She has no ear.
too
Her ear
That's
fell off.
weird.
Her
It's
ear.
gonna fall.
Fell off. It might. Okay,
It
let's
might.
be at 20.
I'm getting down there.
I'll keep swinging away at this guy in front of me. I'm not ready to pull out the big guns quite yet.
Reaching 0 hit points in this campaign is a big deal. And death, I also have a cool thing to do with death. But we'll
Oh,
cross
I'm
that.
sure it's real
I
cool for
can't
us.
wait to
I
die.
can't wait to
We'll
know.
cross that.
Wow.
No,
But
he's
it's
got
awesome,
one foot in
Kade.
the grave, man.
I have this awesome thing to do with your deaths. You're really gonna love it when you die.
I can't wait.
That's called being in the fucking box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
You know the box.
Enjoy.
What do you want to
18
be
to
when you
hit.
grow up?
Yeah,
I
you
want
hit
to be
with 18, bro.
cremated.
I want to be in the fucking box again.
Still
Thanks,
alive.
Kade.
17 damage. Give this guy a 20 spot.
Woo!
Oh, I got
You got one of the. This is a 10.
Anything
You can have
else?
2 10s.
What do you mean you don't
Is
get
that
to
how you do
attack?
20?
Can
We do have
I?
a 20.
Can I help Gina stand up?
No, it's an
The
action.
blue one.
It's a full action.
It's
Okay.
20.
Well, helping action.
Because
Help
help
action
help
is an
help
action.
action.
Right
Hell
now.
yeah.
Then
Twins.
that's all I
Twins,
get for now.
two
Okay,
twins.
you
Twins.
If I
shot
whack
this
two twins,
method
I'd
and
only
it
need
hisses
20.
at you again.
I
Next
need a
after
30.
you.
Then
Nice.
I need a 20.
Oh, the methods. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Well.
Oh, fuck. I begin to pray.
Oh, balls.
I
I
should have got
really
some
like
prayer
that big guy to come now.
Get some prayer
Yeah,
beads
where's
and
the big
start
monster?
doing them on
It's
your
your
wrist.
giant-
It sure would be
necklace.
fortuitous.
None of them
Lord
recharged.
Monster would come and eat all the methods right now.
Yeah. I'm scared.
Okay, you'll be okay.
I miss being a bard so much. I mean,
Oh, that hits.
Do you know how many times we shit our pants before?
I don't have anything. I don't
At least
have
these
weapons.
none of us
I
have
don't
anything.
have, I don't have
12
armor.
It's not gonna
12.
smell this time.
I'm
at least.
Yeah.
13.
Yep.
My dogs are out, and it's cold outside.
You're raging right now, right?
Yep.
I'll have your damage
Boy,
for
I
you.
could really use a
I-
hot
I
tub
thought you had a
right
hit
now.
point.
Okay.
Can you go back up?
That's an action.
6. You take 6 total points of damage. Some of it was cold.
You just have to.
Your damage resistance doesn't affect that, but the scratches that they
Just don't
scratch you
feel
with
right
doesn't
with you
hurt. It's
being
just
on
the
the ground.
cold.
I'm just laying there like,
Basically, even try
but
to
I'm
scratch
alive. I'm alive.
All right, monk.
My ears feel weird.
They're weird.
These 3 fly down
Oh.
to ground level. This
Yeah,
one goes.
tail, take
That one
you
goes
all,
under the boat.
fuckers.
Is that going after Thomas? That's going after
No,
Thomas.
it just goes under the boat to attack the monk.
Hello.
Oh, in that case.
Thomas is
everyone gets
very
that
well
advantage.
hidden. He's actually got
Remember,
some
you-
snow that
I'm
he
the
took and
best.
You're the
packed
best.
underneath him there. Okay, you are the best, monk. Let's go.
Oh no.
You got this.
You have one flank,
Get out of my life.
which is
We
that
started
one. Miss.
this with very
Miss.
few provisions.
15. Well, we can talk about that at sort of closing.
We can talk about that when we're dead.
It won't be long.
At our
Does-
funeral.
18 hits you, right,
Disagree.
Caitlin?
Yes.
18, okay.
I'm close. For those of you who can heal.
What did you
12?
say?
12 hit you?
I'm close to death.
No, it does
Okay.
not.
12 doesn't
Yeah,
hit.
I
You
am
got
sure
hit
that
twice.
Okay.
Do you want to deflect any of it before we tell you the damage?
Yeah, I would like to deflect
One of the
them.
attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, you can completely absorb one of the attacks by deflecting it, and you'll end up taking 5 points of damage.
So when I reduce the damage to 0, I can redirect some of the attack's force
Okay,
to
so
another
then you'll have to
creature.
roll.
So can I direct that damage to the other creature who hit me?
Sure.
Okay.
Throw a 5 spot on that creature.
Okay.
Because their damage is so low, I don't doubt that you would be
Okay.
able to bring it to 0.
Okay.
So that's cool. He's at 15 now. Yeah, he goes to claw, and you like kick his hand, and
And
he
I'm just like,
claws
like what?
claws his buddy. All right. And then these 2 guys. I gotta roll for their recharge. No. No.
Oh, thank God.
No.
Are you talking
I'm
about-
rolling their recharge right now. I'm
Oh,
almost
I
at
have
theirs.
recharged their cone.
Yep.
Ugh.
Now it's you guys.
Sabode.
Sabode the
Yep.
abode.
Sabode
Chet
the
Ben
abode.
Guillermo.
I will stand up.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
Ugh. That one's thin. He's little. He's a skinny boy.
No.
Maybe.
He's a little baby.
Okay,
On this?
one attack on El
I'll
Paladin.
karate chop him in half.
I'll karate chop. I'll kill your family.
Kill your
15 doesn't hit you, right, Brett?
Nope.
And Chet.
14.
14. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, I got you. You're going to drop. You're going to drop. You take 5 points of damage.
Yep. Drop.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's cool that,
that
our
is
bard, the only guy
all
with any
of them,
healing
and only
spells,
one
is-
of them recharges a breath weapon. Only one.
Dang.
So, who's next?
Sabode.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up. So you can stand up, my lady.
Sup, mama?
So, I feel real bad. Real bad.
Real bad.
Real bad. I can't.
Remember, it's freezing rain as well, so you
It
feel,
is.
you feel yourself dying. Like, you
Yeah,
stand up and you're
well,
like,
and
"Ugh."
I'm on -4 for my ability score.
Oh, man.
We're
Because I'm at
killing
level
it
2
out here, bro.
exhaustion. I think I'm gonna try to thunder wave and blow
Hey!
those 3 away and get them out of here.
Including your homie here?
Fuck him.
Oh God,
Oh, God.
He's a big boy.
he's
Or
a
do you
big
want to send it
boy.
over
He
here?
can take it.
Oh yeah, you can
that
do
way?
that
I
direction.
could go that way, yeah,
Okay.
and hit those 2.
If you, I'll let you get 3. It's
Okay.
15 foot,
Help.
5, 10, 15.
Okay, let's see.
Con save.
15-foot cube, and
Con
yep,
save.
con saving
It's
throw.
one of my favorite spells.
You only come into
Fail.
Yes.
I feel so safe right now. Next to the fire.
12? Probably not.
No.
3 fails, sis.
Woo! 3 fails, dang. All right, so
2d8.
a successful save. So you didn't save at all. So yep, 2d8 thunder amp damage, and then you'll be pushed 10 feet away from
Yep.
us.
Blue is 20.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll high. Roll
First
low.
guy
Come
No,
on,
just
mama.
it's one-
is 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's one set of damage. It's one thunder wave.
Oh, I see.
So 9 damage for all of them.
Yes.
Cool.
10
And
five.
10 feet away.
This guy is destroyed. Wilson, roll a con save.
Fuck. Anal.
Does he get pushed away first, or does he get destroyed and then...
The damage from the thunder wave is what kills him, so
Ooh, natty.
Natural 20 for
Okay.
21.
you take 4 points of damage.
Oh, fuck. How about I heal?
You take sorry sis, you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, thank you, God.
Ooh, I thought he was going to say more.
Takes 2 points of
4
damage.
plus 2.
So the thunder wave
I
then
don't feel
pushes
good.
this one up the cliff and pushes this one up the cliff 10 feet.
Oh, they don't, like, slam into the side
Well,
of the...
they do, but then they have wings, so you're like,
Gotcha.
you blast them and they like kind of slide up the
Slide
side
up.
of it.
Alright.
And then they're like, oh shit, that hurts. Okay, you are done.
Chet.
Yes.
Chet rolls a death
Where's
save.
Callista in there?
I'll stabilize you next turn. Don't
Oh, you didn't go?
Nope.
You're next then.
That's a D20.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
no
you need-
Chet.
It's a
No
3D.
Chet.
You need 10
Callista.
or higher.
Callista.
15.
Woo!
Callista,
Callista
then
and then
Chet.
Chet.
15.
Sorry.
Oh, Callista's up.
Callista.
So
Stand
you
up.
got a scar
'Kay.
from that affair.
You're gonna look so cool.
I cannot wait to write home about this.
You're gonna write so many
I'm
songs.
Misty stepping here.
Okay.
You get 1d10 temporary hit points.
Yay!
So
You do.
5 temporary hit points.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'm gonna run away.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
And I am going to
Yeah.
use Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast
Who's
on
Who's that guy?
Eldritch.
I like
Was that
but-
Pierce?
Wasn't that my guy's name?
Something like
in
that.
the
Pierce?
campaign?
Is there? Yeah, like.
You have angle on
Pearson?
these guys. You have angle on that guy, and
Yeah,
Oh,
any of these
Pierce.
guys. So I just can't decide which one.
I would focus on. I just hint,
I won't
right?
try
Gamer
that.
hint to remove enemies from the battlefield. So it may seem fortuitous to hurt undamaged people.
Help
It's
me.
better to remove enemies because every
Yeah.
enemy left
I'm
on a one on their turn.
gonna do this
Like I'm just telling you.
Do the ones
that's
that.
not
yeah,
what I would
like,
do.
yeah.
The guy next to me is
He's
almost
almost dead.
So I'm gonna do that one then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm gonna
I
do this
do.
one.
Yep, that's
yeah.
is a better idea. I mean,
Mama
he'll
likes-
take
So,
that guy
I'm
out.
gonna do the one that's on my right.
This guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta do a ranged attack.
Yes.
12, 18.
Woo!
Boom!
And then
And when he
1d10.
explodes, it's not gonna hurt
Oops.
anything.
That's right.
Okay,
Even
8, 12 damage.
great.
Woo!
He is dead. He
Bye,
explodes and
idiot.
hurts
And
no
he
one.
gets pushed back.
Okay.
Get out of here.
She hits him with this purple lavender bolt of like. Sounds weird when she
Starts out
casts
as
it.
like bright purple
What does it sound
lightning,
like?
and then the end half
Yeah,
of
does
it
it
is
sizzle?
dark
Does it
violet.
crackle?
Sound like-
Sizzle?
Like
I was imagining more
Air is
slurping,
super
but
dry,
I like that.
so we're gonna get all that.
Yeah.
that, that's
what I
mine's
was
not
envisioning.
slurpy. Mine's sharp.
So it shrieks as this thing, and you haven't seen her use this. She's like, and it
You
just.
hear the faint echo.
I like that. I mean, I don't like it. It's
Next.
creepy as hell. But
Chad,
All right.
no,
we're-
alive.
wait,
But I'm not up. I death
didn't
save.
you have to roll a death save? Wow.
I did. I rolled 15.
He did. He got a 15.
I said his name, but it was Callista's turn, so now
So he
it's
rolled his death
So
So
you're
your
save.
making
death
a
save is
reroll.
good. You're
Yeah,
already
keep
no,
the
you're
one
done.
you had.
Next.
Guillermo.
Can I stand up?
No, you're
Not
not
yet.
alive. Death save you have to roll 3 times, and
You
then
have
you
60%.
stabilize
Oh.
at 0. So right now your character is in the midst of
I'll
death.
help you.
So I'm
You're
like
like
throwing.
unconscious.
Yep.
I have a plan
Yep.
too.
I'll help you, Pookie.
And
Don't worry
Rain is
about it.
freezing on
Thanks,
his body.
Poops.
All right. I'm slapping the guy in front of me with my longsword,
Okay.
You blade.
Yeah, boy.
The light's there.
and I miss.
Would you like to use a point of inspiration? That you guys can all have a point of inspiration in your inspiration box.
All right.
No way.
All right.
Yeah, I do use that inspiration.
And?
I
don't even know where to go.
14 hit.
Yes.
All right,
It
cool.
lets you re-roll when you suck.
Yeah.
I
Could
hit,
be
and then I
so you drove this
used
If
a
you're, like,
bonus
on your phone,
action
no,
for
that's
Divine
not-
Smite.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you hear the paladin say, "By the fury of ill matter and his suffering, I cast thee into the abyss from whence thou hast come."
What the?
It's all that.
That's crazy.
That was awesome.
It gets cooler at higher level.
I'll be better later.
23 damage.
All right, roll con save. So the paladin, like you see his sword light up, and he smokes this thing in the head, cuts right through its body. Its body explodes.
22.
You take 2 points of cold and piercing damage as the
Ow.
thing
I
explodes.
believe I'll write a ballad about that one day.
Uh,
If I wasn't
Yes.
dead.
The ice
You-
method ballad.
Speaking
I mean,
of dead,
unfortunately, I'm
he
dead.
destroyed that method right there. You take 5 points of cold damage, which
Son of
means
a
you
bitch.
lose a box.
Oh.
Here's your death save
No!
boxes. You have a positive box, now you got a negative box.
How does that work with death saves? Like, can
It's
someone
like-
use the help action?
So
Or
you can use
Stabilize.
medicine
To
check
stabilize.
to
Yeah.
stabilize
Back
you,
to
or
zero.
some healing spell. But he just got, or when an enemy, when you're on the ground, if a monster, for instance, say there's a polar bear, and you fall down to 0 hit points,
Uh-huh.
it's going to eat you.
No.
So as it's eating you, you lose those death save boxes every time it hurts you.
Baldur's Gate's great at that.
Yeah, it shows you exactly what
That's
that looks
true.
like. Oh, he's down on the ground.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you're trying to save yourself and somebody blows up a method next
Right,
to
right,
you.
right. You're trying to
For
survive, and then
example.
the method explodes.
And then Cade, my
Yes.
I'll do it too.
movement, I'm gonna move in between him, Micah, and the.
Maybe you could
Chet,
like pick
man.
up Chet and chuck him.
He
Chuck him.
I don't
Kick him
have
away a
to.
minute.
And then
Oh,
he
no,
takes
you're
one,
just
he
a
takes
short little
one
guy, never
point
mind.
of
You
blade.
Oh, I can still pick you up.
Five buckle overshoe complex is what my dad always called it. Had to
Maybe
have
I'm
the
gonna walk
5
the
buckle
other
overshoes.
I think
When
he's
3
really
would have done
tall.
it. Whose turn is it?
Top of the order.
All right, Thomas. Thomas says, "No, my friend, the bard. I really liked you.
Yeah, we all like
You were
bards
so
and
good
stuff.
at stuff.
So good at
You're
stuff.
so good at stuff, me lord.
Me lord.
Once per long rest."
Blood out
I don't
of
think
your
I can
nose.
be inspired if I'm dead. Can I?
No.
Then I
Oh,
should
no.
probably remove my inspiration.
I
I
mean,
tried
you
to
can
steal.
hold on to it. You
Okay.
know, you wake up and you're like, I feel good.
I feel
And then
good.
you're inspired.
He
I already cheated once this game by giving multiple bonus actions
was
to
weird.
people, but
he
that's what I was
casts
seriously looking
he
up.
casts Spare the Dying on you.
Oh!
You're at 0 hit points, but no longer dying.
So
Hey.
Great.
So next turn I can.
you're at
Um,
z-
you're at
need to,
you're at 0 hit points.
So you're like unconscious.
You need to
So
be
you're
healed.
unconscious. Actually,
We need to
well,
come help you.
You are at 1 hit point. You wake up.
Thank you.
Thomas
Thomas is a strong boy.
Thomas is I'm gonna give him.
you
I'm
go
gonna give him the ability to do that equal to his wisdom modifier,
That's
Oh,
cool.
Thomas.
to where you get a hit point back.
And you're so inspired by the boy's words.
So
But
that's
I'm
that's
inspired.
Thomas's turn, and then I have to roll for weather.
A song
3.
in my heart.
Oh God.
The sun comes out.
3 sounds like a
Tomorrow.
bad number.
3 is
Bad.
actually really easy.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think we don't want 20.
Help.
For real.
It's low severity on a 3.
I don't.
Con save, please, everybody.
Oh, penile.
What are we doing?
Con
Con
save.
save.
Yeah, nice.
11.
Good.
22.
Good.
14.
13.
Yep.
Woo!
9.
That's great. You can use your
Well, he's
inspiration
laying down
to
anyway.
reroll.
15 for
Well,
me.
let's find out what's gonna happen.
You die.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
That a boy.
It's a good one.
If,
Good move.
if I have one, I'll give it to you.
Is it better? You need to put that dice in jail.
Dice in jail.
He's
I'd
done.
like to trade in my dice.
Here's a box. You can choose a
That's
different
yeah.
one.
This is the
Yeah.
Yeah,
dice
re-roll
jail.
again, because that dice is...
Yeah,
sucks.
let me just grab a different one.
That sucks.
Now Ted's like 3 of them.
Come on.
Pick
Here,
the
hold
good
on. I
one.
think the green
Pick the
one.
good
They're
one.
new. They're unused. So
14,
That's a lot
16,
better.
16.
Yeah, there we go.
16 makes it.
That's
You
better.
you managed to prevent yourself from taking damage from the cold
Who's
rain.
this freak?
oh, it's
Um,
your
You guys
your
don't
mind
want
play.
this one in that box.
Your guys'
I don't know what's wrong
Your
with that
guys'
dice.
Take
speed
that
Yeah,
garbage
get it
dice
out
away
of
from
here.
us.
Heavy
I-
shit.
I know.
at this point, your
Hey,
guys' speed is
favorite
reduced
word.
by 5 feet.
No, you don't want me to touch it.
I'm scared. It's
Speed
cool.
is reduced by 5 feet.
It's dense.
That's it?
As
It was
you're
in a
cold,
dice
and yes,
advent
Thomas did his
calendar I
thing.
got.
Weather did his thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Weather.
I'm going to
Listen to what?
keep hacking
You can
away
kill
at
him,
the
man.
guy.
Oh, it's like my mace. That's what my mace looks like.
Oh, it's like rose gold.
Definitely hit
So whenever
him.
I roll my mace, I have to roll
20.
that last right.
1d12.
Here you go. Mama.
Dent the table as I'm
You
rolling.
hitting the nearly dead one, bud?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm
Okay.
hitting the one that's
Little
not-
strategy. He's gonna let the
Cleave.
ranged striker
Cleave.
take care of that.
Watch this.
Cleave. Oh,
I am
cleave.
looking with my
I
glasses.
just
So
think
11
it's
to the
hilarious
this
that my
guy.
character
Your granny
has a
glasses.
chalice.
And then I'm going to cleave the other guy.
Cleave.
My
Does it
face
automatically
looks
hit, or do you have to roll an attack?
I have to attack
Okay.
again. And I don't get my modifier.
Oh,
I-
hello.
I'm
17
just drinking my
to hit.
wine.
Okay, you
Is
hit
it?
him.
Oh, it's.
And
He
then...
It's
explodes.
very cheap.
Frick.
Okay.
Oh man.
Con
if I
save.
could-
Yeah. But I got him.
You did.
Woo!
Oh, it went 22. 22.
No.
5 damage. That's
Oh.
cold. It's cold damage. So you take it all.
It's fine.
You take it all.
If I make it.
If I make it,
I'm healing you, man.
We got one,
I have
guys.
5.
We got one. No, you guys are
I have
doing
5
good.
hit points.
You're almost done. You're almost.
Sabode.
You got him.
Then
What's
I'm
he at?
healing whoever's lowest. I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm going to. Can
Where
you
you
back me up like 2 squares
11.
away from that?
Would you
thing?
like to take an attack of opportunity as you move away from?
Oh
said
no, I would
creature?
not. I'm
You
too
could
close to
disengage.
do scorching
She's
ray.
too close to which one?
The guy in melee.
Oh, it's within 5 feet.
Mhm.
Smack him with your.
5 feet.
And there's still a huge thing in this.
Yeah, there's like a walrus
Nah,
or something.
Walrus.
Maybe it was just the lower guys.
Definitely
It's
a
a
walrus.
narwhal.
It's a walrus.
We haven't heard anything.
I
since
will-
that
evil
little
I
mouse
will
came out.
swing at it with my quarterstaff.
Woo!
Okay.
You're broken.
broke-
My broken
Do you
quarterstaff.
have
I
booming
did give
blade
it
by
to
any
you back.
chance?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
And I did give you 10 gold as an apology.
Oh, that's right. 13, but I am at wait. Would I have to subtract that
Yep.
ability score reduction?
Yep.
Oh, that's so penis.
Balls.
It's literally a negative to the dice roll. So
Okay.
9.
So I got a 9.
You missed. You're like, stupid creature.
Your eyes are just frosted shut.
For my shoot.
You don't have any non-ranged cantrips like Shocking Grasp or
I have Ray of Frost, which I'm assuming would affect them
Nice.
very
He
much.
did. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
maybe retraining Ray
I
of
have
Frost.
Ray of
It
Frost,
feels good.
Mage Hand Light, no cantrips.
Oh, mate, like
Well, I tell you what. If you cast Scorching Ray, you're going to be casting at disadvantage.
Right,
But
I'm
that is
way
your
too
highest
close.
attack ability, and you have 3 opportunities to hit 3 creatures. I mean, it's
Well, that's true.
you guys are kind of in the shit.
We are in the shit.
Yeah, it's too
Oh, like
much.
our campfire?
Mage Hand cannot attack. They can't attack.
Hold the torch and make him feel like.
Oh, or prestidigitated
So
fire.
instead of attacking poorly with a quarterstaff, my suggestion is use something that maybe makes them make a saving throw, or
Okay.
I mean, because Scorching
Why?
Ray, even you're going to be rolling at a negative because you're shivering.
True.
And then you have
is that why she's
disadvantage.
at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, no,
She's
she's
cold?
at disadvantage
Maybe
because she's in.
Because
attack.
I'm too close.
Yeah.
Attack this
Yeah,
one
can't you
without
attack the other
disadvantage,
ones
and
further
then
away?
Maybe this
Yeah.
one blows up.
Yeah, you could.
Without
Oh,
hurting
that's true,
anybody.
because I get 3 different ones. They don't have to be the same one.
How many hit points do you have?
1.
Woo!
Okay.
Big money.
Big money. Okay, then yes, then I'll do the two rays on that
Oh, I know
distant
who I
one.
have to
Okay.
kill.
Can she
And then
reach
can
the
I
third
reach
one
that
within
other
there?
one?
You could shoot it under the boat. All you have to do
Okay,
is
so
tip
then
it
I'll
a bit.
do. I can even see it past.
You could probably
There's
see
one
it over
behind
my
the cliff.
head,
You can see
honestly.
this one.
Okay,
Yeah,
from here I
he's up-
can't. So I didn't. There was a guy there.
He's,
so
up,
yes,
he's
then
up a
I'll do
little
that
bit.
one.
I'm
Okay,
tall.
start shooting.
Okay. All right.
-4.
So
You're not
let's
going to hit
see.
any of these anyway, honey.
Dude,
Well, I'll
believe.
try.
I believe.
I do too. You're the best.
That was a 1.
Okay,
So
you
missed.
Hits the wall and.
Could you just keep firing at the same one then? Because
Can you do the same one, or do you have to choose 3
No, you
different?
can choose
No,
the
you
same
can
target.
do the same. Yeah, you have
I
like
just keep
three.
shooting
11.
the same one.
Misses.
And 8. Because that's wait.
Yeah, she's adding your negative, so that's.
Shoot.
It's,
she's
it's
like.
rough,
it's a
man.
12.
It's cold out.
12 hits. 12 hits. So
Oh,
she's like.
heck
She's like pew pew pew, and then finally gets it in the cradle. Roll damage.
Okay, and then
2d6.
2d6. Where am I?
2d6.
Come on now.
Who's after?
2d6.
Sabode. Sabode.
8.
It's a dope.
8 damage.
you,
Throw.
Callista.
No, we're
Okay.
gonna destroy it. Boom.
Woo!
It explodes.
Crackle.
Woo! Yes.
Oh, plus vulnerability to fire, so it takes double damage. It definitely.
You killed that bitch.
Double
Sorry for doubting you.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
Fire.
You done?
I will be doing
Bonus.
fireball.
Move.
I am going to move back.
You're gonna.
Oh wait,
attack
I'm
of
too close. I'm
opportunity.
too close.
Yeah.
I can't tell from this angle that I'm not
Sorry,
close. Let me get up here closer.
Yeah, like,
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
I thought I was 2 back. All right.
I know the angle through the screen
Yeah,
gets
that's
weird.
alright.
Then I will. I'm 1
done.
and I can't. I'm
you're
done
done.
because
Next.
I'm just thinking.
Next.
Callista.
I thought I could do like
Callista, you hear.
mage armor, but that's an action.
Whoop,
Oh,
whoop,
it's not.
whoop,
Yeah.
whoop,
Still coming.
whoop.
Hello?
Then Chet,
Let me
then
turn my
Guillermo.
hearing aid up.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh, what's up, mama? You come here often?
You got it wrong.
Alright, so from here,
Oh, your gown.
I'm going to
So
target
beautiful.
this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Firebolt this time.
Okay, he's 10 feet up.
Um,
No, he's not. He
Does
was
that
not
matter?
with
It's like,
the
yeah,
no,
he's,
he's right next to you.
near me, yeah.
So 15 to hit,
Hits, yep.
and then 1d10. Where'd that go?
Roll 2 of them.
Because it's fire.
Well, I can use my
7
reaction to deflect.
and 6, so 13 damage.
13, 15 spot. So you see this firebolt come
I'm
out
hoping that
from
he
the
doesn't
boat.
die so I
And,
can disengage and get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
okay.
And then
You find that terrain that you're walking on very inhospitable, by the way.
It feels bad.
yeah,
man.
so I'm going to Misty Step.
I don't like it.
It means
Where can
move
I
your
go
ass.
here?
Move your ass.
Move
Help.
your ass.
And I think
Subtle
that I moved
DM
30.
speak, foe.
That's like basically difficult terrain that you're walking on. Those are chunks of ice that, like,
Your stilettos get
Move.
stuck in there.
or it's water that's pooled. In any case, any place where you see water, there is some element
The
of water
little
there.
pool is nice
I
and cool.
will just Misty Step right here.
Okay, it's bold strategy, Kade.
He gets 1d10 temporary hit points.
Oh, anytime she misty steps, it's
Heck
1d10, but
yeah.
you're still unconscious.
He has 9 temporary hit points to add when he.
So when you
becomes
wake up,
wake
you'll
up,
have
you'll
this
have
little
9
shield
hit
around
points,
you
yeah.
of 9
So add
Yes.
that 9 temporary hit points.
Okay, next.
Chet.
Chet
And
is
that
next.
was a good roll, Betty.
Am I
That's
unconscious
great.
now? Or conscious?
No.
Oh,
Not yet.
he gave you 1 hit point, didn't he?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
Yes, so you're good.
So you actually have
You're at
11.
10.
Woo!
9 plus 1 is 10.
Oh, 10.
You want to give him the...
But
You-
yeah,
you
by
have
all means,
11.
I shouldn't have said anything.
What are you doing?
So Chet,
So
Thomas
I have
woke you up.
9
Too honest.
temporary and 1 actual.
Where
Yes.
am I at?
So I am
So the
up.
9 temporary get
All right,
killed first.
We're gonna
and then
make
you're
this
one.
real fast. What we're gonna
Oh, yeah,
do
it's your
turn now.
is
Guillermo, you.
healing word. No, that's gonna be my bonus action.
Good idea.
So we're going
Yay.
Cure wounds, healing word. Oldest trick in the book.
to. None of those are gonna work on them.
Burns through your slots, but it gets the job done.
Can I do more than 1 healing word? You can only do it once, right? Even though
It's
you
like-
have multiple
Like you
houses,
can use it
multiple
as a
spots.
spell and a
Correct.
bonus action.
Because
So
it's like, you know,
can't
on
do-
your turn, it's like you have an action you can use, you have a bonus
But you
action.
can't use
you can
healing
do
word as
healing.
an action and then
Healing
also use
word-
it as a bonus action.
No, because it's like the currency that you're using for that is
But-
the bonus action.
But if you have 5 level 1 slots, you can use healing word multiple turns.
Yes.
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 As a level
Yes.
1
Correct.
slot.
Every time you cast
You
it, it
can't
burns.
use it more than
Yep.
burns a
once
slot.
in
Oh.
In a turn.
We
Yep.
were confused
Sorry.
because we didn't know you didn't
Two,
know how to
so
play
like
this
you
game.
have any level 2. So if you want, if you're like in a pinch, you can use
Yep.
this as a level 2 spell, and it does more.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
You know,
That's
you
Who's
have-
after
yes,
Chet?
you can use this
Guillermo.
up to 4 times.
okay.
today.
I gotcha. Okay, so what I'm
Barbarian
gonna do then?
eventually gets extra attack, doesn't it?
But you can only per turn.
I think so.
Okay.
I'll eventually get extra attack.
Yes, at 5th level.
All right.
It's like 2
then
levels.
I am going to.
Oh, it's great we're killing these because we get experience.
Poke that guy.
Okay,
With
right
my-
PR.
Every individual.
With my rapier.
I noticed the bravery.
Oh.
From death to like, ah,
Yeah.
right back into
Yeah,
it.
Bard's like, he's
Uh,
ready to go.
one.
That's crazy.
You got one.
That's crazy.
Would you like to use your point of inspiration to repoke, or when you want to save it for a death
Wake
save?
up and
or-
bam!
I already used my point of inspiration,
Oh,
so I
that's
did
funny.
1 point of damage. But then I'm going to use my healing word as a level 2 spell on Ms. Saboda.
Sabode.
Sabode the abode.
Sabode.
So it's
And
2d4
2d4,
Woo!
plus your charisma
Plus your
modifier.
charisma modifier.
which is a total
Who's next?
of 4.
Who's next?
Yeah,
So-
that's really good.
So
Woo!
that's 3,
A 3.
Yes.
4 plus
Plus
4,
four.
7.
8. Awesome. Thank you.
That's
you.
That
so
feels
then
way
now
better.
you burn your level 2 spell.
Yay.
That's pretty good.
The death breath.
Thanks.
All right, Guillermo.
Do you need an inhaler?
Have we done any damage to the guy in front of me?
Negative.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Psycho.
Go 1 point.
So no.
1 point of damage. All right. I long sword.
my achievements.
That's great. Happy for you.
21 hits.
Yes.
Woo!
So,
I was gonna come over and flank with you, but you guys have it all figured out.
so 14 damage. Does that kill him?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
come over.
I divine smite.
I will just allow that to destroy it.
All right. Cool.
Burn
We
your
love
slot.
you for it.
Yep.
Yeah, the paladin again is like, "You foul creature! You are nothing compared to my glory!" Smashes it.
Do we need a Constitution saving throw?
Is it my turn?
Well, I
Well,
just killed
The
him.
Oh,
guy
yeah,
exploded.
you do.
Yeah.
You do. You need a con save.
I knew I should have ran away.
Do
That's
I need
kind of
to, or am I too far away?
You're good. You're good.
So I rolled a 10, but minus 2 is 8. So
That's
Yeah,
All right, you take 5 damage.
18.
You take no, you take 2
Nona.
off your 10.
No.
hey,
heavy
I would
fist.
love a heal if someone could give me one. 5 damage, you said?
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay. I can heal myself. Just
We're almost done. We're so
We're
close.
so close.
Oh, I got marked
Um,
down.
They don't seem to have any concern of their own life.
That's great,
Uh,
because I
just-
don't either.
Well, you're saying like
Yeah.
a normal creature. You know, I believe in monsters knowing what they're doing.
Would
They
run.
would run.
Right. Careful about how much
Oh shit, my
attention
bad
you got
dog.
there. Just saying.
Let's see. Nona would like to, as a bonus action, I can disengage.
Okay.
Because of my
That
monkish
tracks, yep.
whatever.
Monk stuff.
Yes. And I have 40 feet of movement.
Mhm.
So I would like to come over here and flank with this big boy.
Okay.
If you're
Let's
alright
do
with that.
it.
Big boy flank.
Heck yeah.
And with my action, I would like to. I still have the club, our funny club that we talked about in my hand.
Sure, it's not burning anymore.
Fuck. Then I'm gonna throw it on the ground. I'm gonna
Okay.
punch it.
All right.
Throw it on the
Been
ground.
raining for like 20
So
seconds.
I can punch.
Ooh. 23.
Yeah, that hits.
May I flurry of blows
Sure.
him?
Ooh.
Can I just start going like this?
Can one of them please be a headbutt? Be a headbutt.
Oh, yeah, I'll, like-
right in the beat.
I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
know
What
how
am
this
I
plays
reaching
out.
that with my head? What am I reaching
They're
with
the
the
same size
headbutt?
as you.
Oh, great.
But they kind of sit there and flap their wings, and they
Okay.
have really long, gross, shredded, like icicle claws.
Great.
Ew.
Like
Okay.
big long noses that look really creepy.
Um,
like Death Faith
I'm
math.
Still trying to learn how this works.
I remember
What
my
do you
first
do?
day playing Dungeons and Dragons. It was a long time ago.
Oh, I can't flurry of blows. It's a
Okay,
bonus action.
that's great.
So
Are you
I'll
done
just-
then?
No, I'll just punch
Okay,
him.
roll your damage. Roll your
Okay, I just punch him.
with advantage.
Punch him. Punch him
Woo!
real good.
I do 5 plus 3 is 8.
10.
Some damage.
Okay.
That's how we're rounding up.
Still, yeah,
Does that look like it kills it? We're pipping
20-ish?
He's still flying.
Oh, I guess I could have rolled to see if I got a nat 20.
That's,
Oh,
go
that's
ahead.
true. Roll it.
You do that
roll
sometimes.
It.
Nope.
The
Not this
first
time.
2 rounds I forgot to add my
alright.
rage damage.
Oh,
so.
shoot.
Who's next?
That's alright.
You.
At 14?
20.
20. Thomas's turn.
Thomas gets to do something besides bring people back to life.
Thank God
No.
for Thomas.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
Thomas.
for Thomas.
Who knew this little
Thomas's
boy
job.
could be so handy?
Thomas, do you have any healing potions?
Yeah.
Although
Chuck one
could
into my
argue.
mouth.
You feel
All up in my mouth.
you feel touching your leg a little hand,
Ugh.
and it does. It freaks you out, and then you realize that it's Thomas's hand.
You throw the wine glass at him out of instinct.
She takes it
Cuts his hand off.
More and more picturing Moira Rose.
Moira.
Yeah.
Ruth, I don't know how hurt you were, and he doesn't either. But you received 13 hit points.
That's
Whoa,
excellent.
what?
I do need that.
Yeah. Thank
And-
God for Thomas.
Thank God for Thomas.
And we roll rather severe.
Little layer.
Help.
5. Come on, Icy. Con
Yeah.
saves, please, everybody. Ugh.
Woo!
1, 8.
Oh my God.
9.
And oh,
Oh, I get a plus
8.
only
16.
Okay, anybody less than 12 is going to take this.
What is that?
No.
That is
Counterspell.
2 points of damage from the cold,
I
very
know.
low. It's the rain that was freezing
Yeah, I
when
heard
it
that
hits
as well.
is now freezing as it falls, and so it's pelting needle
Like hail.
like rain,
Oh.
like very small hail. It's really peppering you.
Needle.
Um,
Oh,
You two failed, right?
Yep, I failed.
I failed.
If you failed, you also have disadvantage on dexterity checks for an hour,
Oh,
that was-
as your
Oh,
arms
so
and legs are
bad.
numb, your body hurts,
I also failed, by the way.
and
Buddy.
the area starts to get really, really slick, and is now all
I need
difficult
my
terrain,
spike boots.
and works as the spell grease. So anytime you start your round, you have to roll a dexterity saving throw. You might fall down.
Cade, gear
Okay.
bows down.
You're almost down
'Cause, like, the
from peppering rain.
inside isn't
Wearing armor?
Hits him in the face.
Fair enough.
Hurts his feelings.
I rolled a 1, so
I've done that.
I deserve that.
Well, I guess it would be
Okay.
sliding
My turn.
on the bottom,
I
but
think we all know where this is going.
I don't get it.
I missed.
Hmm.
Did I? Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
Can I use
got
a luck on
advantage.
a friend?
I have advantage.
You're welcome!
I got really embarrassed because I missed, and then I hit him with a 27.
Okay.
Try again!
Nice. Try
You
once
two roll a
again.
con save.
Ow.
Sorry I hit him so hard.
2 damage, Caitlin.
18.
2 damage.
Very good. Very
10.
good.
5.
2 damage.
How much is my 5?
What is that?
That's my 5. That's my fucking hit
You are not
points.
close enough.
Oh,
Oh, you are too. I'm
So
sorry.
now I'm at 3.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
You get 5 damage.
Dude, I'm
Oh
eating
my
shit
God.
right
See, I
now.
do
Within
like
2
I just
squares?
use this
No,
box,
she was
and then
right.
when I'm done, I erase the whole.
He killed it with right here.
Oh,
She's 1
it's
square.
within
Shit,
1
there's
square.
2 in here?
No.
No,
Here. I'm
over
sorry.
there.
Yes, there
Yeah.
are. There are 2 with.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
fucked off
the
out of
binder clip, we can't see him.
binder
I know, I can't see it, so I'm like, I forget he's there.
That's alright.
I'm gonna use lucky.
Can I, since they're little, can I
How many loves
jump
do you get?
or get on this side of them?
It's 3.
Whoa.
The boat
You
is
could go right
kind of in
there.
the way, bro. Like the boat is actually.
flip the
Okay,
boat.
watch, I'll tell
The
Okay, fine.
the gator clip doesn't count. You could stand right there.
I use
But
the
I wanna
gator
get
clip
on-
that's on the boat.
I want to protect my paladin.
Clamp the middle.
Okay. And you're done, right?
Done.
Next.
Where's the ice guys?
Ah.
I'm gonna need help.
Ice.
The barbarians,
Whatever
right
they do.
there.
No way.
Take this, barbarian. I'll use barbarian dice at you.
Why would you do that?
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a 1
Woo!
and a 7.
It makes me look heroic.
Barbarian dice.
Yeah!
These creatures, like, you kind of freak them out because you leap up along the wall and drop down is
Oh,
what
you
you do. And
bank
they're like,
off it.
they're like,
Like cat does that on the
and they miss. They suck.
Sweet.
And then they land on
Sabode.
me.
Sabode.
It's about the abode.
Then Callista.
Is that the only one left? Is the guy by the
There's
binder
2 of
clip?
them.
There's 2 by
Oh, there's
me.
2
2.
over there.
There's like a little kitty corner.
Oh, I see.
Do you
I see.
understand?
I get it now.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I understand now.
Do you understand?
I thought we were about done.
Oh yes.
We're so close.
You're like, why are you guys still fighting?
How many experience points do we
how
get
many?
per-
How hurt are you, Goliath?
I have 7.
Oh, you might not like that then. I don't have any good spells.
But if I make my cons when they
What do
explode,
you mean?
it's usually
Love
only
Scorching Ray?
4.
Is that a spell or a cantrip?
Ooh.
What's PB mean?
It is a spell. Oh, I do
Okay.
have one left.
What cantrips did you choose?
Do something.
Your wizard?
Light, Mage Hand, Ray of Frost, Prestidigitation. Those are my cantrips.
Well, hit the one of them's not hurt at all. Hit him.
Okay, then great. Have me step around then the boat,
What's PB mean?
What is PB?
and then I'll Scorching Ray those two.
PB +2. And
Proficiency bonus.
Oh, PB is proficiency bonus.
Gosh, I was still thinking. in
I'll
terms
Scorching
of-
Ray.
well, it's right
So
next to experience.
Oh,
my
interesting.
All I
first
could think was
ray
double
is a
penetration. I was like,
19.
that doesn't work out though.
No,
No,
that's like
that's-
penetration,
Bonus.
but
Bone.
oh,
Oh.
that too.
Penetration bonus.
Yeah. +2 for that.
So
Why?
when I'm at -4 exhaustion, so that would take away from my spell attacks too, or just
Yeah.
my abilities?
But you still hit with a 19.
Okay, -4.
You hit.
15.
So 15 still hits.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's awesome.
All right.
That's great.
It's just
All
you're
right, so that's
shivering. This
one.
ice is coming down. You know, like whatever.
All right,
what are
so
you? What spell are you
one-
using?
17.
Think Scorching Ray again.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah. And so my first one, second one was 17,
Hit.
and then my third one was a 15 minus 11. 11.
11.
I'm
Oh wait,
gonna-
11.
They don't have.
16.
Yep, you hit. You're good. You hit 3 times.
Okay.
Are you disperting them 2 on the undamaged one and 1 on the damaged one?
Yes.
Okay.
So-
They are vulnerable. This guy blows up. Barbarian,
sweet.
roll a con save.
Yep.
You can roll your damage for the 2 on the other 2.
I believe
Okay.
in you.
It's going to be doubled, so it's going to be 8d6.
Ooh.
You're going
Oh,
to blast it.
8d6.
You're going to
Okay.
destroy it.
I made it.
Okay, you take 2 damage.
That's great.
Gina, you destroy it, honey.
Did both of them die or
you
just
blast
one?
because she's rolling
Both of
double
them?
damage. She's going to roll
Oh,
8d6 on
gotcha.
that. Roll another one.
That's radical.
Okay.
Come on.
Perfect.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
Explode.
You take 2
2
more
more.
damage.
Woo!
Nice job, team.
And as you look around you, you notice the ice shards,
I don't
the shattered
see it.
ice shards
Here it
mixing in
comes.
with the icy rain as it comes down. And the first thing you think is immediately we got to get back underneath of this boat because
Start that
You're-
fire
Both of
again.
them got
you're
it.
taking on.
Oh.
I grabbed the paladin.
Yep.
Help!
Are you
help,
up?
help me
I'll drag
grab
you
Oh,
in.
like a
I-
grab his
I'm
leg.
Up. I'm up.
Okay.
Paladin is not.
Nona.
We do the
takes
whatever
like a-
we help to get him to 1
Yeah,
hit
like-
point.
And
You fire starters. We better play that game.
Prestidigitate.
Prodigitate!
you're under the boat.
Or
Prodigitate!
You're under the boat.
Well, one of you
How
teach him
is-
how to say
is
it.
how did Thomas handle this
Way more fun to
altercation?
do it like
I
this.
want to look at his face and I want to see.
Because then when you fail it, it's like, just say it right.
Thomas looks like he may have taken on a little bit of despair.
Uh-oh.
Like he just looks kind of sad, a little shocked.
are there
but, like,
Scary.
despair
Yeah.
points to track?
yeah, he just yes, there are, but just,
Oh, there
just
are.
for him now. So then you guys, it goes real
okay.
quiet, and then the
That's the digitated
ends
bird chirp.
ends as
Caw-caw,
like
caw-caw.
a.
Do any of us have any idea what that is?
I'm
would.
from a cold,
I'll let you roll.
mountainy.
I'll let you roll.
His.
Yeah, do
I
the.
will let you roll history or survival, which survival is probably much better for you.
13.
It's a walrus.
You have heard the old
A
tribesmen
whale.
talk of these creatures that live up in mountains that have this really horrific growl
Oh, God.
that are
The
called
Yeti.
Yeti, the Yeti. And
Maybe
that
he's
you've
friendly.
run into them
Maybe he's a
occasionally. You know,
friendly
you've never
Yeti.
seen them, never encountered them, but
friendly
you
Yeti.
the tribal stories of
I guess I
in the
was
mountains.
raised in town by a.
And he says, maybe it was
Small
Yetis. I don't know. All right, so you guys, I assume, are going to try a long rest.
God,
Please.
Okay.
You know,
I'll take first watch.
So when
That's
you
nice of you.
are out of the box, you
What's in the
some things happen. So you can rest normally and get your spell slots back. You get your hit points back.
Alright.
But for every day out of the box that you spend, your maximum hit point is reduced by 1.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
So every day you need a full 24 hours in the box to prevent that from happening. So every day that you don't spend in the box to rest and recuperate whatever magic it is that's keeping you alive, you lose 1 hit point off your hit point total each day.
Permanently?
No.
Or until you're
Well,
back?
Until you go back in the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. not bleeding you to death. It's a mechanic that lets you know that your characters
I can't play forever.
Your characters are not in full control of their spirit, of their life. It's you're locked, you're chained, you're shackled to this thing.
Do we feel like any pull that we're tethered to where we truly are from where we're from to here?
No.
Do you feel anything like that?
The only thing that you feel is this utter compulsion to help keep this kid alive.
Yeah.
And you know that the box has something to do with your own existence. And as a monk and a meditator, as the fire's coming back, you guys stoked the fire up. It didn't completely go out. The boat was covering it the whole time. You were able to stoke it. You go into a little bit of a meditative state, and you realize that maybe you weren't always the best. And you remember a certain...
I suck.
You remember a certain time where you, put lice in a girl's bed?
That's true.
So that the next day when you challenged her in front of the dojo, that she was distracted, didn't sleep well, and you just knew where to find lice in the hood, and you went and got some. You're like,
Lice
oh,
in
let's
the hood,
have some of
always.
this, and it allowed you to win. But then you were like, I'm the best, right? Well, in your own mind, you were the best because you still won, and whatever it takes to win,
I'll do whatever I
whatever
need
it
to
takes to
do.
win.
That's right.
And that memory kind of comes to you in this phase, and it's. You don't know. You know that you're alive, that you're breathing, that you are a part of this weird box, and you feel like as you rest, you're going to lose a piece of yourself that didn't get to relax. Okay? So, now we get to look at the equipment list that you all wrote down.
Rotate. You know, like...
Does fatigue and all that goes away with the rest?
Yes, at long rest, fatigue goes away, but you get to roll again in the morning if you didn't spend time in the box.
Oh.
Madness, all that.
What are we doing?
We're rolling some stuff.
Woo!
Equipment. Okay, turn to your equipment page, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Like my durability?
Yep.
Log?
So,
Okay.
any weapon used in this battle must roll a saving throw. You are looking at a DC. I have it here. For battle, DC 13. Your weapons have, like anything that's made out of steel, normal gear, steel weapons, tools. So you're looking at a plus sturdy gear. Any of your weapons or armor that you martial characters use is at +3. So that's what you're rolling with your saving throw. So basically you need a 10 or higher. Normal gear is +2.
You do that for like armor and your weapon.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you take damage on one of those things, it's just 1 point of damage.
How do we choose
Yeah, it's like the
what
things that you
damage
have
we're
on your
taking?
person.
You just take
You're wearing
1.
this right now?
So,
So it
okay.
says
you-
notes,
you like a
rust,
plus three
frostbite
bonus.
repair.
Oh, sure.
And then I get 2 for prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation,
So it's like
you can
you're gonna
clean
roll to see
instead of
what's
fixed
in it.
rust, yes.
So for my rapier, I did not make my throw, so current would be 6.
Correct. Or you could write -1,
So you
right?
wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yep, good call. But I would use, if it's rust,
I think that's what I would think.
Right, right. There's, it's easy to repair your items. We're gonna roll first to see what was damaged, and then,
I got you. So
with a spellcaster has to take time to memorize their spells. The martial characters now have to spend time keeping their equipment, or it will break. Yes.
I am unarmored and unweaponed.
So you're fine.
Okay, I don't need to. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So half plate failed. What's the note on that one then?
You're gonna take 1 DP point of damage, and there is no effect at that point where with just
I see.
-1.
Okay.
You just noticed, bro, like the bolts where the bolts are going into leather to hold kind of the plates together. You notice them sort of tearing away. Certain links might have started to open up on pieces of chainmail that are connecting your half plate together.
So I went from 8 to 7.
Correct. It's starting to come apart.
So
and once you continue down that path, of course, there's stuff that's not good.
But
Okay.
there was no effect at this point.
Like there's
Nope.
gonna be no. Okay.
Nope.
I didn't
Okay.
use my weapons, so I don't roll for those.
You're fine. Did you never went in the water?
I did leather armor is all.
Okay, you have. Did you roll for your leather armor? Did you make the saving throw?
Got a nat 20 on
So
it.
your leather armor. Then what you end up having to do is you probably take some oil that night as you
I
notice like everybody else's stuff, kind of looking at people's shit, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna break, and so you're like starting to oil.
Yep.
And you guys all look at her, and you're like, oh yeah, she's oiling her leather armor,
You know.
and
Do this part really well.
so if you want to get your damage back, we can do that at this time. And guys, this is just another one of those experiments that I've always wanted to try. So if it becomes a total pain in the dick, we just won't do it. But there is an easy way to get this stuff back. And it is as follows.
Where's Tinnamon's tiny hut, huh?
Lehman's tiny hut.
Whatever it is.
Does anybody
I
have,
love that
you need an appropriate tool kit. So like if you want to repair your sword, your shield, your metal armor, you need a smith's kit. Does anybody own a smithing kit?
No.
I don't. No.
Nobody took smithing in the list.
Fuck no.
Okay. Paladin, maybe? Maybe Paladin? No, not smithing?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, field patching is DC 15 survival.
You didn't have to worry about it because now.
So
she
if
had
you have
something
an
was
item that
on.
is damaged, I will.
Nacho again.
Major repair is a long rest plus workshop. Nobody has the workshop, so it becomes field patching. Field
my
patching
God.
is DC 15.
Oh, there it is.
Survival check, I would let you replace that with intelligence. Because intelligence in this case is like, you understand how metal works and
Metal.
blah, blah, blah. It's metal.
Metal.
So,
I read a book once, so I know.
No way.
Well, no, like that.
Just
leather.
one time.
I did.
Does anybody have
Okay,
a
not
leather?
me.
You'll learn the system along with me too. So if it's leather armor or whatever, then that's a leather worker's kit.
Right.
If it's metal armor, metal swords, that's a smith's kit. Tinker's kit kind of fills the other gaps in that. But you'll need in the future, you'll want to find a tool set for everybody to even have it, even if you're not proficient with it. Having smith's tools will be beneficial for you in the future moving forward.
It will change how I look at when we go into town.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
will
Yeah,
change
we
how you
don't
look.
buy
Want to look like a
supplies.
scrub.
I wanted to bring normality back by making stuff suck. Does that make sense?
Well, like,
Life does suck.
well, like when you go into town, like, do you have any +2 swords?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is not a world
We
where there are
just
plus
need-
2 swords
I-
hanging
yeah,
in the
I'd
shop.
chop
It's
your
not.
head off.
You'll
Yeah,
never
well,
find
if you're
it.
in a little village, I mean, you
Correct.
might not even
Yeah.
have a kit for
But
it.
like,
Maybe
oh,
They'll be
crap,
like,
do
you
you
go
have-
to the
do you have
blacksmith.
leather?
You go to the blacksmith shop, and he may have a sword underneath the
He'll
countertop
give you a horseshoe
that
though.
he's had for 20 years.
There you go.
So if you would like to repair an item, you can go ahead and roll that. It sounds like everybody's doing just either the survival or the intelligence, so it's either wisdom or intelligence. DC 15 without the proper equipment. If you have the proper equipment, the DC goes down considerably.
Is there a
I oil
failure?
my hands.
Like,
Nope, it doesn't do anything if you fail,
Oh.
unless you roll a 1. So don't roll a 1.
With
I
the
passed my
lanolin.
check.
Okay.
And so if I didn't use a weapon in that fight, we're good? Or like my hand axes, didn't touch them.
You're fine. The hand axes are fine.
You did use it to row the boat.
The great
I
axe.
used my great axe.
Oh, very nice.
And so then I passed.
So your great axe made its save
Yep.
of 13. Okay.
Killer.
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled it.
Okay, do it.
Do you have to do it for your loot?
My half
too?
plate failed.
Oh, I suppose
Oh.
I would have to do it for my loot.
I think
wouldn't
we're just going to have to buy you armor.
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't
Yeah,
fail
just have
Which you guys did
Okay,
for
you're
me.
eating
a fresh
few
pair
times.
of
though.
armor.
You said I could use wisdom.
Yep.
So I hit
Fresh
15.
You removed that point of terrible shit that happened to your sword. And if you made it with your loot, then you don't need to worry about it. You notice the paladin, like, he swears. You haven't heard him swear all day.
Oh.
He's like,
Oh.
fuck! As he's
Oh,
trying
paladin.
he's trying to
Young
replace a
man.
rivet. And
Animal.
he's like, this damn thing, and it just comes free of the leather.
You're thinking about Nacho, buddy.
No.
Not
And-
loves you.
Don't you say that.
Unfortunately,
Keep his name out your mouth.
keep his name
Two
out.
things
Keep
I
his
don't
name
want
out your
you to
whore
ever
mouth, Bard.
My
Your
height
armor
and
received-
my
You
nacho.
don't even say it.
Your armor receives another point
Yeah, there are a
of
few things we
damage.
don't
So now I'm
touch.
down to 6.
My height
Yeah,
and my
dang.
nacho.
Yep. You see the paladin. The
It's
paladin.
not
You did get a
business.
1.
No, he's
Not
not
Joe
taking
Hope
this
to
well.
talk about.
The paladin is angry. He's got his armor off, which is rare in the first place, and he's like, it's not working, and he doesn't have the tools. He's like, where's Javier? He's my smith. He's supposed to be here with his donkey, following me everywhere I go across the plains with the windmills.
His Budo. Is there anything I can do to help?
Do you have
Him?
smithing?
I don't have shit. But like,
Roll a survival
Pretty sure
check.
I did
Okay.
calligraphy.
Smithing like a
I'm feeling bad
is-
for.
Cade, is smithing like a feat? What is that?
Smithing is a tool proficiency
Oh, okay.
that is available at
Survival?
character create. If you look at your class,
Survival.
you'll get a choice of tool either through background or character class.
Oh yeah.
I really wish
For
I had
my
saved
noble
one
background, I
bardic
get skilled, so I get
inspiration for
3
him.
proficiencies.
It will
Did
at
you
least-
take those proficiencies?
you'll get-
Well,
do you
I
have
did
Song
kind of
of Rest?
haphazardly.
It makes sense for your
I'm the
character to
moment.
have smithing, bud.
Wait,
Okay.
what's that?
Especially if you were a noble.
Am
It's
I
a
good to do
feat-
that?
It's a,
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
class feat. that
Oh
you get
yeah,
at
because
some
at level
point that will
3,
let
I haven't
you-
picked one yet, but I got.
Maybe.
I
I don't
get to
remember
pick
if
a
it was
one
3 or
more.
4.
So what you guys need to do is get together as a company and overlap your stuff so that you make sure that
Somebody is.
everybody can do something for your
I
art.
got a 16 on that survival check.
She has helped you remove it one step, and he's going to take smithing tools, and then he'll be able to roll like a proper big boy, and then it'll be 2 steps. Okay,
You're welcome.
I need to pee, and
Good luck.
am willing for one more encounter if everybody is down for one more encounter, but it's 3:25.
Okay.
Ah.
We
got a heart out.
we can
Oh.
Hank's good till 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, man.
my card battery is completely dead this morning.
I
So
told
if
you.
there's anyone with a smaller car who wants to drive in next to mine and help us,
Pretty
We
sure
just
you
have
have
to
hard
check.
line.
I think we have.
Jumper cables.
Jumper cables.
Hard drive has 45 minutes left on it.
Okay, pause hard drive. Quick pee break.
oh, 366.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
900.
Here we go. This is not it.
900.
Okay,
This is
see
page
also
366.
this Dungeon Master's Guide
Is it
provides
900?
guidance, level advancement,
900.
900.
Is it 900?
Oh fuck! This is a disaster.
I think you need to be at 900 to be level 3.
Oh, you have to look in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Uh-huh.
Dungeon Master's Guide,
Right?
Chapter 2.
Level.
You need 300 points to get to level 2. You
Okay.
need 600 points to get to level 3. You need 1800 points to get to level 4.
Grab the Dungeon Master's Guide.
So 900 is level 3.
You will be at 9, so we will be at 1150
Thank you.
XP points after the 250 we each got.
It's going to be 300. So
Oh, so we're going to be at 1200.
is that a level?
41.
No, not even
Hold
close.
please.
Okay. 1200 experience is what you're at.
Okay.
Woo, fuck. Oh, here we are. I found it.
You
Um,
found it?
900.
900. So we need 2700.
You guys will not be leveling up like last time.
Sweet.
It's not that type of campaign. Cool. Gritty realism.
So I'm at 1200 experience points.
So everybody's staying outside the box. Does that make sense? When you wake up,
Yes.
you have all your spell slots, but you're missing
He's
one
not even in
max
here.
hit point.
I feel kind of weird.
Alright, so we're at.
You feel one weird.
Yeah.
How many do we need?
My rheumatism.
Oh, we have to get to 2700. So we're at.
Bro, maybe this next
1200 right
encounter
now?
with the walrus will be so killer that we level up.
That we level up.
So yeah,
Are
it's
we
like
at-
we have 2
Yeah.
for your proficiency. We won't have an increase in proficiency.
Are we at
until
1150 out of 2700? We get
1200.
1200.
We're at
He gave us
1200.
a
Each
bonus.
each gets 300.
Well, you got through the skill challenge and
He's
We
so
appreciate it.
generous.
Wow.
27.
So beneficent, Gabe.
Yes.
It's because
All right.
pizza.
Kate, did I
now
lose?
we-
was?
Did
so
I
we
lose
got
any
two
We go,
armor
we go
class?
Is that
into
why?
towns
What?
and we just kill
Is that why
people.
you gave us the
That's
extra
what I'm
50?
thinking.
Is that round 2?
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Kate, did I lose any armor
No,
class
guys.
from?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, you've got it fixed now, right?
Well, I was just wondering, like,
Oh.
I'm gonna do that.
are you gonna let me do that after?
You can do it now.
Okay.
Do
I
it
have
as
to
part
roll
of your
for it?
rest. Go ahead and do it now.
Oh.
Before your rest.
What are you doing, fixing stuff?
Do you need help?
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm ready to
Do you need
fricassee up a Yeti.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a Yeti.
Do it.
Oh,
I rolled a 6.
can I help him, please? Can I see?
Is
now
this-
I've noticed he's like struggling.
Is this during the long rest? Are we
Yeah,
still
this is
during?
part of his evening camp stuff. No, Caitlin, he struggled to the point where he's trying to work on it.
And
I'm
I
so
snap at you.
tired.
I don't want your help.
I don't want your
I
help.
hit 5 p.m. and I'm ready to take a nap.
Okay.
Damn Javier.
Fucking Javier. I wish Nacho was here.
Everybody,
Stop talking about
I'm
nacho.
sleeping.
everybody roll a con save.
I don't think he likes it when you talk about that.
But I'm so
I don't think we're
hungry.
supposed to say nacho anymore.
What's What's a nacho?
15. That was the horse that the kid broke.
19.
What are we rolling for?
5.
We
Constitution
don't know
saving
yet,
throw.
but con.
Exhaustion. One level.
That's
12.
alright.
Oh,
Nona
are we-
Heavy Fist is tired.
Con save.
All of us.
Yes.
I like the green one. 17 and 18.
Okay, your DC is 10.
That's cool. I'm glad that I didn't make that.
Our
That's
our
12.
exhaustion went back to normal, right?
Yes,
Over
after you rest. And then if you spent the day out of the box, when the morning comes,
What's in the
you
box?
have to.
What's
Okay?
in the box?
Yep, I got it.
Then in the morning, Thomas says,
Oh, fuck.
I'm really hungry.
Are you hungry?
I bet you all are hungry too. And then you realize that you're starving.
I'm hungry.
Well,
so
Thomas,
hungry.
I wasn't hungry until you said that,
Yeah.
sir. But
Was
starving.
fine. I carry
Better
10
just have
days
a horse
rations.
to eat.
I wouldn't
know what I
mind
have.
if I could borrow a little bit from you,
Let's
sir.
pass out the rations.
We should have killed a shark.
Yeah.
Eaten that. Are you passion rations?
I'll passion the rations.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your
I'm
rations.
assuming
I
that
will need
others
ration.
have rations.
Okay, so if you look on the sheet I gave you,
I
where
sustain myself
ammunition
by-
is,
What's up?
Yep.
there is a spot for food. You guys were adventurers before you were sucked into this weird experience, and so why don't you give yourself 3 days of food, which would be indicated by 3 X's on your food in days
My hungry.
chart.
My hungry
So
chart.
everybody needs to remove 1, and Thomas has none. So who's feeding
Oh,
Thomas?
Thomas.
I'll feed Thomas.
Very good.
Next time you go play, you should make sure
He's
you
like,
pack a lunch.
this food isn't very good, is it?
Well, it's not meant to taste good. It's meant to keep you alive. Such is the life of an adventurer, my
Thank
boy.
you for keeping me alive.
You're welcome.
You're
Thanks for making
welcome.
us alive, I guess.
No problem.
Didn't
Adventure
take
isn't
anything.
what you thought it was, is it, boy?
Does he have a little scar from it on his chin now?
Morning comes.
Eh.
Athletics check to break the ice that's holding the boat down.
I'll just go ahead and
Like
let the
all
big boys
everyone
take
or
care of
just
that.
12.
Oh, but I get advantage on athletics.
do you want assistance?
I rolled a 2 and then a 3. 9.
I think I will give that
What
a
are we
try
rolling for?
then.
Yeah, can I assist my friends? And
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What are we rolling?
I have
Athletics.
to stretch in the mornings.
I just casually rolled an 18.
No. The bar's like, no, you kick. You kick at a spot near the bottom of the boat, and it frees a piece of ice, and then the monk finds a shallow spot and pushes up with her feet from the back, and it cracks open. And
Are you wearing heels?
you
Like
see
heel
Always.
boots?
Always.
Oh boy.
Check this out, though.
Fabulous.
Are those? Oh wow! Ah! What a magnificent invention!
Magnificent tale.
The beast!
You notice over there
Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
a yeti
Let's
eating,
maybe just put
eating
the-
some pieces of sailors that washed
Oh.
up.
I
Oh, we
believe
could
that's
have eaten those.
Oh, you're right.
There's a dead guy right here, and he's got half his body in his mouth. Yeti are fierce-looking creatures now.
Now,
Oh, I think he looks like the Bumble.
Not everything needs to be murdered the second we see it, just because it's large.
what do you suggest then, friend? Are
Dude, we
you
could ambush.
suggesting that we...
We could eat it. Oh my god, we can make food out of its
I'm
body.
not
We
saying
make food
that
out
we
of
should
its
kill
body.
it.
And
but-
use its
We
fur.
We could, yes, we could
Meat
make
to bring-
because
blankets
While
for
they're
Thomas.
talking about murder.
Oh, it looks like that. Kill it!
Oh, he's
Die!
It wants to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you want to talk about?
Hey, bud.
All right.
You want to talk about your feelings?
It really wants to talk.
Oh,
I
this
like-
is us and that's it.
Surprise.
Eating.
Yeah.
I
do-
like surprise as well. Should I make it laugh?
Ooh.
Well, do you have hold? It wouldn't work.
It heard the cracking of the ice from the boat, which is why it didn't see you, is because your boat was like, when you look at the bottom of the boat, it's completely white. Like, it wouldn't be indistinguishable from anything.
We're all like
Can we-
hovering
can we,
underneath
like,
it,
use
right?
Like,
So,
Like a blind.
yeah.
it heard the noise
Yeah.
of the cracking ice as you push the boat over, and it looks at you and goes, "What?" Whoa, 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 whoa.
And then just dead spirits at us.
I don't like that.
That's rolling
Yeah,
initiative.
no, I don't like that at all.
And
Roll
I shout back,
initiative.
giant.
Yes.
Does it speak giant?
That's Yeti.
Oh my God, Thomas.
'Cause
You're
if
a
it speaks
heal
giant-
battery.
You're our little battery.
Although I'm guessing it doesn't really want to have a chat.
What, are you hungry? Does the sailor taste good?
Does the tailor taste yummy?
Languages, Yeti.
Okay.
Different dialect.
of giant.
All right, my Yeti goes quickly. I am going to go at 21 with the Yeti.
That's funny.
Rosie goes 20.
20 for me as well.
21.
Whoa.
I'm guessing probably none of those.
No way.
17.
Woo! Big money. We're rolling better today.
Chet, you're 17?
Yes.
Chet.
Nona Heavy Fist got 23.
Dang,
Easy
Nona.
peasy. You don't suck anymore.
I'm sorry, 22. I don't know how to do math.
I'm not going to change it.
That a boy. That's
about
what I
you?
like to hear.
Sabode got 14.
Woo!
14.
What'd you get last time? Like 4?
I had 4 or 5,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Missing
Yeah, we all
anybody?
did it much better this round. I
We're
think.
feeling much better
many
with
feet
our
are
rest
each of
in our
these?
tent.
5.
Okay.
And then you want Tyler, Travis, Timmy,
Thomas.
Thomas.
Thomas at 20, please.
20.
I
And
thought
you
you
want,
were giving names
you
to
want
the
Laird,
Yeti. I was like,
Javelin?
what?
Yep, they'll always go at the same time.
Okay.
Tyler, Timmy, Travis.
Nona,
whatever you
23.
Nona Heavy Fist is feeling pretty good this morning.
Except,
Except I'm
for your
exhausted.
exhaustion. Which can be done, that can be taken away with the normal means of like minor restoration and things like
Sure.
that when they come to pass.
I wish I had it.
Or a potion,
I don't
anything.
have anything.
Cripes.
I was doing my like Tai Chi in the morning, and then I got sucked over here. Now, the cracks, like, okay.
It's either water on top or water beneath, but in any case, the
So, like,
cracks
what's-
become difficult terrain.
Okay, so like this is difficult terrain,
Yep.
but like this isn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
How big is he?
He's a
Large.
large creature.
He's like
Large.
me.
He's like 13 feet tall.
Oh shit.
Larger.
I'm only medium.
Nona Heavy Fist. Is there anything in like? Oh fuck. So I can like move here. How tall is this rubble? Would I be able to conceal myself behind it?
Probably.
Being a 2-foot being.
Yeah, I'm little. So I'm gonna use my
You might be able
movement
to
to
try
like come
hiding
over
under there too,
here.
buddy.
I believe I can use my bonus action.
Stop talking
as
about
a
my height.
action. I was talking about my height.
I can do this. Let me do it.
You think you can do these things, Nemo?
You
You
can't.
can't.
Just let me do it.
Nacho was here.
You know what would have
Riding
actually
and
happened in
look way
that movie?
taller.
His
You know,
dad.
I mean, I would.
I
didn't know
imagine
taller.
when you go back in the box, he turns back into where his legs look like they're riding the horse. And then when
He's
he
like
comes,
bowed.
he's all
Like
bow-legged.
the little cowboy.
Yep, and then when he comes out of the box,
I'm
you'll
not
let
gonna.
me know.
I'm not gonna officially
So sorry,
use my
Guillermo,
action to
that you're
hide.
being mocked
I'm not
in
gonna do.
such a
I'm just
way.
gonna be behind it.
I just feel.
I
horrible
want
for
to
you.
ready
But it's
You hear
funny.
that? You
an
got a
unarmed
friend here.
strike
But I feel
for
bad.
when something,
But it's funny.
or when an
Just
enemy
stop
comes
talking
within range,
about it.
and then that'll be
Just
it.
get away from me.
Just
I
get
don't want
away
you
from
talking
me.
Next.
right now.
Yeti and Callisto.
I
Callisto.
maybe made a poor choice.
What happened there, buddy?
I'm feeling nervous. Well, I put myself out there.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
did.
who
I
goes
mean, you're a
first,
good
but
target
maybe
now.
Yeti.
Well, I'm like concealed behind like a.
Oh
pillar.
my god.
He can
Coming
go
right
that's
for
a
us.
lot.
through that.
That's a lot.
Can you see me?
This is his home.
I'm
How did he get through that?
What?
He is a Yeti.
Yeah.
Through that difficult terrain.
Oh, did you hold an attack?
You're doing great, bud.
I don't.
I'm used to being able to do clowny
I
shit.
once saw a halfling standing out there
Are you inspiring me
in the face. Oh, you got to roll. In the face
He's building up
of
to
I was just excited.
adversity.
Yeti is thinking.
She was the greatest, the best I'd seen. And she need no
I got a natural 20.
inspiration from
All right,
me.
I will like to flurry of blows if that's all right, since
Fine.
I hit him.
She amazed even the great
There's just like so many things I can
Yeti.
do with like all of this shit.
In blows that came in a flurry. Punch, punch, punch a tea.
Okay, this
Okay.
Punch a tea.
I'm gonna strike it.
Punch
With one of those
a tea.
strikes, it needs to make a dex save for me.
11.
13 is what it needed to be.
Okay.
It falls over prone.
Heck yeah.
And then I'm gonna take my other hit.
Okay.
With the, with the whatever.
With advantage.
Do that again.
8.
Did you roll with advantage?
No.
Oh, because he's prone?
From.
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, girl.
8.
8 damage? Okay.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
throw an 8 spot on there. 10. Go ahead.
I guess I could have just chain flamed
Alright, so it's still my turn. That was just the monk's
all my shit.
held action.
Yep.
Kind of sucks, actually.
He
Not for us.
flips over on his belly.
Ugh.
He's going to try to claw you with disadvantage.
Oh.
I have my reaction. I
I don't care none.
don't care.
Bring it
Hop
on.
our way.
I'm just a short little
I'm
gal.
naughty.
but I'm the best of the best of what I do.
I'm the best.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm
19.
gonna dodge that shit.
Alright.
Dang.
That dang old dodging.
I wish I had more than my underwear on.
No way, dude.
Okay.
No, that goes commando.
And-
Under these robes.
No, Nando.
Does
No,
a 16
man.
hit you?
Oh gosh.
Yes, it does.
Okay. That's 2 attacks with disadvantage. Both hit.
Okay.
We are talking about
Well, I believe I'm gonna mock him a little bit.
20
while-
points of
while
damage.
We're going.
Can
but
I
I'm
redirect
mocking.
one of those?
Yep.
And I believe I'll mock.
So
on the
the
other one.
damage you're looking to redirect is 10.
Okay.
You're gonna mock?
Yeah, I believe I'll mock
As a
little bit.
reaction?
Kate, you forgot your
yes,
sexy
as a
glasses.
reaction.
Right.
Which I need
Professor
a
Wills.
D6.
Oh, okay.
He needs to
I
roll
can
a
take a reaction to
D6 to
reduce the
remove that
damage. It's
from
1d10
his
plus dice.
higher roll.
1.
Balls.
So 10. Okay, so I did 10 points of not getting hit. Did that reduce any of those attacks to 0?
It would have reduced one of them to 0.
So then that would get redirected to him.
Okay.
But then I would still take the other 10 because you did 20,
You take
right?
10 damage.
Okay.
And he claws himself somehow.
Stupid.
Alright.
So 10.
Ben.
Oh, you got it.
Yep, I got it.
This is
And then
clown
rolling over
shit.
on his stomache, which is how he kind of clambered forward the claw
Ugh.
her. 'Cause she, like I said, punched him right in the inside of the knee. He was like, oh!
No!
He looks straight at the barbarian. And his eyes going... And you're like, I don't
Yikes.
like the way this feels.
What the fuck?
What's that?
Chilling
is that?
gaze. Con save, please.
I'm gonna poke his eyeball
Which is
out.
you're good at it, so...
You're strong.
By the way, we're all like backed up
13.
against the wall of the mountain right now.
You're like, I can't move.
You have made it, and you take...
Why can't it ever just be you made it? Period.
Period.
The end.
You make it.
Thank you.
What was that you were saying, son?
Thank you.
It looks at you, and it's like, ah, and his eyes go crazy, and you're like, no.
I don't think so.
Just no.
I'm not.
All right, my
scared
turn's
of
done.
you.
Calista.
You blinked
Thomas,
one eye and then
yeah.
the other.
Thomas?
That's why it didn't work.
Thomas has gone.
Alright.
Thomas is, he's doing,
Ooh,
dodge.
I just got a
Thomas
nat
is
20.
Oh, that's right.
Nat 20 for my attack roll on Firebolt.
Okay.
So does that mean anything?
It means you
Since I
need to
got
roll
an
double
advantage.
damage.
Is it weak
And
to
it's
fire?
fire, so that means I roll like 4 times.
Quad.
It's
or
not,
what?
it's not vulnerable to fire.
Ah.
What's it called?
Oh.
I appreciate your optimism, though.
That lives in the ice.
That's the spirit.
Okay, it's a 2.
His grizzle.
Oh, it's a 4. He takes 6 fire damage.
Did you add your modifier? Oh, it's not Eldritch Blast. Use
No,
that.
I
Okay.
use it, but I'm gonna change it to Firebolt, I think, next
Okay.
time. But
That's a good
or on my next level.
You mean oh.
And then
I'm going to run away.
And I run so far
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out right there.
All right, Roosevelt, Guillermo, and Thomas, all at the same time. However you want to do that.
Rosie.
My,
Dex modifiers.
my dex is 2.
1.
Okay. I'm gonna waltz on up to it and slap it with my longsword.
Woo!
Ooh.
Use the
Slap,
sharp
slap.
part.
Slap him right in his
Nah,
face.
it's good.
I'm gonna bitch slap him with one.
Yeah.
Foot first across the face.
Well, maybe I should have played with the actual good part of this.
No way.
Not
a bitch slap.
He was Guillermo. He tried to.
But you
Slap.
get advantage because
Shark
he's
slap.
clone.
Found out
That's
that
true, you
bitch
get
advantage.
slapping didn't do no
Doesn't make
whapping.
it happen.
So Guillermo.
Even worse.
that was
Oh,
good.
crap.
What are you
Found out
doing?
bitch slapping didn't make it
Does 8 hit?
happen.
No, but you get advantage on the attack.
I already rolled.
Okay.
No way. Can I use
Wait, no,
luck
sorry.
on
Does
that?
9.
He
Nope,
beefed it
9
real
does not hit. No,
hard.
no.
He slapped himself in.
9 doesn't hit.
One would think that such a tall man would be able to.
Next.
Stop talking about the height.
I'm too.
No, I told you not. Don't bring it up ever.
Don't bring it up.
Don't call me tall. Just don't even mention it.
Don't mention it.
I was.
You keep trying to be nice. You're just making it worse.
I'm sorry.
He's on the
So
floor.
I'm
You're
going
the reason
to
why I
rage.
missed.
Rage.
I'm going to reckless attack, and I'm going to frenzy.
Okay.
He ripped off his shirt. He
So the barbarian goes absolutely crazy. And
I
like,
didn't like the way he eyeballed me.
I bet.
His stank eye pissed him off. So he
20
Tried to chop
billion to
his
hit.
Yep.
head off.
his head off with his axe.
Okay, you're a 13-foot tall yeti, a 2-foot tall.
Why do you keep talking about height?
It's his height, you psycho!
There's so much just weight.
I bet Nacho would do that.
20 damage.
There's so much weight, I just
You only
can't.
can do that once per
You say height,
attack. Or per
So you are a 13-foot
Oh
Are
my
you done?
gosh.
man.
For now.
and
Next.
Thomas.
You get kicked over by a
On Thomas's turn, you guys notice
high lady.
the sun.
Yeah.
With the morning started pretty gray and overcast, you notice that the sun gets really bright, and that the berg is actually shedding some water, like it's melting. It's that warm. It's that warm. And Thomas says, "Are you guys all right there?
We're all like ganged
Gonna
up
be
on
fine.
the
Going great so far, buddy.
I'm okay.
Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Good. Oh, you guys are awesome. Look at you go.
We learned
I
from
don't
you,
know if this
Dad.
melting thing is good.
Your mom would be so proud."
Melting
Chet,
blood.
Sabode, Nona.
He's taking the dodge action. in
That a
case.
boy. That's good. He's nimble.
As long as we keep him laying down.
He probably learned
He's
that
kind of
from his
crouched
dad.
behind that little pile
I
of
meant.
stuff.
All right, as I strum my lute,
Roo-doo-doo-doo.
I get closer.
Aw, that's great. My
As
mood
I'm
helps
as
me.
I'm tuning my lute, right about here, and we light him aflame with fairy fire.
Oh,
Okay.
heck yeah.
Dex
We
save.
have like, is that like super mega crazy advantage?
Super. mega
It's just
crazy.
advantage. Pretty sure he made a saving throw though. He got a 17 on his save.
Oh, it doesn't stick. It's too
Oh,
slippery.
poop.
Then we tell a really funny joke.
Okay.
What
and
is it?
we make. You want to actually hear my joke?
Yep.
Okay. So, what's made out of concrete and howls at the moon?
I don't know.
A coyote.
Do I take a point of psychic damage?
You do. We all have to roll of madness.
Ask.
Why?
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 How?
How does that work?
How does a concrete coyote howl at the
Howl
moon?
at the moon.
No, I just threw in the concrete to make it hard.
I regained 1 point of.
Oh, Jesus.
Tasha's hideous laughter. Yeah, I think he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is Fairy Fire a bonus action? Because
Is it?
you have cast Fairy Fire first, and now you're casting Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I'm pretty sure those two spells are actions.
Okay,
You're
sometimes we do two
probably
things.
right.
I like doing two things.
Oh, they're both actions.
You're
Yeah,
right,
they're
I'm
both
sure.
actions.
They're both
I'm nearly
actions.
certain, but I
They're
don't.
both
Okay,
actions.
does anybody need to be healed?
Bonus
No, we
action?
feel
Nope, they're
good,
good. They're
buddy.
doing
I'm
really
Everybody's
good.
good?
The Yeti
Everybody's
might.
good? Then
Thomas says, we're good. We're good.
Hey.
two. So that was 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4. Can I share space?
Nope.
5.
Was it
Five.
me?
5, 6.
Okay.
If it was me, he can stand over.
The bard
me.
just wants to feel a part of everything.
say,
He's just
not
like
used to the
he's just
bard
gonna
wanting
draw.
to get
He's just
in
gonna
on it.
draw his
Just gonna
sword. And...
walk in and
Come on in.
chat with everybody.
All right, next. Who's next?
You would hear the voice of two
Sabode.
echo from the ether.
They got this monster down. Looks like everybody's took a stick in it. Everybody's real mad from the methods last night. So they're like, oh, you think you're big and
Great.
tough, huh?
I will scorching ray it
All
and
right.
try to get rid of its buns.
You have disadvantage at Scorching Ray because it's lying prone.
Man.
Because it's lying prone.
That's
Oh.
Oh.
Do you imagine trying to hit something that's
So you have advantage with a melee attack, disadvantage with a range attack. Its armor class isn't that hard, so
Wait, does Fairy Fire give her advantage?
if it had failed its saving throw,
I
then it
missed.
would.
I missed. There was no we.
The
That
bear
was all me.
stays
10.
on.
Miss.
Woo! I
You
missed.
get 2 more bolts.
Oh yeah.
Come on, you can do it.
Dos pequeños.
18.
Hit.
14.
Two
Yep.
littles.
Uh,
So 2 hits.
Bing bing.
Yep, it's 4d6.
So
I could
46.
tell that you know Spanish.
Did you like it?
4, 5, 6, 7.
That's what I call my cats.
I also know
13.
Spanish.
18.
All right.
What are we at? 20,
I
40, 10, 20,
So I
30,
do
40,
Spanish or
50.
Russian?
Okay, next.
Ooh, top of the Nona.
Oh, Nona
Come
Heavy
on,
Fist is
Nona.
ready to fuck this
Hey.
bitch up.
Come on.
I'm the best.
Who's the best?
I'm the best.
Oh,
I'm
Nona's
going to-
about to lay some
I'm going to strike him with. Can I do like a cool flip and then like shoot with my foot?
Are we like advantaged now?
Oh wait.
Nope, nobody is flanking.
Well, he's prone, right?
He's prone, you still have advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
He probably
Can I be? I do wish to go over here.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's difficult terrain.
That's all right. I've got 40 feet of movement. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go wow.
Kick him right in the business.
Yeah, right in the grundle.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Business.
His grundle's like some serious hang down, by
Dude,
the way.
it's a big target.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna take a travel down the Hershey Highway, and I'm gonna strike him right in the grundle.
In the grundle.
Some Dwarfshire and right up his Jackson.
That's right. Oh shit. 17.
17 damage.
Yes.
All right, you grundle him to death.
Is he dead?
You
He's grundled.
You burst his sack and
Oh, he had like a fistula.
Oh.
Yo.
Chop him to bits.
you kick him right in the business with your little monk foot.
Can we
and
name the fistula?
He pukes
I
pukes
wanna
several
name it in
hands.
honor of-
Looks like he was a big fan of eyeballs
honor.
too. His guts come out and the creature dies.
Say it out loud.
Can we skin him for his coat?
You could.
Okay.
It's pretty morbid, but yeah.
I do
I'm
it.
trying to rebuild
Survival
my
check, please.
relationship.
Paladin
like-
sheaths his sword real quick and pulls out a cleaning dagger,
You
Nine.
bestow the name upon me.
and you start failing pretty bad at
If
removing.
he doesn't
Can I
want
start
it, I
heading
want
can
back to
take
my
the name.
companions?
Okay.
I could take
19.
the name if already.
17.
With your combined efforts, you're doing better at removing
I do it
help
for
from the
Nacho?
Yeti.
Why did you bring up Nacho?
For Nacho! For Nacho!
Okay, so you notice as you guys are the two guys warriors are attempting to skin this creature for its warm fur.
I'll never
Um,
hear from you. Is why?
You
No.
notice tracks that go wherever it came from.
To his lair.
Moose
Ooh,
tracks.
let's go find his tracks.
Hopefully.
Let's kill his wife.
Follow the
Indoors.
tracks.
So the tracks, you guys are over here. This is where you were camped.
Wait, I
You
can't
know-
I'm
see
sorry, where were
Yeah,
we?
can we
Oh.
camp out
Oh,
in
here we
its
are.
cavern?
I see
And
it.
so this is where your boat was camped, and the tracks come around over here.
Oh.
Hey, you guys! I saw some tracks where I was standing over here.
Great,
do
let's
it.
follow them.
And there be the cave.
I feel
This-
like
Heck
Yep.
yeah.
we should probably follow those tracks.
Goon cave.
What do you
Heck
think?
yeah.
Huzzah.
Can you explain what you mean by that?
It's where you go to goon.
I'm not sure of that reference. Anytime I have a student that makes that reference, I have them explain it to their
Yeah.
parents. So
Yeah,
if
it's
you
like
would-
I'm edging myself.
Yeah, also that
Okay.
reference.
Also
actually.
that
I
reference.
bring myself almost to climax, but I don't do it. But I do.
See, if they say climax, I make them explain
And Thomas
that word
says,
too.
I orgasm.
as you
There
guys
we
get
go.
to
I
the
blow my load.
you get to the cave, and he says, "Do you think there's another one?"
No, hope not.
Can I?
Well, there's
can
always.
Can we?
There's
Are they
always two.
solitary creatures? Can we understand that, or if they would
You
be
don't
in
hear anything.
groups?
You don't hear anything.
Do you think if there was two of
Do
them?
you mean 2 caves or 2 Yetis?
Two Yetis or 2 caves.
Oh, because there's always
2 Yetis, 1
an
cave.
in and an out. Because what if there's a fire?
You're right. When you're right,
Well,
you're
Thomas,
right.
do you think there's another one?
He's a wise boy.
I don't know, but if there is, I'm sure that you can handle it.
Do we
Do
have
we see
any
any
tracks?
other tracks
Kinda
coming?
beat
The
in or
area
out?
is well tracked because the creature
Right.
goes in and out of its lair. And
So
Can
have
we
we
do a
already walked
different
all the way
size?
around
here's
here?
another thing that's a little weird is that there's apparently been enough food on this thing to
Well,
keep this thing alive
And I mean, it
for
knows
some time.
to
Oh, all the
come
people
to
that are
the-
It's like
shipwrecking
the Bermuda
here.
Triangle.
It
It's just
seems like
keeps coming.
And there's
Bunch of coconut
quite a bit
crabs.
of crap just laying on that side of the iceberg where it seems to be the seaward side of it, where there's just an accumulation of stuff that you could see the stuff from your ship this morning, and then you're seeing the stuff from a ship
Like
100 years ago. You know, like
That's a good point.
kind of weird.
And so Yeti was eating dudes off our boat.
Yeah,
Well, I guess we didn't.
he
do
was.
that.
He was eating dudes off your boat. Yes.
Hey,
That
we're
was the
two,
captain.
We're two big, tough guys. Let's just go in there. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
You and me.
Well,
let's just go.
we got one big tough guy.
Yes, Caleb.
so-
No,
So
no,
they
no.
spent
I am
time
plenty
getting
strong.
the
Let's go.
pelts
No, I
and
was talking
meat
about you.
Yep.
from the Yeti.
When did we have a giant?
So do we need to also
I'm in.
take additional time to cure the
Yeah.
hide and...
It's gonna take Okay, so
Okay.
you guys skinning the hide is an act of crafting. It will take you at least an hour to cut the flesh off of this creature. So what do you
We
guys
need
want to
the
do?
meat.
What do you want to do for an hour?
Well, I guess when I
Well, I suppose while they're doing the meat
when I
and
thought it
stuff,
was a
we
good
can-
idea, I didn't realize there were tracks.
And did you realize there was a cave?
No.
Yeah,
That-
that's what I'm saying. Like,
that
we could
comes
be
first.
scouting.
Wait,
Let's
but
just-
the pelt's got to be really warm, though.
And I feel like, why
Once
don't we
it's
just
dried.
drag her on into the cave?
How many feet
We could put it on
was-
Thomas. I
Yes.
think that'll help him a lot.
Oh, we can do it like in the Star Wars where they
Yep.
open up the... and
The
Yep,
tauntaun?
yep.
and they push. That totally won't add a
Might
point
smell
of
bad,
badness
kid.
or anything.
Trauma.
It'll keep you warm.
Yeah, I mean, having a pelt may come in handy because we've almost lost our wizard twice.
It's
Yeah,
going to be a good
yeah.
idea to try to increase your warm clothing.
He
For
said
sure.
it'd only take us an hour.
That's not bad.
Let's cut it up.
That's with the two of you working together.
In the cave? Or you want to do it outside?
Well, it's
where
like, are we going to have
cold?
some people work on the... Oh, I see what you mean, to shield ourselves from the cold.
Because it might be warmer in there, and then we
Gotcha.
could press.
Yeah, let's clean this cave.
Let's claim it.
Okay,
I
so...
don't care either way.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
I can
can't
certainly
say.
help you drag it
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Works for me.
Wait, can't we drag it on the boat?
Sure.
Ah, 'cause it's
smart.
Throw it in the boat?
With
Throw
friendship,
Thomas in
all
the
things
boat?
are possible.
That's
The
right.
boat is back.
Who's got mage hand? Can you use mage hand to push the boat?
I do have mage hand.
Just sit
But
strong.
isn't it? What's the weight limit?
I think it's 10 pounds.
He's probably weight
That's a
limit.
little crappy.
But we can all push.
We can all push, and the mage hand can help.
Heave.
Yep.
Heave. I kick it once. It goes really far.
So those little icy bastards took us like an hour, but a Yeti took us.
Yeah.
Dude,
there was
we-
18,000
I think
of
if he
the icy
hadn't
bastards.
been knocked down, I think we
The
would.
little guys
Oh
always
yeah,
take
that would
longer.
have.
Yeah, Caitlin's knockdown was
Yeah,
actually.
you kicked his
key.
ass.
I think the fact that they had Ray of Frost
I
that,
am the best.
that whooped us within the first 10
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
of
and
the
now
encounter.
I know the next time we see a Yeti, I need to fucking its eyes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Here.
Get the eyes.
That's close.
Go for the eyes.
Go for the ice.
Okay, your entrance is right here.
Oh.
Okay.
But
Let's bottleneck a
And
little
so
bit.
if it's been an hour, I'm no longer enraged.
you don't rage for an hour.
No, I'm saying I am no longer.
Yeah.
Did you raged when we encountered that guy?
Hell yes, I
Okay.
So you drag in that Yeti.
Oh, so it's an easy. You just raged your way across.
Yeah.
Do you get two? Is that
Everybody
what you
roll a
get?
perception
Is that-
check.
You get two
Alright.
rages? Is
3.
that- Okay.
No, no, heavy fist will roll.
What did he sell us to roll?
Perception.
Nothing?
16.
See, you snowblind.
I'm
20.
snowblind, I'm
13.
12.
13. Oh, I gotta find mine. 17.
Woo! I fucking
Fucking
hate it
ice
here.
nuggets.
I
Fucking hate it
changed
here.
my mind. Can we go back?
We just have to skin this thing really
Listen,
quietly.
once-
Just really quiet.
Once we
Something
clean
like
this
that,
cave,
and they're
it
not
is our
moving.
home.
They're not moving. They actually look like icicles, but that's what they looked like before. So I'm putting on the icicles.
Gotcha.
You don't know if they're mephits or not, but that's
Are
what
they?
you see.
They're stalactites.
And then from back here.
Oh, it's his wife!
It's a much larger
Oh.
Yeti.
Dude, I'll knock him over.
Oh.
Take a picture.
Oh, is this where we're starting?
Thank you for saying larger, not taller.
It's a little bit bigger.
It's a little bigger.
Thanks, Jake. Or if more than one person wants to snap a picture, just so we know.
Just
that we
put it
have
in the
I can
group
snap
chat.
pictures. That would
Say
make a lot of
hi.
sense. That would make a lot of sense if I snapped a picture.
Are you taking these notes in the book?
Well, it's
'Cause
very
I'm
bare
not.
bones.
If you don't need your
Oh, just
character
where we're
sheet with
ending
you,
it?
I'd love to have them stay in this cozy
I
little
took
space I
pictures
made
of
for
mine.
them, where they will never be lost.
Start
Okay. I'll take a picture.
in Yeti Cave.
So for our group chat, Kate, are we? Am I adding everyone?
Yes.
I don't know how it works yet.
Okay.
Including the DM.
I don't know how it works yet.
The DM.
But I do know that when someone's gone, their mini falls into the box.
What's in the box? Me.
This won't be that important. Okay. I will take your character stuff if you're done with it. Oh, the Yeti.
Yeti.
Do you want we better do the experience now.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Heck
we will.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
The Yeti is
Folder back.
it's 700. So
We're at 1900.
19.
do 100, 120.
Oh,
Roughly.
we have to split it between us.
Yes.
Oh.
Right.
What do we say, 120?
It's 700. So we're each getting 100.
And 10. 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, no. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It's like a weird number.
You want to round?
125.
Yes, I do. I do want to round.
Okay.
125. 125.
Because we got,
each sounds
we got the slip on it.
So we're at 1325.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each little bit.
And
Brings us
then
closer.
who's adding Yeti meat? Did we do that yet,
good.
or?
Meat.
Yeti meat and
Yeah,
skin.
we'd have to like make jerky out of it.
You notice an ice
We'll do
wall
that after we
and
kill
lots
this
of body
guy.
Oh,
parts
we can do it all in one go.
and lots of weird stuff. There's lots of like
Knickknacks.
a lot of things that shine. And pretty much anything that shines that could be found is here.
Outshine, outshine.
Direct this as a family would be your suggestion, right, brother? So our producer suggests we do a little sign off, and I'll look into this camera and say we may make this a thing, we may not. If we see you next time, it'll be next time. We're going to continue to play our game, whether or not anybody has interest in seeing it. And this was just an experiment to see if we can help people play Dungeons and Dragons and understand like how it really works and how it really looks and how easy it can be. And notice that I don't have every miniature that exists to put exactly the right thing on, and none of that matters. It all comes down to people connecting with people. And so this story for me is neat because you were in D&D training, and you were in D&D training, and you were in D&D training. I met you because of D&D, basically, was why I worked there. And then you were helping my wife with club at the high school. And so through sort of like my life's work of wanting to bring D&D to people, here we are now. And we've been doing this for almost 3 years, given our last campaign and now this one, with Brett being an awesome addition along the way. And so for me, it's a testament to the end of loneliness, right? It's like a way that I know for certain that when my students really enjoy it, I know for certain that they are going to find people that they can love and be with and always be accepted by. And those groups grow and grow and grow. So I'm grateful for anybody who wants to watch it. If it's a thing, there'll be more. If it's not a thing, then just know that we're going to embark on this really amazing campaign without anybody watching. Producer, are we good?
Yep.
We won.
And cut.
We won.
We won D&D.
We won D&D.
Wow.
So you help with D&D club? So you know all 3 of my sons then.
Tell me your sons.
Lucas
Yes.
and Daniel
Yes.
and Camden.
Oh, we consider
you're
Camden your
inherited
other
son.
son.
Yes.
Then yes. I do.
The Jordanger.
They're the
The
ones I play
Jordanger.
with on Wednesday.
The
Correct.
Jor.
Don't worry,
Yes.
you got another